good. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with."
Oh! Oh no, it didn't open. It just,
Oh, what are you tipping it out for?
it didn't. Look, it bent. I bent the thing,
Oh,
You
right.
went too hard.
Oh,
but
man.
it didn't
Oh,
open.
no.
That was going to be
Good
That was
start,
going to be
good
the best
start.
intro.
Welcome to OCE and Chill, where we have the least awkward intros from the least awkward guy. Welcome everybody. We've got some guests. Fresh, do you want to?
We got some guests. All right, let's go through the guests. Starting top left corner, this man, he has multiple science degrees. He's keeping us safe from corona single-handedly, I've heard. He's working in the labs. He's doing the hard yards. Altari, how you doing, mate?
Hey, how you going, guys?
Good to see you. What have you been up to lately?
Working a little too hard.
That's good.
That's
good.
A lot of my work's been redirected to a lot of the coronavirus stuff, so that's been certainly an experience.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Good to still have a job. You know, there's plenty of
Yeah, no,
people who
that's,
don't.
if people do have lab or medical experience, I'm pretty sure there's other jobs around.
Yeah, more jobs. Ask
DM him.
Altari.
Right.
Yeah, DM him and he'll give you some jobs.
Yeah.
Plenty of work to go around. All right, I'm going to skip Woke because he's just cleaned up a bit of a mess there. But skip it on over. Go on one more to the right. She's been here many times before on the podcast. Is our token female today? It's unfortunate. We don't have any other females. I feel a bit bad. But Licky's a strong enough female. She's got it
I'm
covered.
okay with it.
I'm holding strong
Carry
for
it,
the
Licky.
ladies.
How you doing, Licky?
Thanks for having me back. I'm doing really good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, great. Doing
Yeah,
good.
awesome.
How's,
I literally have done nothing this week. I've stayed inside all week behaving myself, and I'm like, this is like the highlight of my week. So thanks for having me back.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of the new norm is not really doing very much, eh?
Yeah.
Work
don't have
is
to feel
really
bad for it.
struggling hard.
Yeah.
What is he attacking you with
I was
now?
having a look. I'm not really sure.
Just knifing his beer.
Guys, I got it open.
Well done, mate. Well done.
How did you not get it open first try?
Yeah,
I have
know.
no idea. I think in my excitement, I put
Not been
too
drinking
much
long.
force.
Too much.
Should have
Yeah,
just
yeah.
used your fucking
It's
actually
spoons
my
that you got
It's
laying
actually
around.
My first beer.
Yeah,
I've
he's
ever
never
had.
drank beers before
Strongest fingers
No.
ever.
Ever.
in his
Frank.
life.
I had one beer tonight, and I'm.
Whoa, mate, that's your first beer ever. Gee. All right. Well, we were talking about work already. What have you been up to, work? How's things going?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Luckily, I still have a job,
Yeah.
which is more than I can say for a lot of people that I know.
Yeah, rub it in.
I've recently transitioned to a new job, so I got out of hospitality, and it turned out that I got out at the right time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everybody I
Big
know
time.
from
For sure.
hospitality work is like really struggling at the moment, or doesn't have a job anymore. So, yeah, that was really lucky. And but yeah, I've slipped into a new role, and I'm really enjoying it. Working with kids, so right up my alley. And yeah,
Good.
that's about it. Playing
Yeah,
some
good.
Rainbow Six Siege with the boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been playing a
Yeah.
lot of Siege. It's good fun.
Watching a lot of Twitch.
Yeah.
Loving life.
you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
QB has been coming in,
With QB. QB's been coming in and carrying us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
raising our level. Feels bad. All right, moving on. Thanks, Woke. Bottom left, this man. He's he's the New Zealand represent here. His country
Wow.
knows what to do. They got a lot
Fuck
of
yeah.
flack from initially for closing down pretty quickly, but what's happening over there, Prof? How you going?
Not McDonald's, I guess.
Aw.
Yeah, just sleeping and streaming, I guess. That's about it. Not too much has changed. Just take McDonald's out of the equation.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
So
Domino's.
you cannot get McDonald's anymore.
No.
And Domino's.
What?
I was saying the other day, I kept my last McChicken box and I just sniff it really hard each night. Just to
really
keep back
hard.
the withdrawals.
Look at QB flexing on now.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
fucking
on his
bastard.
knackers.
I'm trying not to pay attention to that. It's gonna make me
He's
cry.
got two.
Savage.
But that's fine, I guess.
So what do you do? Do you cook?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't cook. That's why McDonald's is good.
Yeah. So what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I mean, I live with my fucking parents, so it's a good deal either way.
Mm.
well,
So I'm
lucky.
chilling. But
I
after
honestly-
stream, when I finish at fucking 6 a.m., I like to go to McDonald's
I know that
and get
feels.
some food.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do without fast food.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd be fucked.
I would die.
I'd be stuffed without
Yeah.
Uber Eats right now.
Yeah,
We don't
Uber
even have
Eats is-
Uber Eats here anyway. So
Oh, before the coronavirus, you didn't have Uber Eats.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Ouch.
It's crazy.
Well-
on the streets.
Moving along to his right, QB's got two Macca's drinks. He's making us all jelly. QB, what's been happening, mate? How you doing?
Just flexing on people in New Zealand without Maccas.
Yeah.
No,
it's true.
I am fortunate enough to still have a job as well, which is going good.
Nice.
The business, I just do admin work, but the business that I work for is in trade that is needed. It's like emergency repairs of sorts.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of work going on at the hospitals and so forth. But who knows how long that'll go for. So I'm just trying to save as much money from the work as I can at the moment. Stream as much as I can, you know.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's
Love
right.
it.
That's cool. And did I see that you've started a TikTok career?
I've had a TikTok for a while, but I haven't posted on it until recently.
Where's
I
the
had a
fucking
nice
dance
little,
videos, that boy.
I'm just saying that I tuned in and looked at a few of his vids, and they are fire.
Quality
mate.
content. Quality
Content. You've got a great sense of humor. I really
Subbing right
enjoyed
now.
it. Do it. No, 100%. Get on this guy's TikTok.
QB Gaming on all socials.
QB
with two
Gaming.
Ys, right?
2 Ys.
2 Ys.
That's it. Thanks for doing the
Two
shout outs there,
Ys.
Kels. And last but not least, on his first time appearing on our podcast, and maybe his first time ever on a podcast, I believe. I don't know where this man's from, but I do know his name is Aussie Gamer. No, I should have. That was a bad joke.
Definitely Indian.
That was
Definitely
terrible.
from India.
Yeah. But
Probably another
Definitely
New
not
Zealander.
Australia.
definitely not Australia. But where are you from in Australia, Aussie, and how you doing? What's happening? for you
Melbourne,
lately?
mate. All good, thank you.
okay.
Melbourne,
Melby.
nice.
Good, good. What's been different for you recently, or has it all been pretty chill, pretty similar?
Yeah, well, I found out recently that quarantine means my normal life. So, yeah, pretty good.
I think quite a lot of streamers are noticing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think work's kind of changed a little bit for me, being a teacher, where there's a lot less kids, but schools are still technically open, so we're kind of teaching online and the kids.
Do you go into school at all?
Yeah, no, I'm in every day, and we do have kids there, but it's way less kids, and we kind of like teach online, and then like they watch that. Yeah, live stream teaching. It's actually great because being a streamer, like it doesn't
you're
feel
already ready
awkward for
for
me.
it.
Yeah, but
You're
other
like,
teachers are like, "This is so awkward. I don't know what to do," and like they don't understand anything, and they're just sitting there like with their mic muted, like looking really confused,
Half
and the
the
kids are just
time.
like,
Where's the any key?
yeah. So it's good
Yeah,
being young.
that's
sometimes.
something that
yeah.
I'm definitely noticing now that everybody's jumping on like Zoom and stuff like that. It
I hate
actually
Zoom.
is a bit of an acquired skill to be able to interact with people like this over camera and do it naturally. You've got to be able to like know that there's like a little bit of a delay and you can't talk over each other as much, and you've got to kind of wait for your gaps a bit more. I did a Zoom hangout with my friends on Friday night, where we all watched a Bob Ross episode, and we all painted and drew our like we followed along and painted and drew and stuff like that, and we all showed our results at the end and played a few games and stuff like that. But I really noticed that they do not hang out online, and it was so awkward. They were like they were too quiet. Some of them were too quiet, and some of them were like too loud and talking over the top of people, and it was just a mess.
Why don't you stream that? That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, I reckon. Your friends
would have
big
been,
I think
fans.
my
yeah.
wife prefers me to be quieter than I normally am when gaming and sitting on the computer. So that's
Shut up, Atari. I'm making so much noise.
it happens a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, I've noticed it's an acquired skill.
Yeah, we were saying the other day, mainly a lot of people just think, because when you're in a group of friends, you know, you can just kind of like, well, I could be talking to you, Woke, and then like our friends could be talking over here, and that's okay. But if you're all on camera and
Yeah, it
everyone's
doesn't
just
work that
talking,
way.
it's just like, what? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
You guys
So
been
if
having
you've
more
got,
Zoom
like a group of
catch-ups?
10 people.
Yeah. A bit of an ordeal. Although Prof had a big Zoom catch-up, eh?
Yeah, and it was madness.
It was madness.
It was madness.
QB
It
Gamers
was
is
a
bouncing around.
situation like that, like lots of people trying to talk to each other, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal
And you
Crossing,
just-
am I right?
Yeah, man, such a good topic.
How many
All I
people?
hear.
How many people did you have in the one group?
Fuck, there was like probably What do you reckon, QB? Like
I
close,
reckon-
like close to 20 at the end
No,
of
there was more
the
than
day.
20.
Is this on
There was like
Discord
8.
or-
There was 18 when we were doing
Yeah, I
Scribble
know.
IO. So there was
Yeah,
at
'cause we
least
went to
25 at one.
Yeah. Well, Scribble was literally like 3 hours in, so
Was
yeah,
that on
we had like
Discord?
over 20. Zoom.
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom. Zoom can have thousands, man. Like,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, for sure. But it was smooth as though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Nice.
Surprising. Yeah.
And the audio was good. Like everything, nothing went wrong.
No.
Would you recommend other people trying it, or was it?
Yeah, it was great. It was a good
Yeah.
time.
Was there? Is that because I think you said it was like once a few people dropped off, like it got like better quality and.
No. It was just you could actually talk.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just the conversation got
It
better.
was just the fact that like
oh,
20 people were trying to
Talk at
join in,
once.
you know,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Do-
or talk about different things.
Would you suggest an upper limit for these kind of hangouts? Now, if you've
You
experienced
can't
the
really
extreme,
do that. You
Yeah.
can't really do that. You want as many people to do it.
that's
But,
true.
like, you just got to be ready to deal with fucking that, pretty much.
And also the comfortableness. Like I personally had, like Geordie seen me and I've seen Geordie, but I hadn't seen like anybody else in his
Yeah.
stream, his community. So nobody knew who I was. I didn't know who they were. So it was just a feel. After a while, you just get used to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, just like if you go somewhere that you don't know many people, I guess same
Yeah.
shit.
Mm.
Yeah, like a
in
party.
real life. Yeah, exactly.
100%. So besides not having Maccas, lockdown, is it bad? Is it rough? Because like obviously we've got like in Australia we're like pretty chill with it right now. We're
Yeah,
locked
very chill.
down. We're locked down, but we're not really locked down.
No, you're not really.
You go to the
You're not
supermarket
really
and
at
there is
all.
everyone's just
No.
everywhere. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
like what the
And
what
like,
is the point?
I
in
still
this?
see old people walking about, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're risking your life. Do you
Yeah,
know
no
that?
shit.
You're
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, old
Wait, where are
people-
you? What woke?
Perth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really fresh, yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
luckily, I mean, I'd still do it anyway. But since I sleep until like 3 p.m., I don't have to go get
Same.
groceries or anything like for my
Right.
family. My little sister always does it or whatever.
Oh,
But yeah, you have
nice.
to like wait in a line. They have a limit of how many people are in the whole fucking store at once.
Mm.
So when
Mhm.
one person leaves, one person can go in. Everyone's like spaced out 2 meters waiting in the line. They've got like screens up at all the checkouts. Yeah, and like there's lines on the floor to fucking
To
show
mark
the,
out
to
where
show
you
the
can
gap
stand,
of
yeah.
where you should be and stuff like that. So I think
Okay.
it's fucking good as. Yeah.
I think have they put down any kind of timeline on this?
Oh well, we're locked
don't
down
know
for a
yet.
month minimum right now.
A month minimum.
Minimum 4 weeks minimum, but I will definitely expect another month for sure.
Yeah,
And
minimum.
Depends,
yeah,
depends
that's
what
what-
happens in the area that you're talking
Oh yeah, in
about.
the next 2 weeks, I'd say it'll start to slow down a little bit, so that'll be cool to see.
Which
You look at
yeah,
all the major
the
sports and
quarantine.
stuff; they're all off until at least the end of May at this
Mm.
stage. So
Nah,
Mm.
not the quarantine, just the fucking spread of it,
Oh,
The
yeah.
spread will-
Everyone's
the spread will
always
take
like, since
probably
you're- since-
about
Yeah.
10 days ish to see a change in the trend.
Well, people are like, you've been in lockdown for a week, but it's not flattening the curve. It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Do you have a
Well,
brain?
Well,
Yeah.
did you guys see the stats from today where there's only 139 new cases in Australia in the last 24 hours compared to like 200 the day before?
On a
and then
Sunday
it
when
was-
we're not doing a lot of the testing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, but I'm just, I can't.
interesting.
Man. In like a week, I
Right,
swear
it'll be
you guys are
interesting to
going
see
to be.
tomorrow.
Every Sunday, the news has come out and said, "Oh, look how few cases there are today."
Yeah.
It's just fucking stupid. Like I just,
Okay.
People just have no
you
comments
can't
these days.
trust about 90% of what you're hearing on the news about this
yeah,
stuff. So it's
how about just don't watch the news?
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
actually been my recommendation to my
Keep
parents.
streaming.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry about
I'm
the
not-
news, guys.
Definitely not watching the news. This was from the government app that they update, but yeah, that's
Oh,
probably the
even
case.
worse.
Have you noticed the new cases have been trending downwards though?
It does seem like was it four
Nah.
days or 5 days they've been down a bit.
For the
All I
last
can
five-
say is
for the
All
last
of
5
that
days
is
every day.
targeted information. They will only release the information they want. You
Mm.
can't believe any of it.
I mean, there's only
yeah.
so much of that you can get away with.
Mm.
Yeah,
In the current Western
Mm.
worlds, yeah, I agree. Woke.
I agree, to be honest. Really.
I don't
just-
agree- I
got
don't
used
agree
to
that
it from
it's all
being a
crap.
cop and all the
Yeah,
stuff that we
that's
would
true.
see during an average day, and then you'd watch the news that night, and you'd be like, "Holy
I
shit!"
can
no
guarantee
one
it's
has
the
a
same with
clue.
this.
No one has a
Interesting.
clue.
Interesting.
It's very much the same here. Like you guys are all talking like a couple of months, talk 2 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what that's
I
what
I
Well,
mean,
exaggerated.
well,
think.
for Australia, yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Well, I mean, a lot of countries. I think the only country that's come out and actually said that to their people has been Germany. But
yeah.
if we're talking about sort of sequential lockdowns and the releasing of some of these social distancing measures, then you are talking 2 years. Talking about 2/3 of the next 2 years if you want to prevent 5 to 10% of your population dying.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Germany had that. The Germany I read was suggesting that like pass where or you're like a passport or something, saying that you've had it and you've gotten better from it or something like that. Like you've developed an immunity, and then you can that was suggesting it. That might be running it.
What matters there is that we don't really know the long-term seroconversion rates and how people are actually going to sort of adapt to it. Similar to when you realise you need to get a top-up for your tetanus vaccine every 10 years, because your serology doesn't maintain that resistance to the virus over that period of time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say,
So
how do we know they're not going to catch it
We
again?
We don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
We can make an assumption in the short term.
It's very early, though.
Antibody levels.
Yeah.
So
But even
the
if you were
types of
immune to it,
antibodies,
would it
yeah.
stop you from carrying it and passing it to other people?
It should, yeah.
Okay.
Because you got to have the immunity is really your immune system has a template of what the virus looks like, and you sort of.
I guess it would stop you from carrying it internally, but what about on your clothes? If someone coughs on you, it would still.
Well, no, that's obviously
Yeah.
still an issue.
Yeah.
Is there been cases of people getting a different strain or it again?
There's only the one strain.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
Is
but
it
it
the
could
thing where
mutate,
it's
right?
like hard
Okay.
for coronaviruses to mutate?
Um,
Because like SARS had its run, you know.
sort
and-
of depends. So, because SARS is a coronavirus.
Yeah.
There's no vaccine for any existing coronavirus. I just want to
So-
throw that out there. So that
so
2-year time frame is predicated on the idea that in 2 years we might have a vaccine.
Because like in
So then, what happened with SARS? How did SARS sort of like temper out?
It was a little more obvious when people were carrying and spreading it, because
Right.
you've basically got a period of up to like 7-8 days where COVID-19 can just be something
Be
you've got.
chilling.
You're pretty much asymptomatic, or you've got extremely mild symptoms, and you're just shedding virus everywhere.
yeah.
Damn.
With SARS, it was like 2 days maybe, and for most of that asymptomatic period, you were.
Was
not
SARS
actually,
being another
outbreak.
coronavirus as contagious?
I think it was more contagious once people were shedding the virus.
Yeah, right.
But there wasn't that extended period. Like you were talking
Yeah.
about this with the lockdown stuff. People don't seem to understand that 7 days isn't necessarily long enough to see a change in the
Yeah,
in the
because
trend.
people are still getting infected.
Yeah,
over these
people are still
5 days
infected
ago.
from 7 days ago.
7 days
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
You don't know if they got it or not.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
And like the
Yeah.
like you're saying, 2 years, it makes sense because surely what are we
Yeah.
at now? I don't know how many cases we're at now, but even if we go down to like 5 cases and we'll open everything up again, we
Yeah.
have the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
Open
problem
up
over
borders,
again.
more
Starting
cases come
again.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big
So
thing.
that's
I think
why-
we're going to have to keep the borders pretty closed, or like
Yeah.
have like serious quarantine measures around them for a long time.
So
Oh, yeah.
the best sort of mathematically best approach is this social distancing, and the reason that is basically you've got a less than 1% mortality rate, assuming your hospital system's functioning.
Can cope. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but as it stands, like you look at New York's data already, and New York's,
Oh,
New
man.
York's daily cases of this
Yep.
far
Yeah.
outweigh
I
everything
wanted
else.
to talk about the US because man,
I
was
don't
looking at
know
some
where
of
to
it.
start
It's
with that,
crazy.
but
I wanna-
Over 300,000 now.
So here we go.
Insane.
I looked up a couple of the stats today, and these
Don't do that.
obviously these are not like confirmed
No, it's just
figures
like-
because but they've had at the moment reported 6,000 total deaths because of COVID-19, right? For 9/11, there was 3,000 deaths. They're projecting like 100 to 200,000, and that's like low end for deaths in the US, right? I don't know how the fuck Trump thinks he's going to get reelected, or how they can potentially reelect him on the back of hundreds and thousands of fucking Americans dying.
Yeah, but how did they elect him in the first place?
Yeah.
Look,
no
yeah,
shit.
that's
I
the other
can't-
no
I get,
shit.
I get the election in the first place. All right, I get that people were fed up with corruption, perceived corruption, and
I mean,
a system that didn't seem to work for them. And they were like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's fuck this.
Let's
trend.
get the
Guys-
dumbest
I mean,
cunt in
let's-
the world.
let's
This
get
guy's
this-
super entertaining. I kind
let's
of
get this
understand
corrupt dickhead in to sort out the corruption.
Yeah. They will 100% vote him in again.
Yeah, they will.
I
I,
don't.
think
I,
they will.
I mean, I don't know if they'll have the election
They
this year.
fucking bit it.
Yeah, they
off.
might
No,
not.
it'll be
Might not have
delayed.
an
It'll be
election.
delayed.
Well, the
big
US
time.
is looking at millions of deaths.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only way to point it out.
100%.
It's-
But like,
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
can show you the
understand
math
how,
for it
how
if
they
you
can
want.
how they can go to war basically indefinitely over 3,000 Americans dying, but staring down the barrel of hundreds and thousands of American deaths and a president who did nothing
Yeah.
or worked against it,
Mm.
and how he could potentially get reelected is like unfathomable
Mm.
to me.
America.
But have you seen
thank
Biden
Murdoch
lately?
for that.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he'll get
I'm
reelected.
channeling my
You'd hope
redneck
not.
American look. And, you know what?
Pulling it
Are
off
you a
too.
Trump voter?
You gosh damn right.
Okay, so if I go by data as of yesterday and do a 14-day forecast, yeah, you're looking at 2.6 to 4.6 million cases in the US
Yeah.
in 14 days.
There you go.
Mm.
Was that like 1%?
They have. I think I was looking at this.
Well,
Like New York itself has more deaths than even like. Well, they're almost at China's deaths just at New York by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I have colleagues who are there, and it's not fun.
That's
Can you
insane.
imagine being like a person that lives there? How terrified you would be.
Oh fuck yeah! I feel so sorry for
be-
them, man.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm semi scared living in Australia. Like not really, but like, you know, it's there in the back of my mind always.
Yeah,
It's
of
that
course.
overarching doom, you know,
Yeah.
that affects your mental health and whatnot. But like, can you imagine being in an
Oh,
area
fuck yeah.
where it's like you're fucked.
I'd be
Mm.
shitting myself, literally.
Mm,
Man,
it's pretty
terrible.
hectic.
Mm.
I've usually got New Yorkers in my chat, so I'm waiting for them to pop in. And
Oh really? Damn.
Really?
that's
Yeah.
struggle.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, like my chat's like predominantly Americans, really. So
Mm.
yeah, it's
Oh.
pretty crazy.
You reckon you have
Mm.
more
Like-
Americans than New Zealand, Australia?
Me, yeah.
I have quite a few
100%.
Americans.
Yeah.
I'd have more UK, US than Australia, but I stream like overnight. Like I finish at
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
a.m.
so do I.
Yeah, true.
And
Both
that
of
one-
you.
This beer
Mm.
opened perfectly. Just so
Oh,
you know, I
let
can.
you know.
It wasn't my
You weren't
first.
so
my-
aggressive with it.
My second beer. My
He's a
second beer
learner.
ever.
He's
My
a
second beer
learner.
of all
He's a-
time.
he's
I
learning.
learned how to open a tinny, guys.
I will
Just for
point
you.
out, everyone, alcohol is an immunosuppressant, so be aware of that.
Perfect.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Is Australia actually doing much like more preventative measures than America though? Like actually,
Yeah.
are they really?
We're
And we
doing a
got
lot
on the
more
we got on the
testing,
train
I think, is
earlier
the
as
better-
well, and we have
Yeah.
a way lower density of population.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Which
I
helps.
swear whenever I talk to most Australian people, like
I
it
know,
seems
'cause-
like they're pretty much living the same.
We have
Depends who you
like
talk to, but yeah.
Yeah.
I
No, I
mean,
mean,
a bit-
we're not allowed in gatherings of more than 2 and stuff like that. So
As
Uh,
of
unless it's a
Friday.
party.
And are you talking about people on Twitch? Because people on Twitch, their lives haven't changed as much.
yeah,
As,
exactly.
yeah, that's true.
I
Your average gamer is still
Yeah.
gaming.
yeah.
I was meant to go to Sydney on a flight on the 19th or 20th, and up until about a week prior to that, I was like, it's looking fine. Saw the data, I think, on the 17th. I was like, oh dear.
Let's not talk
God,
about
no.
cancellations.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
ju-
Oh
it's
yeah,
just crazy.
QB.
Mm.
It's just
Cancelled
crazy how like
holidays.
most people seem to still be working. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
if you're still working and not necessarily from home, how are you really doing much different? Really,
I think
like
is it
Well,
so
they've
like
locked
Q-
the borders. The borders have like really stringent 14-day policies on them
is
now,
it like
including
within,
WA's
Yeah,
does
yeah,
now, but we
within
were
the
trying to
states
tell
as well.
the state government to do that
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just weren't
Yeah.
listening.
Well, like
Well,
so,
that's
so
what it should
if
be
you
like,
if
for
you
sure.
come into WA, if you want to come into WA from anywhere another state, you have to have a 14-day lockdown.
No,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's not even.
Good.
I think that now, or it's coming in that you won't even be allowed to come in. I think there's not even going to be a 14-day soon. It's just going to be like,
But then within that as well, they've like done in WA because the federal government was kind of like, look, states can put in their own policies, and to be honest, credit to McGowan, who's our
Premier.
Oh, don't
state
say that to
premier.
Yeah.
I know. Well, credit to him because he.
I mean, if you make enough decisions, one of them's probably
going
going to be right somewhere.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if my wife Kiri ended up opening the chat, but she's probably laughing if she.
Okay, all right. Let me say something for a second, because like it's all very well to be like, oh yeah, look, he hasn't done enough because we were telling him this 2 weeks ago, all right. But when he's one of the first ones to actually start listening
yeah,
and start doing something, you've got to give him credit for it.
It may have slightly been under duress. I can't say anything more about that.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, anyway, from my perspective and the perspective of a lot of Western Australians, we're giving quite a lot of credit for McGowan for being one of the first premiers off the mark. when it comes to actually putting in place some sort of measures and stepping up a little bit. So we've got like a region lock
Yeah.
right now where it's like
That's cool.
you can't, so Perth CBD, which I mean is not great to be locked in Perth CBD, but you can't go out to the country, but it means that there's going to be like basically no transmission to regional areas,
Yeah.
which was a bit of a concern for a while.
It's yeah, there are cases in regional areas already, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't do it soon
was
enough.
a bit
And
late,
actually
but
my
still
sister was on a flight with a COVID positive case
Wow.
up to Geraldton recently. So but this is crazy. So she didn't get put on any kind of lockdown. She was on the same flight as a COVID positive case. And they were like, "Yeah, you were far enough away from him. You were enough seats away from
Dude,
him."
I know people who were the kids of a parent, obviously, who so their dad had positive for it, and they were like they weren't even allowed to be tested and stuff. Like, it's crazy. They were so like sparse with our testing. They're just like, no, we're not.
The testing, they only just opened it up a little bit recently,
apparently.
like maybe on Friday or Thursday or something like that. They opened it up a little bit, I think.
So you said
we've
Australia
had,
is doing better than America, yeah?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Fuck,
we're
man,
expecting-
America's
we're
fucked.
But they're
we've-
not testing
we've-
people who have direct contact with.
Yeah, but at least we're testing. America
We-
wasn't testing.
Like the estimates based on the number of tests we've done in Australia, we're looking probably about 56% of cases have been detected. I can run the US stuff, but even today's data is.
Have you actually seen any of those roadblocks as well work? When
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
regional?
well, I heard about them.
They're hectic. They're like World War Z, man. There's like military
That's the-
vehicles, police everywhere.
2.3% of US cases
2.3% of US.
Except in-
what?
is
Sorry.
a predicted
found.
detection.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
We don't know, like those like borders. My sister drove through one, so it was like literally the day before that lockdown, and she was in Geraldton and she got permission to start working from home, and technically her home is still my family home. So she it's still on her driver's license and stuff like that. So she got permission to come back to Perth right before the lockdown, which is I'm so grateful for, because I would have hated to think of her living in Geraldton by herself alone for the foreseeable future, completely locked in. That's pretty rough. So we were pretty happy to get her back in Perth, but she was already, obviously she was on that flight with the COVID positive case, and it was like one day before her like 14-day quarantine, if she had been put in quarantine when she came back to Perth. So she was pretty confident that she didn't catch anything from that guy. But yeah, it's pretty hectic that we've got like end of the world kind of shit going on.
I don't think it's that bad. The biggest issue here is that we don't really know what the long term sort of societal effects are of attempting this sort of like staggered lockdown.
I don't think we could handle having this kind of social distancing, even that we've got now, which is not that much, for a long period of time. I think people will go crazy and riot. Like you can.
Well, then they go crazy and they get fucking put down. Easy peasy.
Good solution.
Seriously.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Those ones get sent outside and get the virus.
Yeah.
Can you like, Prof? I don't. Like, I get that, but like, can you imagine this for 2 years?
I mean, it's what you have to do, or else the whole world is going to get fucked. Like,
It's
you
not.
just
It's
have
not
to
even that.
use your
It's
brain.
you have to. Yeah, I don't think people hear things like an overwhelmed healthcare system, and it's like, what do you guys think when you?
Yeah, but
hear
what?
that?
Like,
yeah, I'm trying to get an idea of what the idea you guys have in your head is of an overwhelmed healthcare system.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
funny
I mean,
because they're
Italy,
always
you
talking
saw it in
about how
Italy.
they're always talking
Where they
about
were
how
like,
the healthcare
don't come
system
into the
is-
hospital. We got nothing for you.
They're already talking about how the healthcare system is like already at capacity. You know, they're always like, "Oh man, we need more of this." Like, imagine like exponentially increasing that. It would be just, you know, people, anyone over like 50.
The
you're
common
dead.
view of it is just like, oh, we're too busy, sort of go away. But it's a far more grim sort of outlook. Honestly, I'm not sure how much I should really go into it. But we're talking about like, I'll sit over there on the floor and like press this bag to breathe for your loved ones for the next few days.
Yeah, well, that's what.
That's what happens.
exactly.
That's why the
for
rate
sure.
of like death goes up to 7%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, because they don't have the equipment and capacity for that shit.
Which is So the whole concept's basically like looking at, if we want to keep this lockdown going, we want to have a sort of mathematical model for how we limit disease progression and prevent overwhelming ICUs. Then you want to look at how many cases in an ICU end up being COVID patients versus other patients. And you want to say, okay, we've got a set number, and once we hit that number, we go back into lockdown. And then once that number decreases to a certain proportion of that, we let the lockdown up. So that's sort of the best sort of way to approach this.
Yeah, right.
But that's something that, again, is we're saying that is a couple of years. That's
But
until we have a vaccine.
I want to put it out there that I think there's enough people in the world that are going to be like, if this goes on for that are going
I
to be
agree.
done.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to
100%.
that.
Yeah, but if this goes on for too long, even where Australia is right now, which is like, this is the start. Like we have barely touched the surface. Even where we're at right now, if this goes on for too long, we're going to have people that go, you know what? Fuck the elderly. If they're going to fuck my life up that much, like we like write them off and like, you know what? Let's just take our chance and like run with it.
It's not just the elderly. I want to dispel that.
I know.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Like,
I know it's not
even,
just elderly, but
like,
it's,
if you're 30 years old, it's still a 3% chance of having to be hospitalized. And if hospitals are overwhelmed, that's a 3% chance of death.
He's
Yeah,
not
no,
saying
exactly,
it's just
yeah.
the elderly. He's just
I'm not saying that.
they're the
I
most-
do understand the point there, but it's I don't know. I don't like people getting this impression that it's only old people.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely
like,
not what I was trying to get across. But
No.
so I think that there's going to be a huge proportion of people. If we hit even the 5-month mark, I'm going to say
Wow,
of
that's
this,
pretty soon.
I reckon people are going to be insane, and they're just going to be like, "You're fucking up my life. This is my life. I want to live it. I'm going to get out no matter what."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing I could say to that is we just have to act quicker than we have been acting. That's the only way to avoid that situation. You want to have a larger amount of time where the healthcare systems
They'll be
able
able
to
to
support
stop
X number of
being-
cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Right,
don't have the
people are
capacity
so
that China
dumb.
has. We can't go and build
Just
2 hospitals in 10 days.
Yeah, but like,
It's just not,
Prof, it's easy. It's easy for us to say, all right, because we all of us here, I would say, are quite used to gaming.
We're happy
entertaining-
doing
I
it.
mean,
entertaining ourselves in
I-
our own homes
Yeah.
and keeping ourselves entertained
I
and also
mean,
mentally healthy.
The thing is, you like. I mean, I understand if you're like fully living alone on your like seriously by yourself, I would understand. But if you literally live with like some people,
It
I
could
think
be
it would
far
be
worse if you
easily-
live with people. Far, far worse.
I mean,
The police are being overwhelmed already with so many more family violence cases and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I thought you were talking
Of
from
course.
personal experience, Ozzy.
He's like, oh,
I live
fuck it."
alone, so
Oh, you live alone? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aussie, you're a policeman,
You might
right?
have a wife.
I technically am still a policeman. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a bit of insight into the judicial system there.
I'd like to think I do. Yeah.
At what point are they going to start shooting people for being out on the streets?
Hopefully ASAP, I reckon. Get that happening.
Whoa.
Get that happening
big-
as soon as
Oh,
possible.
Prof, that's dark, mate. That's fucking
Yeah.
dark.
The big thing I
You'll
worry
You'll never
about is
catch
sort of
me answering a question like that.
We'll have it specific
Fresh
Corona
is trying to get you
jails.
kicked out.
Catch him slipping.
We want him to be a full-time streamer.
By those specific Corona jails, do you mean our own homes?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, just
Already
think-
here.
I don't know what the answer to that is because there's the obviously other important issue of like how financial systems will survive because like housing prices
Man.
are going to fucking plummet.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
realize
yeah.
that, right?
Everything's
Yeah.
just tanking,
Everything's
you know.
plummeting.
Like,
everything's tanking.
housing is in Australia, like our banks are just massively
yeah.
overburdened with
I was
housing
talking. I
properties.
was talking to a girl the other day, who was like, "Oh, like set up a shares account because when the share market crashes, it's a really good time to buy really cheap shares." And I'm like, "We're not there yet." I was like, "You need to be
Yeah.
waiting like 6 months to a year more before you see the bottom of this thing. Don't buy now."
It's going to get far worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
was gonna say, Licky, are you still working at the moment?
No, so I stopped because of the fires. I had no choice because of the fires.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
And
yeah.
then that finally passed, and then Corona's hit straight after.
Mm.
So yeah, my full year of work has been 0.
What a struggle,
Non-existent.
man. That
What do you do,
sucks.
Licky?
So I'm a cake baker. I make like wedding cakes and novelty cakes and stuff.
Ooh.
So
Yep.
because they're functions,
Yeah.
like in events and stuff like that, they're not allowed to have them anymore.
Yeah.
And like the fires either burnt their venues
Sorry.
down or it was like smoke filled, so people had to postpone. And now it's you know, they can't have big gatherings and stuff. So yeah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah,
Not doing much.
I've had friends had to cancel their weddings and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends
It's
is a
been a
wedding.
mess, though.
One of my friends is a wedding videographer, and they've had
Okay.
every wedding in the next like 8 months or 9 months has been cancelled pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a big Italian family on one side,
Ooh.
and we had this wedding that was meant to be on the 4th, so yesterday. And
Oh man.
they cancelled it and they postponed it, then they rebooked it for early January. And I was just like,
Yeah, no.
oh, I don't know what to say to you there. I might just leave that alone. You'll figure it
Yeah.
out in the end.
There were some people
Yeah.
who like realized that before all the regulations came, like quick, get married, go. Like I have friends who did that, and it worked. But yeah. Once
But yeah,
if you haven't
I-
done it now,
You know what's crazy? How quickly I forgot about the bushfires.
That's what
Yeah.
I was saying the other day. I was like,
Don't worry,
I was thinking-
everyone who needed masks didn't, because
When
used
when
a lot
Licky
of them in
mentioned it
that.
just then, when Licky just mentioned it, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
that was
That
like a whole
happened.
thing in my mind for like
yeah,
3
that's the
months, and
thing
I
with the
forgot about
news,
it
eh?
Yeah.
like
As
that.
soon as
Well,
the next thing pops up, fucking catch you later.
Yeah, it kind
to
of
be
rolled
honest-
into one for me.
Mm.
for me, I don't think it was the news because I don't watch the news anyway. But it was just the fact that this was immediately to me apparent that this is like a far bigger deal
Mm.
than the fires were, and I kind of just like erased it from my mind, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a world.
Welcome back to reality.
yeah, man, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Mm.
what does E-Girl Cat said in the chat that I
Yikes, Altari. I don't know what
yeah,
you.
what did I yikes?
Maybe it was something
What have I
about getting
done?
married.
Don't know. Yeah.
Maybe it was a big
I'm
Italian
already
family.
married.
Big Italian family. Yikes.
I think they didn't like me hitting on Fly. Maybe that was it.
Oh yeah, that's flying
Yeah,
her. Yeah, they're
Stay
together.
away, stay away.
Although they're not
Yeah.
What do
physically together at the moment because Fly's coming back to Australia because he's Australian. Feels bad.
Fresh.
How would you do that, eh?
Fresh told me the other day that he has been suckered by so many conspiracy theories.
Honestly, I'm not
yeah.
saying I say suck
Let's
it.
hear it.
There was just stuff that I believed, like, and then I read this. So, like about it originating in a lab and stuff, and
Yeah.
and that was
I'll
just
show you a really cool resource. on
that was all
topic, but
complete
continue
conspiracy.
talking.
But everyone told me, you know. Oh, not everyone told me, but oh yeah, it originated in a lab, and it was some lab thing, and I was like, oh, okay, right. China made it in a lab, you know, probably testing it or something.
But
And then,
Once again, if I have kids in your area,
Hang on,
they're not
hang on,
going to
right.
school, bro.
You want this
They're
guy
not
teaching
going
your
to
kids?
school.
But wait,
Right.
do we
The
know for
kids
sure
teach
that
me.
didn't happen? Do we know?
No,
for
yes,
sure
we
that
don't. We do know for sure.
I mean, we
do.
don't. But like,
There's
I-
no way. There's
You don't
know
no
for
way.
sure.
There's no way that you can 100%
oh, of course not. Yeah.
say that we know for sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
we can
of
look at the
course not.
3,500 genomes that we've sequenced for it.
We
For
can. You
different
can. You could
clades,
say.
yeah.
You could say 99.9. There's no fucking way that you can say 100%.
No, but Tari, how do you say it then? Like, how did it come about?
It
Just how they
this
come
is how
about.
every other plague comes
Yeah.
about. Too many people with too many random animals that they're eating raw or living near. And that's
So in
how
this
it jumps
in this
these
Are you
days.
saying it's not possible to do it intentionally?
No,
If you did it
probably is.
intentionally, it'd be very obvious.
It would be very like, yeah.
You
like,
could, if
perfect,
they
eh?
like shoved genes from some other virus
Mm.
into it,
Mm.
and then
would know,
as soon
yeah.
as one person sequences it,
Yeah.
like,
that-
you know,
that's
why is,
what this,
why is this gene from HIV in this random coronavirus?
AIDS. That's what this article was
I
saying.
can't
Was they've
understand what happened.
they found in a bat in 2013 they found the exact same genome basically or strain of the coronavirus. So it had been in animals for a while, and then it's jumped. It's made that
I
jump.
guess
Well,
what I
there's
meant is they
different-
could get that strain and then purposely, spread it from there. Not create the strain, but purposely.
I mean,
Right.
if they did, I don't know who they is, but
yeah,
it'd be a pretty bad decision all around. I don't know who
Yeah,
they
yeah.
profit from doing
No,
that.
no, 100%. But
Well,
I'm
if I
saying
were-
that there's
yeah.
no way that you can say 100%.
I mean, that's true for anything, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why that makes it.
Wait,
It doesn't
wait,
make it
just
an
must be
argument.
right.
That's what I was looking for, Altari. Thank you very much.
But
there's
there's
no
no-
way you can say 100%.
But there's no point in saying that, Woke, because why
because
would you go with that 0.001%?
Oh, no, I mean, I 100% disagree.
But don't even,
there's
like-
no way.
but why would you wanna
If this was
endorse that?
deliberate, it would have been way, way worse. you know, which is what has actually terrified me, because I'm like thinking, like, no wonder we started banning like chemical warfare and stuff like that ages ago in all these treaties and stuff like that. And because of how fucked up it can be and how it can bring the entire world to its knees. Like, this has brought the entire world to its knees. Economy, people, life as we know it has completely changed and will continue to completely change. And if this was deliberate, I can imagine it being way worse than it is now. And man, it's terrifying to me to think that there's the potential that some country could fuck us up with a disease.
They'd be fucking themselves up too, realistically.
Yeah, but what if they want that? You know,
there are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping this doesn't give people ideas. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, yeah, obviously.
As if they don't already have them.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that are like, we don't care if it fucks us up. We'll just fuck everybody.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Got its family tree, if you'd like it.
Wait, what is that?
That's the COVID family tree.
The COVID family tree.
So that's
Ancestry.com.
yeah.
So
No,
cute.
no,
Yeah, sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Sorry.
No.
So what you've got at this side of the screen where I'm sitting
This is great.
is you've got the original strain. So you've got the strain that was found in Wuhan late 2019, and over time you get different mutations, and then the different strains get spotted and identified. So this one's
I've got a question. How many science degrees do you need to understand this?
not
Seven
Seven minimum.
Oh, good Spanish.
No, we just need a higher resolution. I think it's just a grab.
Yeah,
That's
true.
definitely that'd help. I don't think
that'd
this is.
help.
I can give you the link, so I'll.
But okay, guys, I feel like look, we spend our lives every day talking and thinking about coronavirus and COVID-19, and it's definitely getting to a lot of people
Topic
in terms of
change.
mental health. This is a topic change. I think it's probably time for us to move on.
Segue.
I think it's something that we think about all the time, and it's obviously on our minds. But
Hold on, there was one more. Remember, what about the stat work? I want to ask everyone about this, right? The way that they calculate the inverted commas death rate is using the infected cases as the denominator. So total deaths divided by infected cases, right? And then as a percentage, and then and something like 4.7%. Is what it comes out to. Or do they not? That's what it seems like everywhere. So whenever they use this 4.7, they're like, "This is how we got that." Right?
It's looking overall. We're looking at about, I think, 0.89% for just the overall mortality.
Okay.
But that is under the assumption of a healthcare system that functions. If you look at Italy, then you have a situation where it just sort of.
But that's all
compounds and
using
you end up with, like,
using
7.
modeling, right?
Part of it's done with modeling. Part of it's done by estimates of, I guess, total number of cases that you would have and wouldn't have detected, and the overall mortality from that.
So that would be with a functioning healthcare system. That's a more accurate way of measuring
about
death rate.
0.9%.
Yeah.
Is that worldwide?
Yeah, that's based on data from China, much of Europe, and cases in a couple other countries that I can't off the top of my head remember.
There you go.
Okay.
That's good. I assume some like complicated stats go into that, but the ones that all of the media use are just literally this raw like total cases and total deaths. And then we were thinking, why don't they use finished cases? You know, so you've got deaths, outcome-based cases. So you got deaths.
You don't want to do that because that's always going to be a skewed data set.
But is that because people go home and they're like, well, I mean, I would probably also say that
it's more that you're looking at the advanced cases, particularly in the context of a pandemic like this.
That's going on at the moment.
The advanced cases that are on average 17 days before the initial. The current date is when you would have the initial inoculum, and if you're trying to compare an overall number from that period to today's total survived versus haven't survived.
Yeah.
Like it's not exactly the number you're wanting to get.
It's
not
definitely
really a
not.
mortality rate.
Would you say that would be more accurate than just using the overall cases that are ongoing?
I'd use the overall caseload.
Yeah. Why would that?
That's for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more that you're gonna skew that with the fact that you can't possibly detect all the cases.
But
You're not gonna have all the cases
yeah.
hospitalized and then recover.
But all of
You're
the
only
if you
catching
use
the cases in that instance.
but if you use all of the cases that are ongoing, you're assuming in there that all of them are going to survive, other than the ones that have died, right? If you use those two numbers.
Well, not really, because it's based on the hospitalized in a lot of cases when you've got the recovered patients.
Yeah,
It depends, because like in the instances of like Australia's data, like there's a whole slew of patients that are asymptomatic or mildly symptomatic who aren't necessarily caught like early on, like
Yeah.
that 17 days ago, let's say. So you've got a situation where if you've changed a process throughout that time and you've captured a certain subset of the patients, you don't want to skew your data set toward that subset of patients or toward the hospitalized severe cases.
So-
that
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise not be. Yeah.
So I understand that, but what Fresh was saying is that the media is obviously not doing this. All
They
right,
ain't
they're
good at
not.
this.
No, they're not. They're not good at it. They're not good at it. But what the media are doing, all right, is they're taking the total cases that have been identified, which usually means symptomatic cases that have like presented and been tested and come out positive. Obviously, the way they do it is skewed for cases that can't be identified because they've got no symptoms or low symptoms and they don't present. And also it's very skewed because of where the diseases has been at the moment through the third world and through China, which has not a great healthcare system.
Their healthcare system is pretty damn good, honestly. China's, like,
Yeah.
and unlike other countries, like they got
They
2
have the-
hospitals in Wuhan in 10 days, mate.
They have the ability
I mean,
to
okay,
weld
sorry.
people into
Yeah.
buildings as well if they don't want to
I
become.
Yeah,
wanna-
they really
I wanna-
force people to force
wanna-
people to stay at home.
I want to say that their healthcare system was
Yeah.
shit, but they have the money and the power to make it good in an instant.
They're like, I think you'd be very surprised at how good Chinese hospitals are. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd put them on par with American ones.
You reckon they'd have a
Man,
high
American ones? That's bad.
I mean, I'd rather be in Australia. Let's
Yeah,
leave it
yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'd
if
rather-
you look at
I'd rather-
Italy, like
I'd rather be in Cuba.
Cuba. I don't know anything about Cuba.
I mean, the Bergamo Hospital in outside of Milan is one of the most advanced hospitals in Europe, and you're still looking at a mortality there of like 7%.
Well, it's
Wait,
good
do,
to-
you want, do you want to get back on your segue?
Yeah.
Yeah, get back to the
Yeah,
segue.
let's-
Okay. Yeah. No,
so it's I could explain all of this in a bit more detail, but it'll take
Yeah,
a
that,
long
I
time.
like getting that close to 1%
Sorry.
was what the what you were saying, the projection.
But let's look, we talk about this every day and we think about it every day, and to be honest, for a lot of people it's getting a lot. So let's move on to a nice funny story that I noticed the other day. I want to just ask you, do any of you guys have personalized number plates?
Oh, don't even.
That's a no. Anyone else?
Wait,
No.
what? Wait,
Why
what?
do you ask?
The people who do didn't speak up.
What was that?
Okay. All right.
Did you speak up, Prof?
Yeah, QB has daddy on his number plate.
I don't even have a car.
You still have the personalized plates of when
He's
you
got
get a
him
car, though.
on his
He
wall.
puts one on
They're
his
on the
front,
wall
and one on
behind
his
you.
back, and he
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
around.
One on his butt, one on his
So,
forehead.
Prof, do you have the personalized number plate?
No, definitely
No.
not.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I do not. So I saw a number plate the other day, personalized, and it said FAM 445. And I was like, why would you want a number plate that you love your fam's ass? You know, like it's like an incest number plate.
Fam ass. Do you reckon that would?
Could be
FAM.
Yeah.
Was there a space in
FAM
between?
445. There was no
ass.
number plate in
They're
between.
trying to say famous, right?
Famous, yeah.
Yeah, it's fame.
Yeah.
famous.
Because two
Because it would
A's.
be
Oh.
two fives.
They're
Yeah,
trying to
ass
say
would be two
famous.
fives.
I was,
to be
like-
two
I was
fives.
out here going like,
Woke just goes to the freaky.
Works
That's still like-
incest.
I'm still on Woke's side with this. It's still,
You're still risking that confusion. though.
Yeah, it's true. You're still
Okay.
risking it.
yes, you're right. Actually, now that I look at it,
I think Woke's pointed out exactly what will happen if you put that on your number plate.
still ridiculous.
famous.
Well,
Yeah.
I see it now. But
you know
also,
what?
who the
Ass.
fuck wants famous on their number plate?
Well,
We've
they
had
had
it
a
on
famous.
It's been-
Nobody who's actually famous.
I reckon
Yeah, that's
every
true.
Look, this is the real topic that I want to talk about: is
Good point.
incest. Is it allowed?
Oh, no.
Yes. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
Oh,
Name
God.
Oh wait.
Sorry,
Oh,
just
whoa.
joking.
I nearly left.
I feel like we've had a lot of these podcasts, and in every single one, incest has come up. And
No, we bring it
why-
up. We
why
bring it up
skip it?
after. We
And it's
bring it
always-
up after.
Bring it up
Always
after, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to
but-
bring it up during. I mean,
This-
Well, Woke's decided to bring it up now.
Look, I mean, we talked. Didn't we talk about this last week? It was like
That's
last
what
time we
we're
did this
saying.
podcast.
it was at
we,
the
we
end,
were
I
saying,
think.
we were saying, how many cousins deep is it allowed? Yeah, you're allowed to go.
That was after the podcast.
How deep are you
And,
allowed in your
you
cousin?
know,
What?
Look,
Oh,
for
God,
everybody
help.
in the chat, for everybody in the chat, I sent out a few questions before this podcast and got a few answers back. And Ozzy said first cousins is fine.
What?
I did.
No, I
I've been hacked.
He's like, fuck, I've been
I
exposed.
don't remember seeing the question.
Is first cousins legal, Ozzy? I don't think first cousin is first
I
cousins
don't think
legal.
it is, no.
Why ask
I mean,
me?
I
Why
do-
are we asking
I
Are
do-
you a policeman?
No, no,
I
no.
don't
You're
think
married,
it comes
fresh. Aren't you married?
legality doesn't come into it. It's socially acceptance comes into it.
Oh,
Fresh, are you
good.
married?
Oh, good point. I am married. I am married. She's
He
not my
forgets
You
cousin.
do not
don't
have to
worry.
sign a
He
document
forgets he's married.
to declare that that was not the case.
No, but
in
it just the
Australia.
document says that you're not related, right? I don't remember
So
it.
which cousin is your wife?
All of them. But what it doesn't say to what degree.
My wife just came and gone, what?
That's great.
It's Woke's fault. Blame Woke.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
sorry.
But that's
sorry,
a good point, Ozzy, to what it's the social acceptableness
Mm.
of it.
And you know what? Homosexuals are socially acceptable, so why not incest?
What?
Oh, God.
That is not
That
a
is-
good thing.
That's
That's
a
not
very
fair.
different thing.
Yo,
Why
Woke just
not?
got banned on
What was that
Twitch. GG.
statement?
Catch you
You
later,
have
Woke.
to-
Have a good one, bro.
No.
You have to
No.
say why
Woke
incest
wants
is wrong
pedophiles
though.
accepted as well.
Because
now.
obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just not comparable.
Okay.
Fresh,
good.
do you have to
Good to
be
know.
a current streamer on Twitch to be on this podcast? Because his channel just got taken down.
it's fine. We're good. That's great. We're fine. We're chilling.
I'm
sorry,
really good.
back
I
onto-
didn't post this anywhere that Twitch staff are.
Yeah, just remove all links
Hey
to my
guys,
channel,
sorry.
please.
All right. Okay. Back to the actual topic, which is personalized number plates.
Okay, can I add
have
something in
not
here?
seen one personalized number plate in the last 10 years that I've been like, that was a good decision.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
But also,
Thank
I
you.
hate the ones that have
They made
The
my
car
job
that
easier, though.
on the car. Yeah, of course it would. Yeah, but like
You
if
know
you've
which
got a
ones are
HSV,
fuckheads.
your number plates are HSV. Like I fucking know what it is.
Yeah.
So pointless.
I hate that.
Damn ass.
All right. I'm just going to quickly go grab another beer.
on.
He's gonna go and clear his mind.
I'm going to go
His
delete my
browser.
browser history.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Man.
shit.
Has anyone else got any good stories happening this week? Has anything interesting happened? It's hard with, we gotta stay at home all the time.
Stuck at home.
Stuck at home.
Yeah.
Mine
Woken
are
up.
all a bit boring, I think.
Mm.
My
What was the
dad cut a
question?
tree down. Is that exciting?
You cut a tree down.
My dad did.
Oh, your
but I woke up to the
dad.
chain- I woke up to the chainsaw going off. So
You watched
that's
him cut a tree
exciting.
down.
And you were like, it's too
Oh.
early. It's 2
Yeah, I
p.m.
was like, come on, Dad. It's fucking 2 p.m. Cunt. What are you doing?
Do this at
Fuck.
12 a.m., mate. Please, when
Right.
I'm very awake. That's great. I actually, I mean, I don't stream as late as anywhere near as late as you, but I stream till
Oh,
like
shit.
12ish, and then I'm always like doing stuff after then. So I'll be like vacuuming, and it's like 1 a.m. My wife's like, "Stop it! The neighbors will be." Or she's also waking up, and she's like, "The neighbors will wake up."
Yeah, you're waking her up. She's trying to wake us up.
Yeah, I did actually.
But I just want to
pretty...
point out,
Go on.
my wife's just messaged. Apparently, with Australian laws, Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen could get married.
Oh, so cousin? Wait, what? Auntie and is that your? Is it your
Oh,
auntie?
cool. That's concerning.
Wow.
Hmm.
I'm also more concerned why my wife knows that.
Yeah, that is concerning.
So does that make it
She's
socially
worked in
acceptable
policy
if
and a bunch
it's
of other
if
stuff.
it's legal?
I don't.
Ew,
That's
Woke,
weird.
Stop it.
What did he do?
So cringy. He's unbuttoning his shirt. He's going for a quick bat.
He's gonna go find his
As long as
auntie.
it's not a Corona bat.
Hey.
Quick.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, sorry. Man, she got straight on Google. She was interested.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was like,
Checking out the
fuck, I
incest
could have
apps.
married that cousin.
Fresh, we
Probably
nearly got
something.
out of this topic. Come on.
Yeah, we've already
Oh,
finished
it's
this one.
Altari, you brought us back
Oh,
in.
Can I just quickly apologise
Altari's
because
wife.
I've seen a few names. All the people from my chat, I'm really sorry.
This is not what they were expecting.
I don't think it was.
I don't think mine were either. I'm pretty PG on my channel though.
The quality.
Mine
band.
would definitely. They're used to it. We're talking about instance.
I don't even drink alcohol on my channel.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't even talk on my channel.
Stream when you're.
You don't even stream on your
stream
channel.
on your channel. It's true.
Thanks,
It's true.
guys. Cheers.
How many months have you been off now, Waze? At least 2, 3.
3.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's you can't
Definitely
even call
since
yourself
before I
streaming.
knew you guys because I haven't
Yeah.
seen a stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Tomorrow or Tuesday.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I'll probably be sleeping. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
probably. That's all right. That's all
Go
right.
much longer without streaming. I'll call you Eddie Vasilini.
Oh, but Eddie came back this week.
Eddie came back.
Eddie
yeah,
came
he was
back.
streaming the other day.
Eddie
Man, I love
came
him.
back. Oh, sorry.
He's honestly, he's just such
Wait.
a nice.
Yeah, he's good
Wait,
too.
I know that name. What's that name from?
He's one
Eddie
of my mods.
Vasilini. He.
Eddie
Oh, you know why you know him?
Vasilini.
Because QB
Because he
told him
nearly
to
got
raid
banned
you.
from my
I think.
chat the other day.
He got banned.
Nearly. I'm this close to banning him.
Eddie,
Whoever
what
it
do you
is.
What do you do?
What's his?
Nah,
Hangs
surely.
shit. Like
No,
the most
you're
negative
surely
person I've
mistaken.
ever seen in my chat.
No, you're
No,
mistaken.
it's
You're
gotta be
mistaken. No
mistaken. He's
That's
so
a
It
good
good.
can't be him. It
You are
can't be him.
100% mistaken.
Okay.
can't be
Okay.
him.
I don't know. I don't know that.
Because he's like the nicest guy in the world.
He
Like,
is
there's no
honestly-
Okay.
100% mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that then because
QB's ready to
Without a
fight.
doubt.
Without a
Without a doubt.
doubt. Yeah, yeah.
It'd be funny
It
if
was
it was though.
Eddie something, Eddie V something it was, and oh my god.
Eddie's like alternate like personality. He just got and
Kals
trolled
will
the
know.
people.
I think Kals was there.
That was Eddie v Salami, I think. I
Eddie's
saw him.
fam.
Kelsey
Oh, yeah,
knows
Kel
Eddie
said it's not
Vasilini.
Eddie. Says it's not Eddie.
Okay, good.
Because didn't Eddie raid you?
I don't know.
Ozzy?
I just read Eddie. I don't read the whole name. Come on, like how many Eddies are there?
Did Eddie raid you, Ozzy? Was that how you know his name?
Nah.
No.
No, he
Okay.
came through with my raid and Randall's.
Oh, it came through with your raid. Yeah. Because I saw him in.
actually-
Because I was in the chat and he was in your chat. So
Yeah, I think
Different
Randall
name.
raided the other night.
Randall
right.
raided. That's it.
Nice.
For
I
me,
swear-
the
I
Eddie
swear
I'm
on that.
talking about was just a random person in my
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
right.
know where they came from.
Yeah, Ozzy just throwing shade at poor Eddie over here.
Yeah, jeez, poor Eddie.
Hey.
Never heard a fly.
It's true.
I got banned from a stream.
Oh,
The
he
other
did.
day.
He did for posting really super naughty things. It was last night.
Good.
It was last night. I was
Bloke,
in
bloke, bloke. Are you dong awareness?
Dong awareness. I've seen that a few times.
Are you aware of your dom?
I'm always Mr. Work TV, but yeah, we'd been looking up simp because does anyone here know Porkins? Everyone here know Porkins?
Yeah,
I do not.
I know.
You know,
He's one of my mods and one of our IRL friends.
So
Okay.
he.
Hawkins is how I met you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Ozzy
yeah,
knows
of course.
Porkins,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, knows him very well. He was like, "What's a simp?"
He didn't know.
And, you know,
He's a bit older. Porkins,
He's an old.
you know,
He's an older man.
He's a geezer.
He's a bit of a geezer.
I don't
And,
know what it is.
Oh no, Ozzy! Oh no!
a bit of a geezer.
I have a thing in my stream where the word chat just flies
Yeah.
over my head.
I've seen it. I've seen it. It's
That's
great.
I haven't got a clue. No idea. Everyone, it always happens.
Well,
No,
I
it
mean, we
happens to
looked
me
it up,
sometimes.
so we can tell you the exact definition.
We looked it up, and Porkin he spent about half an hour looking up the word simp.
Just a picture of me.
And
Amazing.
one of them was wait, what was the S word again? It was an acronym.
squirrels.
So it was like squirrels in my pants
Hmm.
was the definition.
Which is not at
in
all what
Urban
simp means.
Dictionary.
That was
Which is
Wow,
not.
that does sound like UQB.
Okay, I'm so
Oh my god, how did you know?
It also sounds like Bob Ross, but
I'm so confused.
so anyway, we then tuned into a stream called Squirrel.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys know him, but and he's a bit of an older dude. He's probably like 40, 43.
careful.
That was
Oh.
an interesting guess. 43.
Calling 40 old.
Um,
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm not far off.
Really?
Oh.
Wait, how old are you?
Well, I'm closer to 40 than 30. So.
Oh, he doesn't want to tell.
Oh no, everyone knows.
39, does
Wait, Altari, are you older or younger than that?
I'm 33.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're
33.
right.
Oh my god.
He's fine.
Don't I look glorious?
I'm
Yeah.
36 this year.
Hey, okay.
Six.
Oh,
I
only
mean,
just got
that's
to the
nowhere
40.
near it.
Yeah.
It's not a down, mate.
That's
All
not
right.
even 4 years away from it.
Yeah, that's ages. Mate, anyway, so whatever. He's a bit of an older gentleman, this squirrel streamer. And Porkins was like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write in his chat, squirrels in my pants. Squirrel in my pants, simp equals simp. And Porkins was like, I wouldn't do that. He's not a nonsense streamer, Matt. And I was like, what do you mean he's not a nonsense streamer? Get the fuck out of here. And hopped in his chat and I wrote it. And instantly, like within a second, one of his mods was like, keep it clean, Mr. Woke TV. Keep it clean. And I was like, keep it clean? I didn't even say anything bad. What is going on? Get off my dick. And I was like, I'm going to post it again. And
to be fair, you would have got the same response in my chat.
I would have said, what the fuck are you talking
Squirrels
about?
in my pants.
Porkins was like, don't do it. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And so I did it again. Or like a little variation of it. And I got banned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Squirrels in my pants.
That's some
So
dude
what was the
coming-
name of the mod? Did you change it to mod in my pants?
No, I don't pay attention. I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges. So, yeah.
I thought that was
So
ridiculous.
banned you for that?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. Honestly, I was like, "There's no way I'll get."
Now you
banned.
can never sub to them.
Oh,
That
yeah.
mod,
Yeah, damn.
Wait,
that mod, yeah, that mod just lost that income stream.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my opinion on that is that's not bad enough to get banned. But if you were told not to and you did it again, I would ban you for it as well. Not
Yeah.
you personally, but
Yeah, but the thing is that he didn't really tell me. He just said keep it clean.
We
He
have
didn't
none of
say-
that nonsense
he
in
didn't say,
here.
He didn't say, hey, if you do this again.
no. But he said keep it clean, which means if whether it was or wasn't, he assumed it was bad or dirty.
He
And you
already thought
posting
you
it
were
again
pushing the
wasn't
limits.
keeping it clean for
Mm.
him on his point of view, and he's the streamer or the mod either way.
Why
Yeah,
can't you trying
yeah.
to be a rebel?
I would have done the same thing.
And
Proud
I think
rebellious.
if you,
I am a rebel. Not
No.
trying, mate. Not trying.
No.
Mate,
Look
I'm
at it. You can't brand yourself a rebel.
No.
Other people have to brand you the rebel. You can't just claim it yourself.
it's
It's
true.
self-proclaimed.
Okay, guys,
self-proclaimed
the
rebel.
these squirrels in my pants is from Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Phineas and
There you
Ferb.
go.
They go,
See,
I felt smarter
"Thank you to
before I
Trish
knew.
and, Ryan."
But yeah, that it is. It's crazy how when you get banned, what is it? You concludes like a shadow ban or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a shadow ban now. Yeah.
What do you
That's
mean by a
great.
shadow ban?
It means
Oh, you
you're
mean the
banned
IP based
forever.
thing?
Yeah.
So
So
you
if you're on your computer and you go and make
Even on your
another
alt
account
account?
instantly,
You can
That's been the case for a long
Oh.
time.
it will
No, it
ban it.
hasn't been. No, it hasn't.
That definitely
Trust me,
has
it
been.
has not. No way.
I
No
only got
way.
the email like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
But,
it
I
hasn't
mean,
been
I've
very
had people only a
long.
little while ago just making many accounts
Yeah,
and keep
exactly.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
maybe
now
That's
they
they,
can't-
definitely.
maybe they
If
have
they
an
get
IP
banned-
address. Or maybe they have
A
like a
VPN, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
If you
ways
use a
around
VPN,
it,
there's ways
as
around
there
it.
is
Yeah.
everything, but at
Yeah.
least it slows them down a bit more.
Even the
Yeah,
computer
yeah.
noob knows that.
Yeah.
You could just set your chat to verified email only. That'd probably help.
Yeah, I turned mine off since they added that on.
Yeah,
And it's going decent so far.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
I
I
did
know
have
that
a
the
guy-
new thing they tweeted about the blocking, removing someone from your followers list. That has been the case for months,
Yeah, it has been
Mm.
for a bit, Yeah.
but they only announced it
They just want
4
to
5
announce
days
it.
ago.
Maybe
so-
they were working on it for a while or
Yeah,
something,
I'm
trying
not
to
sure.
fix shit. Yeah, I
That
had a
was
dude
my-
in my chat just he came in and he's like, "Have you ever eaten any kind of poop?" And he just
That
kept
guy.
talking about shit for an hour.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah,
He's
we all
like,
eat
cat
shit.
poop and
I
dog
like
poop
poop.
taste the same. And
you
like,
guys
Wait,
not?
what?
Wait, sorry, you guys have never eaten poop.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I wasn't gonna say that on stream though.
yeah,
You know?
I
Tell me
ate some
something, man.
on a Pokemon card one time.
it's
Oh,
true. I remember that on stream.
Dipped it in.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, YOLO.
It was
Why?
very strange.
Don't tell me not to do something. How about
He's a
that?
rebel. Look at him.
Why?
He's such a rebel. He eats poo all day.
Woke, you won't chug the rest of your beer through your ass right now, you pussy.
Oh, God.
Whoa. TOS.
Read the thing I did write in the group chat. I think you should-
I didn't see it.
Holy.
Yeah,
Prof, in your
anyway,
chat the
sorry.
other day, there was the weirdest person I think I've ever seen. That dude who was in there, and he was just, I can't remember who it was. I think it could have been Keely. Was like, you have been here for an hour, and not one thing you have said has made sense. And it wasn't like he was like, I don't know, he wasn't being like malicious or like trolling. He was just
saying the most
messed.
random dumb shit,
It
right?
You can
was
have
so
bots that do
weird.
that. Like there's bots that just.
There's so
randomly
many of
say
them,
shit.
Maybe.
right?
Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe it was a bot.
What was the account name? I can tell you if it's on a list.
I don't know. No, I don't
Who
think it
knows?
was a bot. I think they've come back multiple times.
Because they were talking to people in there, and it was just like
No,
random
they
stuff.
replied. They just said like,
Just the weirdest stuff. And then I asked, I was like, is English not your... Like, I thought maybe they were just putting everything into Google
Yeah.
Translate or something.
yeah.
But no, it was just like, whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
We lose
Who
something?
knows?
oh, he's
Oh.
back.
We
I
lost
lost,
Licky.
Oh
Licky.
no, no.
Oh.
Licky.
You blew everything.
Where
Cutie,
are you?
are
I don't
you
know if
okay,
this will
bro?
work. Let's see if this
the
works.
cat, the
There
cat
we
broke
go.
everything.
Let's try this for now. Whoa.
Oh,
What have you done,
beautiful.
Cat?
Why is my face like that? My face like
What
this.
the?
Why are you
Can I pat
sliced
the-
in
can I
half?
pat the cat? Can you put the cat at the corner of your camera for a
Oh,
second?
it's like
Just wanna.
This one's the pet it.
No,
Oh.
look.
I'm
that
Let's
is
put
some
my
gang
face over
shit
there.
right there.
I'm pretty disappointed about the fact that PAX may not be happening because I would love to.
It
hang out
won't
with
be
you
happening.
guys. I would love to hang out with you all in real life.
Well, this is what I
Hang
already
on, which
said.
packs?
And if you guys are interested, we'll just do something anyway, like when it's possible.
When it's possible.
If
Yeah,
you
I'm
down?
down for that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it
sure.
anyway. So
Yeah. Sorry, Ozzy, what did you say?
which packs?
Melbourne.
one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know if you guys have one.
The only PAX to go to.
I was, yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, come over. But I didn't know if you have one in Perth or not. I don't know.
Like, I actually don't know. Do we?
We have like
I don't
little
think
Perth
so.
Twitch meetups and things, but
Yeah.
it's, that got
yeah,
cancelled.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's.
Yeah. Were you going to that? Wait, sorry, are you Perth based?
I am Perth, yeah.
Oh my lord, I didn't know.
We just lost someone. Oh no, he's just
That's
got-
all right. I did this.
No,
I
he's
just
got
made it
rid of
look a
his
bit
stress
better.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep talking. I'll try and fix it.
Yeah, sorry. I can't remember what we're talking about, Matt. Altari, you're from Perth as well.
I'm Prof Dog now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you're
refer to him
actually
as
Miss Extra. Let's go.
Wait.
Oh, hello.
Well,
That's
hello. Whoa.
Yeah, I am in Perth. Yeah.
My Miss Extra.
What a coincidence. She's also into incest.
Oh, what?
She actually is. Have you seen her
Yeah,
Twitter?
her Twitter
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
It's
like,
a meme,
full of-
but
Yeah, I know it's a meme.
God damn,
Obviously,
she's a
it's
funny
Man,
one.
you guys didn't know it was a meme. You thought she actually was into incest.
No, of course not.
Like, I'm telling you.
Tell her.
we met her at the aquarium
Tell
event
away.
for Fortnite at PAX,
Oh, cool.
and she was like really drunk. And it was very entertaining. But she
Yeah.
said after PAX, I popped into a stream. She's like, I didn't think you'd ever talk to me again.
Oh, wow.
It's like, oh no. It's like, no, my
She's
wife
funny ass.
definitely found you entertaining.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's back.
She's back.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, it just done it
welcome back.
itself. Hello.
Oh, did
Hey,
you just
what
get
happened?
DC, did you?
I don't know. It just booted me out and restarted.
Whoa.
Damn.
Well,
She was
we're
sick of
back.
the incest talk, I reckon.
Yeah,
Fresh.
yeah.
So, do you need to change
Sorry.
it back now?
Yeah, no, it's back. It should be back, hopefully.
Back in action, looking good.
Yeah, Mr. Woke TV, that's me.
Sorry, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. It just booted me out and then
That's
just
all good.
reconnected me instantly.
We missed you instantly. We were like, there's too
Yeah.
many
He was
dicks.
so full of us.
I was about to leave.
Get away.
I'm being
Stop
nice.
trying to be nice to me. Yeah, it's fake. It's fake nice. I'm onto
Yeah.
you.
You've passed the point now where you can't be nice because then it's fake nice. So
Exactly.
Wow.
no
Wow.
redemption
Thank
for
you,
woke.
chat.
He's done.
No redemption. No, no
do, you
road
want, do you want to know another story about woke? I was going to tell
Yes,
Prof this on
please.
stream.
Tell me. I need
wait,
to
what?
know.
He tried to
Which
steal
story?
my wife one time. He
I'm
did.
listening.
Was he
Oh.
successful
Absolutely
or did you
legit.
just not find out about it?
Yeah, that's
And,
why he forgot about his wife
and-
because she's
yeah.
been stolen.
And she is his cousin, so it makes sense, you know, that he. No, she's not actually. That'd be weird.
She's not. Cousin. And I did not try to steal her. This is all fabricated.
Okay, all right. We'll let the people decide. Me and Woke. This is the
Okay,
first
headrest
time.
killer.
Yeah, well, we got the headrest killing of Woke too. We can talk about that another time. But this was so me and Woke went to school together like a really long time ago. Obviously, we're getting old now. But
2006.
07 was our leaving year. Oh yeah, I think when we were in school
05.
together, 06, 05. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
the first time we saw each other again was probably like 5 years, 6 years after school, maybe longer.
Mhm.
I don't know about then. And we're at this like sporting event, and for this event, like you all go somewhere down south basically, and you got your group, and you are you have to like sleep in this room, like, well, there's just like it's a gym, I guess. It's like a gym, and you put like your mattress down the floor and whatever. So my wife and her sister are like setting up their mattress, and it was an alright move, to be fair. And Woke comes along and he's like, oh, are you guys setting up here? Like, you're setting up your beds here? And they're like, oh yeah. And he's like, and his bed was like right there, and he's like, oh, do you want me to move over a bit? And they're like, oh, if you could, that would be really nice, thank you. So he gets his mattress, puts it on top of theirs, and like lies down like right on their mattress, and he's like, oh, there we go, I'll move my mattress for you onto theirs. I was just standing there like, who is this guy?
Smooth. How did
To
that
be
not
fair,
work?
I want to put it out there that I
That's
did
smart.
not.
That's
I did
big
not.
brain.
It was a
I
good
didn't
pickup.
know.
You know?
I didn't
Good
know
try.
that it was Fresh's.
Oh, that's what he
Yeah.
says. That's what he says.
I didn't know it was Fresh's.
He was looking at me like a little bit shifty-eyed the whole time. I
And-
saw
You
Oh,
did
and
know
all
it was his wife. That's what made it more fun.
it.
And also, I want to put it out there that it wasn't a move. I'm just a funny guy.
Yeah.
I love a good shenanigan.
And
alright?
What a
if being
shenanigan.
funny works out with you stealing your friend's wife, then fuck it.
And it just works
Look.
out that way.
What happens happens.
What, what happens.
Wow.
But Fresh to this day says whenever he mentions this story, it's Matt tried to steal my wife one time.
I'm just be AFK 1 second, guys.
All good, all
That's
good.
good. Tried to steal my wife.
Yeah, no, this is true. All
So
true.
rude.
We'll be right
That's
back.
funny.
That's quality.
That is. Oh, he flipped it back.
Yeah, he did. It's no longer mirrored.
He fixed it.
Someone wants to talk about the TV show Unorthodox on Netflix.
Never heard of it.
Ooh,
What is
yeah,
this?
I started watching it today. It was me.
Yeah, right.
So
I was the person
basically,
who mentioned it.
yeah, me. It was it's a TV show. It's called Unorthodox. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix. It's about this Orthodox Jew who lives in like one of the quite very Orthodox Jewish communities in America. And
Sorry.
she's
Why are you
like,
laughing about that, Licky?
No, I read Fly's comment. It was just bad timing.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Mr. Mr.
Sorry.
Steal your girl.
No, I'll tell
Watch
you
out,
leaving
Kat.
to hide his wife.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
That's
From
good.
work.
It was really bad timing.
That is fucking good.
I think it was
Guys,
good timing.
please stop. I'm not like that.
Sorry.
Haha, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Keep going, Woke. What was the story?
I can't remember. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Orthodox.
Netflix,
Yeah,
Unorthodox.
Yeah, so it's about it's an Orthodox Jewish community in America, in New York, and it's about this girl who like escapes. She runs away because it's like really intense religion.
A cult.
Yeah,
Mm.
basically, like you know what's weird is whenever I find out about some of these like really super religious communities, and it's like if you're part of that religion, it's not that bad because you're part of the religion on certain days. You go there, but then you remove yourself from the community. But there's like whole suburbs around the world where it's like just that community. And when you're in that and living in that, it's like super, super oppressive, and it just like smothers you and you're like trapped in that community. Anyway, it's a story about this girl that escapes and runs away, and it's her breaking free from all of that. And man, some of the stuff, great show. It's really well made, really well acted. I definitely recommend it. Pretty serious, so you don't want to watch it if you're in for a lighthearted time, but definitely recommend to watch.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I had to say.
Interesting.
Definitely
what you've
recommend to
been,
watch.
Been binging it a bit.
Yeah, no,
How
100%.
many,
It's-
like, is there only one season so far or what?
yeah. So it's a mini series. So it's a 4-episode mini series, 50 minutes long.
That's
Each
actually easier to commit to.
Yeah, than like a 20-episode season
Yeah.
with like potentially following seasons.
Mm.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't remember the last time I watched anything.
What?
No time.
Oh.
No time. Too busy streaming?
I work 8 hours a day on my YouTube channel and 8 hours a day streaming, and
8
that's
hours on YouTube, like editing.
Wow.
making, recording videos, editing, all just
Wow.
anything that's required for the channel. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Try and fit in some sleep and eat some food, and that's it.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Eating food.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Food's important.
Macca's.
Plenty of Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Jordan's
Once you
punching
wa-
the air right now.
I'm probably going to get some on this stream, actually. On this,
Oh, he's looking at his
Oh,
son.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
about that time. It's about that time.
I'll need something between this and between now and when I stream after this. So
yeah.
What's your favorite on Uber Eats? What's your go-to?
well, at this time I've got one choice, so it's pretty easy. Macca's. Yeah.
Macca's. Hello.
Yeah.
Prof's so sad.
What's your everyone should, what's your go-to Macca's meal, Aussie?
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, again, I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but McDonald's here, once it hits midnight, you've only got the overnight menu. So pretty much Big Macs and cheeseburgers, and that's about
Here
it.
we have everything.
Yeah, we have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24
Really?
hour.
Yeah,
Yep.
even pancakes
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
24-hour menu.
We have breakfast all the time. And, everything all the
We
time.
have breakfast all the time, but a
Mm.
cup. Oh, do you guys have
Oh.
like a gourmet range there as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't
Like
have
cafe.
that from as soon as it's from 10:30 at night till fucking.
Maybe that's what it is, because
A
I normally
certain
get that
amount.
range.
Yeah.
And I
So
can't
that's
get
the same
that
for me. You
overnight.
can't get the gourmet shit overnight once it's
Yeah,
past like
yeah,
10:30.
that
but
might
you
be
can
what
get
it is.
everything else.
Everything else, yeah.
Macca's.
Yeah,
What's Prof?
Alright.
What's your go-to?
depends what the time is.
All right.
Oh.
Midnight.
Midnight, I'll probably get a McChicken combo with a double cheeseburger.
I sort of only ever seen you get
Ooh.
McChickens. McChicken's like your
Alright.
go-to, surely.
Six
But
a.m.
the chicken bacon deluxe is like a gourmet range one. It's fucking
okay.
amazing.
Okay,
That's
go.
my go-to.
It's
That's
so
my
good.
go-to.
eh?
Nice,
Fuck,
nice.
Yeah.
it's seriously so nice.
I
Never
got
had it.
Yeah.
I went the other night and I got a triple cheeseburger with.
Triple cheeseburgers are fucking good.
They're
Mm.
good, but I got it with the normal patty, the triple cheeseburger patties, and
Did you get the quarter pounder ones?
All right.
no, the grass fed.
All right.
I
Biggest
don't know
ever
about that.
McDonald's
McDonald's
orders.
is
It
very
might be an
different
Aussie.
to-
It's an Aussie thing.
It's
Biggest
very
ever.
different to the US McDonald's though. Like it's
Oh yeah, no, 100%, and it's very different
Oh.
to New Zealand as well. Yeah. Yeah.
What's
Biggest
the
ever
biggest
what?
ever
Grass fed beef.
McDonald's order? Like how much?
It's good.
Oh,
That you've
how much?
ordered. I don't
That you've
order that
ordered.
crazy.
I was with a group of friends once. We'd been drinking, and one of my mates was like, "You won't order one of everything."
oh.
And
Did
were
you do
like,
it?
Don't
I
tell me
was
what
like-
not to do.
Pretty much woke. I was like, "Okay, let's see." And I actually
Yeah.
ordered one of everything and
Did you
sat
eat
down, and people even were filming me trying to eat it all. I
I
ended
had
up
a-
I ate 13 burgers,
Oh my goodness.
and I had to drink about 4 large
Damn.
Cokes to get it all down.
Wow.
Oh,
And I ate it all. I was
Surely
like,
you
I'm
threw it
I'm
all
not
up
leaving-
like half an hour after.
That's ridiculous.
No, I don't
he
throw
was just
up. I never throw
constipated
up.
for like
you never
10
throw
days.
up. Well, constipated for 10 days.
No, I actually felt fine.
I was-
I felt great. That was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
back in the good old days when I was like 22, I think, or maybe 23. One of my mates gone around to play COD, Modern Warfare 2,
Ew.
and one of my mates was like, "You wouldn't buy 50 cheeseburgers right now on the way here," and I was
Wow.
like, "Don't tell
Why
me what
would
not
you?
to do."
Hey.
So I bought 50 cheeseburgers. It cost me like $70 or something like that. And yeah, got there and
50
we
is a
proceeded,
lot.
3 of us
Mm.
proceeded to eat 70 cheeseburgers.
Oh, you know what?
50 cheeseburgers.
I actually bought 30 cheeseburgers in Perth.
What?
Wait, when were
I
you
was,
in
I
Perth?
was in Perth for a footy trip, and we're all at the
Nice.
pub drinking. Everyone's hungry. McDonald's is next door. I'm like, I'll sort you out. 30 cheeseburgers over at Macca's. I walk in the pub and I was throwing cheeseburgers at people.
That's
Shit.
great.
You're definitely coming when we hang out.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Throw cheeseburgers.
I'll have 5. Thanks.
Footy trip is a whole different story.
Yeah. What was that? So your club came over to Perth to play footy?
No, we came over to drink. It was end of season trip. End of season trip. You all just go on a trip together,
Yeah, right.
and it's just basically drink all day. For I think we were there 4 or 5 days, and I didn't see any of Perth except the inside of the pub.
Was that a while ago?
And
That's all you
McDonald's.
need to see at Perth, to be honest.
That one was about 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Ozzy, you've got like a crazy I don't know if you even want to talk about it, but like a crazy medical thing going on right now, right?
Oh, not well. Yeah, I guess right now is accurate.
Yeah.
I
That's like-
a couple of years ago, I
bones.
got diagnosed with a bone condition. My bones are really weak. That's why I had to stop working and stop playing footy and all of that. And
Oh, right.
yeah, I
But
broke
like-
26 bones in a year.
Oh,
Not
yikes.
bad.
And the
Mm.
crazy
False
story
position.
was the sneezing. Sneezing.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So that was about my 3rd or 4th break. I sneezed at, can't even remember what time of day or anything. So I sneezed anyway, and when I sneezed, 2 of my ribs
Rib on the
broke,
back?
and one of them went through my.
Oh, through the
fuck?
lung.
Oh,
Mm.
shit.
That's
From a
heard it's
sneeze.
a-
Right.
Yeah, easily the most
Fresh
painful
cross.
break I've had. Easily.
Oh, really? The through the lung was the most painful.
Yeah, because I couldn't breathe. I thought,
Yeah.
what's going on? I couldn't call. I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
So I had to. I drove myself to the hospital with a.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
I didn't know what the whole time. I didn't know if I was going to pass out because I couldn't get any air in.
Oh
Wow.
man,
Yeah.
that's
That,
hectic.
dude, that's rough.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's your disease called? Or like
Osteopenia.
Yeah, I feel like
Sorry?
I've heard
Yeah,
of
it's a
that.
bone
Osteopenia.
density condition. Osteopenia.
Yeah, so
Wow.
not enough osteos is the best way
Not
to
enough
describe that.
osteos.
And
Not
so
a- not
you
enough
said it's like
osteoblasts, but,
still
yeah.
currently going, like it's still a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
can it
Yeah,
get
you don't.
better?
I don't. It's not ever not going to be.
Do you have you
Yeah.
have you like accidentally around the home, while you're streaming, you like grab your mouse too forcefully and break a bone in your finger or something?
Not for a little while. I mean, I broke my back a few times doing
Oh.
almost nothing.
Wow.
Dude,
And didn't someone like at work like come in and
the
like say
my
hi?
very last day at work, because originally they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll just desk job until this thing's sorted out." We didn't exactly know what it was or how it was going to be dealt with. And a guy who hadn't seen me for a while came up behind me. He goes, "Hey mate, how are you?" and slapped me on the back. Fractured 2 vertebrae and broke my like shoulder blade and a couple
It's
other bones.
actually
Is
crazy.
this, are you sure this
couple of
isn't
ribs.
full-blown osteoporosis? Because that's quite
Yeah.
significant.
intense, dude.
Hopefully not. But yeah, osteopenia
I mean,
is the last diagnosis.
Because osteopenia is just sort of like low bone
It's-
density and sort of like progressing to osteoporosis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That
I mean
sounds
that's what
like-
it progresses to.
It
But
sounds yeah.
Pretty
That's
advanced.
fucking ridiculous.
Jeez.
Sounds
So
pretty
now
excessive.
I need to add bone density to my privileges. Fuck.
Yeah, right?
yeah. I
That's
mean,
crazy, dude.
the way I found out, well, not the first bone I broke though. I was like, wake surfing, and so behind a boat, where you let go of the rope and you're like on a surfboard behind the boat.
Yep.
And my mates are trying to throw beers at me so I can have a beer while I'm wake surfing, and I
love it.
one of the beers went a bit far, and I'm like sort of dived off the wake to grab the beer and slammed into a boat coming the other way. The boat
wow.
took me out. Yeah, broke some ribs doing that. I was like, oh yeah,
And you're not like
of course that's going to happen.
because you're not got no other like health issues like conditions in your background, like no.
Nah,
Like,
not that I know of.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah. I just started, and then after that, from there, I just started breaking real
Yeah.
random things and not much happening, and
That's so
Lots of-
rough.
tests and blah blah blah, and yeah,
That is hectic.
yeah. Haven't broken anything this year though, so touch
That is
wood.
good. Does it take a long time for your bones to heal because of that?
Not that I know of.
No,
No,
okay.
it doesn't seem any different.
it's more
Yeah.
it's more that you've got more sort of space between the structures of your bone would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Damn, dude. Well, yeah.
That's crazy.
At least, I mean, streaming's pretty low intensity on the bones. So, keep your bones in order.
I was stuck at home for a long time with that,
Yeah.
going crazy, like the what everyone's dealing with right now. I went through it about 2 years ago, and I did go crazy
Yeah.
because I was used to being out working, playing footy, going to the gym, and everything. I mean, I would have been lucky back then to spend an hour a week in front of a screen,
Yeah, right.
and then and then all of a sudden I went from that to living in front of a screen. I did go a bit stir crazy and all that, and that's how my YouTube channel started from there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Good to be able to bring something out of that.
I'm honestly curious. Aussie Gamer 17.
He's 3
He's
years
not-
old, bro. He's 3 years old.
2017.
It's not a
Mm.
name that is typical of a streamer.
No,
That's doing quite well.
What?
Where did it come from, and why?
Maybe he was 17 and he was an Aussie gamer.
no, the 1 to 16 was taken. So
You just kept adding on a number. Just
Add
adding on.
extra numbers until it works.
That's the
think to
best
yourself-
story.
did
Do you know
think
who I
to
really feel bad for? Aussie gamer 18.
I know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
rough.
it stops
Never
at
gonna get any
17.
clout.
Yeah, that's it.
It
Done.
doesn't.
17
It
is
stops
the
at
key number.
17 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a great
But-
origin story, superhero origin story.
I was actually in Bali recovering from broken bones and
17
thinking about what I'm
broken
going to do with
bones?
my life. And
Wait,
that's
why
when
did you break a bone in Bali?
No, I broke the bones before going to
Real
Bali.
good massage.
I was sick of sitting at home, so I was like,
Thanks,
fuck it,
Yubi.
I'm going to Bali. and I was sitting over there, and that's where I was actually watching a lot of YouTube, and I decided to start my own YouTube channel there. I created the logo that I've got now while I was sitting there that day, created the name.
So what were
Did
you?
it start off as like top 10 reasons not to visit Bali?
in my head,
Reason
in
one,
my head,
we've broke your bone.
right now, I'm picturing you laying back, kicking back, hold up, like this,
Pretty much.
and being
Buy a
like, you know
pool,
what?
buy a pool.
What have I got going for me? I'm Australian. I play video games, and it's 2017.
No, it was the number was just my football number that I wore in my
okay.
footy career, and then also at that time already, my daughter had just been born, and she was born on the 17th. So
Oh,
Fair enough.
cute.
How much
Simple.
footy did you play?
Nice.
Like doing a lot of that sort of things. Or
an Aussie gamer by itself was taken. I don't know how I landed on Aussie gamer.
That's tough, yeah.
What about Prof Dog?
Yeah.
I just used to use the name Prophet in like Counter-Strike and shit. But obviously that is taken on everywhere.
So you can see the future.
So I had like a meme as just Prof Dog or whatever
Okay.
in Counter-Strike and shit. So I was like, whatever. I didn't really think too much about it when I first started. But then I was actually DA Prof Dog at first. But I was like, that's way too fucking long. And when I chopped that off, I was like, sweet. I would one day hope to get just straight Prof. That'd be sick as shit.
Yeah.
That'd
When
be
you
great.
wake
some
up,
Like
cunt-
me, how unwind, just woke.
Some cunt with 53 followers who never streams.
always
has
the
a-
case.
Worst.
And what about on Twitter,
So-
Prof? That there's some dude who has
some
just
dude
Prof
has
Dog.
Prof Dog. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
And
What
he
the
doesn't.
fuck?
He's like private, and he doesn't do anything as well.
He's private, never like. No, I don't even think he is private. I think he just never
Depends.
tweets either.
Yeah, right.
don't worry, the person who's got Altari hasn't used it in about 10 years.
Oh, it's so annoing, eh?
Yeah.
Altari? What about you, mate? Altari.
Yeah.
Just Latin, just or say it's an Italian word with a Latin root, but it's just altar.
Altar. Oh,
That's cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Just
So
thought
wait,
it sounded
did it
good. It's
alter
short.
as
It's
in
got a lot
like
of
an alt
syllables.
account?
No. I just thought it sounded like a good
Like
name.
altar, like that you pray at, or like
Yeah.
altering. Yeah, yeah.
No, altar like praying at.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Ah,
It was more that it was like I liked the
The way it
the
sounded.
sound of it.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
liked
altar,
how
yeah.
short it was with
yeah,
that.
it's clean. You know.
It's like 3 syllables
Short
from
names
6 letters.
Are
you know.
good.
And we all know where this is going. Licky.
She just loves licking.
Licky.
It used to be called It's Licky Licky.
Yeah,
I feel like you're
there was
staring
two
into my
licking.
soul.
And then she was like,
they're going,
She was staring daggers at me like, yeah,
Don't ask
woke,
me.
what the fuck do you want?
Nicole's like, a few years of loving licking. She
one
was like, I
time.
don't like it that much.
disguised it well by asking me first, but he really
No, mine's lame. I don't really know. Like I eat a lot of ice cream. I come up with like it came out licky licky one time. And then I was making an Xbox account and was like, I'm going with it. And then I think it wasn't long ago. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or something. I just shortened it to It's Licky because it looked cleaner on Twitch.
Yeah, for
Yeah, it's
sure.
good. It's good.
100%.
No,
I
But,
liked that change.
Yeah, it's like it's different. I mean, obviously
It
people
is,
get
it
a
is,
little
stands out.
chuckle out of it, but
You
No,
love
it's
ice
good.
cream.
Yeah.
You love
almost
ice cream.
almost she needs one of my emotes
I wanna-
instead.
Guys, she loves ice cream.
I do want to check, like, QB, you're not even a cube.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what the fuck's
to
that
be honest,
about.
That's
Eh?
what I was
Quite
really
round.
getting around to.
That's not a
really
cube.
getting around to.
Hi, I'm changing my name to Sphery Gaming.
You mean ovoid,
Yeah.
sort of.
So
Where did yours
Cube
come from, QB? Yeah.
So I used to play a lot of CS as well. Back before I was too poor to even have a computer or even my own Steam account. So I'd go to the Net Cafe in
And the
Adelaide when I
account
used to
was
live there.
QB.
No, but that would have been good. I used to go in there
Oh,
and
no.
use the Steam Cafe's accounts, and I would just
Yeah.
I loved rap, like hardcore, a lot of rap every day, and I would just choose like one day I would name my account Snoop Dogg. I'd go
Yeah.
back and I'd be on a different computer with a different Steam account, so I'd write in Ice Cube,
Ice Cube. Yeah.
and then eventually somebody recognized me on the same CS server, like, oh, Ice Cube, I saw you here the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess people
I'm
play in
going with
communities.
Ice Cube.
So I was like, oh, I'll just go with Ice Cube, and I used it for like 10 years.
Oh,
And then eventually people that knew me would just call me Icy or QB or Cube, but it was
Yeah.
that was mainly QB. So I just went with that. I was like, all right, sweet.
ah, that's a cool origin story.
Okay.
Mm.
That was good.
Fair enough.
It's more natural.
Story is way better than mine.
Yeah, I know, right?
But the weird thing is,
I'm
there's
changing my
actually
name.
Gosh.
I'm
there's
changing
another-
my name. Fuck
there's
it.
another QB in Australia though, but
Oh,
with
really?
one Y.
There's
also-
another fresh in Australia. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know him.
Lane.
Some people know.
Yeah, there's another fresh. What's
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
It's
Obviously
funny,
some loser.
He raided me, and I was like, "Oh, who's this guy? Oh, he must have." This was when it wasn't that big yet, actually. And I was like, "Oh, he must have raided me because he has the same name." Huh. But yeah, I only have I got
Wait,
really,
who's
really
bigger?
sick.
Who's bigger? I don't know the other one.
You don't know
Wait,
Mr.
Mi-
Oh, I'm
Mr.
bigger.
Fresh
I'm
Asian.
bigger. Mr. Fresh Asian. He's a small
No,
time
because Ozzy
streamer.
doesn't,
Small time
Ozzy
streamer.
doesn't watch
Small time
FPS
streamer.
games.
Only 17,000 people
Followers.
watch him at a time. You know.
Only 17,000.
He's a good kid though. Like he's not,
Yeah,
he's
he's
not
he's-
the dick.
and
He's,
he's
not,
which
he's
is
a nice
really-
guy.
He's
No, he's a
great.
good
He's
dude.
cracked at Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, no wonder I don't know him.
Do you
But
not,
yeah,
have you
I
not
was
played Fortnite?
I've never tried Fortnite and I never will.
But do you know what?
I've never played a
I'd
battle
probably
royale and I never.
Why?
Wow.
Sorry, that is toxic almost. Why?
Toxic.
You mean I'm avoiding toxic people?
No, why won't you? Why not give it a go?
Don't want to. Nah,
Is this just
I'm
being
pretty set
deliberately
in my mind
contrarian, or
when
is
I'm
it
set to
just?
something?
Is this like hipster?
It
Aussie
sounds
content coming
hipster,
out?
sort of like being deliberately contrarian.
No,
Yeah.
nothing like
I think
that.
we've got.
I just like what I
where are you
like.
hiding? Where are you hiding the
And-
op shop clothes, mate?
I'm an achievement hunter. If everyone doesn't already know, I just like achievements, and
Okay.
I can't imagine spending hours and hours at one game. I just can't do it. It does my
Fair
head in.
enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't care if other people like it. Anyone
Ah,
can
that's fair
do
enough.
Yeah.
it
That's
themselves.
good. Good. All right. Okay.
Understandable.
I was instantly. I judged you then. I'm gonna put my hand up and say
Ooh.
I judge you, and I was like,
Judge.
you know what? Most people that say that, they're like hate on Fortnite, and they hate on
Yeah.
people that play
Yeah,
Fortnite.
yeah.
But, all right,
There
if you're
are-
happy with
there
other
are,
people
like-
playing
No,
it.
no, no.
Ah,
It's more about me and my own decisions.
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
good.
a big
Good.
thing that
that's a great point of
actually,
view.
you know what started this for me is the pineapple on pizza debate. I freaking
Oh,
hate it.
fuck. I hate
You
that.
hate,
Come
you
at
hate
me.
pineapple on pizza.
No,
You
I
hate
hate
pineapple
that.
on pizza,
No,
or you hate the debate?
No,
I'm
I
gonna be
hate
getting
the
fucking
debate.
Hawaiian
I
pizza
hate
around
the
here.
debate because I couldn't care less what anyone else has on their pizza.
I-
When I get pizza, I'm eating the whole damn thing. I'm not going to have what I want.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Fortnite.
Yeah.
You playing Fortnite is not going to affect me. I don't
Yeah,
need to
but
play
it's
it,
so
though.
much fun if someone brings up pineapple and pizza and then I say, "You fucking disgust me."
Yeah.
You're a horrible
That
person.
that just does my head in.
I
It's
wish
just
you to
not-
burn forever in the depths of hell.
I don't understand that mentality, but
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
completely
I
subjective.
interrupted Fresh. Where did your name come from?
Oh no, yeah. Well, we got you and me left. But mine was I got super duper sick one time. With some weird illness that gave me pneumonia, and then I had to sit on my couch for like 4 weeks straight, and I watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like over and over again, and then I really liked it. It was like my favorite show, and then I became my name was The Fresh Prince Gaming first, and then I just changed it to Fresh Plays Live, which was a lot cleaner.
Way better. Way definitely
Way
good
better.
change.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
change.
Great
good change.
change.
Definitely.
The last
I
one
like
was ridiculously long. How about you, Woke?
Me?
Yeah, you were your name. Where'd your name?
Oh, my
come from?
name. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot we're talking about names.
Me?
Yeah, no. So one of my mates, I moved into a new house and they were playing Fortnite at the time, and I had never played I'd like played a couple of games with you in like season 2 or something like that, season 3, I can't remember. But there was one of my new housemates was like super addicted, and his name, we were living on a street called Oak Lane.
Doxed.
Whoa, doxed.
Oh my
Oak
god.
Lane.
And his name
Which
was
state was that in? Let me just get a pen and paper.
WA. I don't live there anymore.
Or so he says.
Nice try.
And his name was Coke Lane. And I
Oh.
was like, and the other guy that lived there had created, like literally like 2 days after I moved in, he created an account called
Cocaine.
No. It was like I can't remember what it was, but whatever. It rhymed something that rhymed with Oak Lane.
Yeah.
Sounds
So,
like cocaine.
Oak Lane.
Yeah, like Folk Lane or
Something like that.
Stoke
Smoke Mane.
Lane or something like that.
Smoke
And I was
Mane,
trying
Smoke
to come
Mane.
up. I was trying to come up with a
Still
name.
coming back
Come
to
on, Smoke
cocaine.
Mane.
Oh, Toke. He created one called Toke.
That's
Oh,
just as
okay.
good.
Well then.
Basically,
It was
same.
it was that kind of house, and I was like, oh well, I guess I need to do that.
Pokemon.
I need to do that. I need to do that as well. And I came up with Woke Lane, and then was called Woke Lane online, and eventually people obviously shortened it to Woke, and I just really enjoyed being called Woke. It just kind of like rolls off the tongue. I really like it.
I just
and,
like being woke.
I like being called Woke, and I like the sound of it, so I was like, I'm gonna go with it.
Sorry.
And then Woke was taken on Twitch, and
Sorry, Kiwi.
thousands,
I don't know.
probably hundreds of variations of Woke was taken on Twitch. So
Woke,
man.
I think you need to look in chat because Hugh's
Math
offered
gaming.
a suggestion for another member of your household.
Pokemon. That's great. Pokemon.
I can't see it. QB.
It says
Pokemon.
Pokemon. What about Math Gaming Services? Kelsey's written that one. Do you remember that? That's so funny. That
So
used to be his last
before
name.
that. So before I'd moved in, I was like thinking about starting a Twitch channel, and I hadn't really quite got there yet. And I was at the time I'd been calling myself Math because my name is Matthew on most of my gaming. Like when I was gaming, it was my username, and I was calling myself Math. And so when I was thinking, I want to start a Twitch channel, I was like, I'm going to call myself Math Gaming Services. And
MGS.
yeah,
Terrible
anyway,
name.
eventually moved off of that. Mr. Woke TV was born eventually.
It's been sleeping ever since.
Mr. Woke, Mr. Sleep. Wait, I can't remember what you guys are saying these days, but I will stream.
Get out of it. Yeah, there was a dude who tried to burn him on. We were playing Siege the other night, and it was like Mr. Woke TV, more like Mr. Sleep TV.
Mr. Sleep TV.
Got him.
Got him.
It really
That's
hurt
a
me.
good one.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
100%. What's this I see about the Christchurch terrorist?
Oh, gee, I
Who
read
wrote
that in
that?
ages ago. He changed his plea from not guilty to guilty in the midst of all the corona thing, so it was a bit overlooked. And
Is that really news anyway? Like,
no, I mean it's good, I guess, because it means that the families and like everyone can get through it a lot faster, rather than having to do too much. So all of the 92 charges were levied on him. I read that in ages ago. It was a big thing on the day that I wrote in. Not so much now.
Wait, what does that mean when you say levied on him?
Oh, so he will have
Charged
to serve
with-
those. No, he's charged with the 92. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote it like that.
No, I just didn't know that term.
Yeah. He's charged with all 92 of the murders and whatever it
all
is.
the other offences related to it.
Yeah.
When are we going to get to the people who incite that violence?
Who incite that violence? Yeah. Oh, good question.
That's a whole topic on its own.
What do you mean, Altari?
The,
Expand.
These are really like obviously the results of stochastic terrorism. So that's I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, what I can say to that is that there's stuff being done that no one. I mean, I might know a bit about it, but there's stuff that gets done behind the scenes that you don't find out about in regards to that particular topic.
Oh, like, can you expand? Are you not allowed to?
I mean, I've arrested plenty of people for those exact sentiments that I think Altari means, and you just that doesn't make the news. Like, it doesn't sound cool on the news, so it's not. You don't hear about it.
Yeah.
There's crimes that are attributed to spreading that sort of point of view and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different terrorist laws that are acted upon.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people often worry about like if the police or the government or the agencies are like looking into their personal information, so maybe that's why they don't or like looking into their online communications and looking into everything like that. So maybe that's why they don't report too much on when they do take those people down.
I can say from my personal experience, I can't go into too much detail, but back in 2014, Australia, Melbourne specifically, were very, very, very close to a very bad terrorist attack on Anzac Day.
Yeah.
That didn't happen because of law enforcement and gaining intel and all of that sort of thing, and it was stopped, and therefore it wasn't on the news.
There you go. Yeah.
So a lot of, and one of my biggest pet hates as a police officer was no matter what the crime was, petty thefts and stuff like that, whatever it was, when someone would report a crime and then 2 weeks later they'd come back and say, "Oh, I reported this. Nothing's been done about it." I'm like,
Why? Because it wasn't on the news.
what? Yeah, because you didn't find out what was done
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not our job to then
Ring him up.
go and ring him up and report
mate.
back to him. Yeah.
Yeah, we locked him up. It turned out
Yeah,
he
we
was
got him.
also peering
Because
in
while
the
we're doing
neighbour's
that,
house.
someone else is getting away with something. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
It
What
was
a waste
just
of
a
time.
big pet hate. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What
That is
Yeah.
that is a pet peeve of mine of like of media in general. Like the amount of like fluff there is on there compared to just like straight facts. I would love
that's by
like,
design.
I would love
Yeah.
to see just like pure statistics on like shit
Yeah,
that
and
we're
most
doing
people with
Australia.
brains would, but majority of people don't have brains, and they want to see something that
Yeah.
entertains them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Keep me
literally
up with the
what it
Kardashians.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Q
entertaining.
woke jumping into screen to like pop a beer,
Mm.
and then failing miserably.
It was crazy to me, Aussie, like when so these people, like, it's great when they follow their plans, but when the people, like what happened in New Zealand, they have these, like, I don't know how people get guns like they do in our countries, you know. It seems like it seems like something from America. When
with much
people have
greater
like,
difficulty than in America.
yeah,
It's not hard to get a gun here in Australia. It's
yeah,
not hard
right,
at
like
all.
an automatic
Depends
gun
what you
like
want
that.
to do with it. Like,
Or different automatic. It's still not super hard. If you,
Yeah,
if for example, if you were into that sort of thing and you knew someone that had them, there's robberies happen at those places all the time.
Yeah,
majority of people that own guns like that for legitimate reasons have to have all these specific security measures in place, but they're not that fail safe. Like good crooks, like bikie gangs and stuff like that, rob places like that all the time and get their hands on those guns.
Yeah, right.
I kind of want to own a gun.
Yeah, okay, work.
why?
That's why I'm wearing this hat.
Yeah.
Wait, are you memeing? I can't tell.
I kind of want to own a gun.
Will it make you feel like a man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'll
Tell us.
compensate for my tiny penis.
Give me a good reason so that I'm not judging you. Like,
Yeah.
All right.
Fair.
I like the idea of
oh.
hunting.
Jesus, lock him up.
Hunting.
Hunting people?
So for an actual
I'm
Yes,
worried.
hunting people.
for an actual sporting reason.
I
Yeah.
knew it.
Oh, there's nothing.
Is hunting called sporting? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunting
But
is a
I
sport.
love the idea of learning how to like fend for myself in the wild, and
That
Is
is
that the
cool.
wild?
With a gun.
Yeah.
The wild would be you'd have to make your own gun.
Yeah, or a bow and
No,
arrow.
no. Well, you can take a gun.
Okay, sorry. So what I mean,
Bear Grylls, but with a gun.
yeah, what I mean is like if I was to just go bush, right? I would love to be able to hunt my own food.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
that's
would you eat? But what would you
acceptable
hunt?
answer. Judgment gone.
Wait. Okay.
Mm.
Wait. Yes. I get to own a
Although-
gun. But
although
I know you
I
can do that
couldn't hunt.
legally already. But
You
I
can't-
like the idea.
Depends on the
couldn't
type
hunt.
of gun, but you wouldn't be able to store it at your house.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you
think
can.
so.
Well,
In
it
the-
depends on
in
the
the-
type, doesn't
in
it?
If
the
you have a
CBD?
safe.
In Australia, you can. You
Yeah.
can store a
Yeah.
gun at your
Depending
house.
on the was it not
If
depending
you've got
on
a
the type
hunting
of
permit
farm?
or you've got a license.
Yeah, but if
but
you
you
live in
gotta
like,
have it,
if you
like,
live in Perth
locked.
CBD, and
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Well, I mean, I don't know how different Perth laws are to Melbourne, but you can
Not
live in
very.
Melbourne CBD and have a gun in your house.
I mean, my uncle lives in the CBD.
It
He
has to be in a
lot of
locked
guns.
safe. Like there's rules around
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
have to store it.
locked safes about a 30-second attack away most of the time. From,
Exactly what I said before about how easy it is to get guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know several.
I've been to
people
over 100
that have guns.
gun theft cases. Like
that's
not-
concerning.
they're not-
100 gun. Yeah, that's the thing. Gun theft would be the scary thing.
I've been in a car with someone that was like, "Yeah, I have a gun in my glove box."
Why?
That's
In
crazy.
That's
Perth.
no, don't do
Yeah,
that.
see, that's not okay.
That's so
Don't do
dumb.
that.
100% illegal.
Hmm.
100%. And I was terrified.
I would not get in
What
that
was
guy's
his
car.
Oh,
Fresh.
Jacob Jacobson.
In Australia, it's
Oh my
more
god,
like-
that's actually a person. Shit, I know that guy. Just kidding. That's not his name.
He has
That's
a
not his
gun
name.
in his glove box.
What, you know a guy named Jacob Jacobson? What kind of parents
Yeah.
name their kid
He's a fucking
Jacob
real
if
estate
their
agent,
last name
isn't he?
is Jacobson?
He's a real estate agent for
I went
sure.
to like primary school with him, I think.
Oh man, that's sad. Why would you do that?
Sorry,
Poor
that's
kid.
not the guy. That's not the guy. I was just memeing. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I see,
Sorry
that's like
to
a classic.
Jacob.
That's
Yeah,
a classic
look at him
fucking
up.
house seller name.
Yeah. Jacob.
They always have
Jacobson.
their first name just
I
twice.
feel
with
really,
son on
really
there.
bad for Jacob, guys.
Yeah, I know. Poor guy. He's
Not
just
only
being
does he have to live
doxxed.
with this shit name,
but
but Luke's out here just like throwing him to the fucking
Throwing
wind.
him
Like,
to the
oh,
wolves.
if someone's got a gun, it's that Jacob Jacobson guy.
Oh, that was so blunt. Not only does he have to live with his shit name. Oh man.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Uh.
Sorry, mate. I don't know you anymore, but sorry.
But yeah, I assume it would be illegal to have handguns in Australia, just like chilling around, like driving around with them.
Oh, different rules for driving around with them. But
Yeah,
a lot
100%.
of people in Australia go to pistol clubs and things like that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For target
Okay.
shooting and
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
That's
there's
what I
laws-
found out.
Up the corner of my
There's laws around how you have to transport them if you're driving to and from the pistol
Yeah.
club.
Yeah, right.
I wonder
The
if
thing is-
gun ranges are open with COVID-19.
Surely
Doubtful.
not.
Nah, essential.
Wow, everything's fucking essential if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, buying
Yeah, but not
puzzles
like-
is essential.
As long as you're so if you're a teacher and
I am.
so say you're a teacher and you haven't had a haircut in 3 months and you just need to go down to the local shops.
Get a gun.
If you're under 7 feet tall but you weigh exactly I don't know 85 kilograms, how many people can you have?
How many people can you
How
have?
many people can you have at the shops with you?
You know what was
That's
so
how
funny?
that's the, like convoluted bullshit that people are
Yeah.
Wow.
sort of.
They had the laws with the hairdressers where it had to be under half an hour, and they're like, wait a minute, no, actually that sucks. It's really hard to cut hair under half an hour. Scrap that. Hairdressers are back in. That was so weird.
Hairdressers are like they are top.
I
of the
would be
fucking
pissed
list.
off if I had to sit there for more than half an hour.
I know, half an hour haircut. It's a long
No,
haircut.
100%. But girls sit there for like 2 hours. Licky, how long was the last haircut?
Yeah, but there's time between things.
3
3
hours.
hours.
Wow. There you
That's
go.
still the-
That's like that's it.
colouring and
That's like
stuff,
a cut and a
right?
collar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Boring
I'm
as
glad I own a
shit.
gun now.
That's why.
Yeah.
And everyone complimented Licky on her hair when she came into the
Yeah, it
chat.
was worth
Mainly
it.
QB.
It was
he
worth
straight
it.
onto
No,
it.
that
Damn.
was years ago. I don't go there anymore. I did it like
Oh.
twice, and they rip you off, and it's too long, and it hurts your neck. So,
All right.
Well,
So not worth
yeah.
it.
but
Not
thanks,
worth
guys.
it.
I
Make up
did it
some point.
myself.
Yeah, makeup on point as well. Well done. Well,
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Representing the
Stop
females.
It. Stop it, woke.
1 out of
Chair looks
7.
like chair looks
Thanks,
like
everybody
angel
else.
wings.
Thanks, guys.
No
You're
worries.
really lovely.
Licky, you're doing.
how can I help?
I think I saw this the other day. You're doing your own podcast at the moment.
We just sort of hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
What-
hang out like
Yeah.
just
Tell
every
us
now
about
and
it.
then.
I'm interested. What's it about?
Are you really? Or are you going to try to take the piss
Well,
out
I
of
just
me?
watched
I'm not taking the piss
last
out of it.
podcast, and you
I
said
heard
the
about
exact
it,
same
and I mean-
thing.
Why is this?
Because you're a bully. Well, guys, every now and then I decide just to get some friends on and we sit around and chat. And I have like a list of questions, and then chat gets involved and asks questions, and we literally just hang out live on stream. And
That's
it
cool.
just
It's good fun.
it flows really, really well. Yeah, it's
What are you
pretty
calling
cool.
it?
It doesn't. It's not really a thing yet. It's
Oh,
just
cool. It's just
we
like a
sort of
chill
just
out.
hang out.
That's a
Yeah.
weird name though. Like not really a thing.
Right, no,
You could call it that. You
It
could
could be a
actually
thing.
call it that.
Not really a
Not
thing.
really.
Dad jokes.
thing.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry. I
It's
think I'm
actually
getting
a lot
old.
of fun. We sort of hang out, get to know like each other,
Mm.
and then chat gets involved as well. Like a lot. Like I don't know. It's just really,
Are you enjoying it?
yeah, a lot. I do.
That's the main thing, right?
Yeah. So our last one we had 4 people on. I think I don't know, everybody was like really entertaining and really funny to like watch and listen to, and we all just blended well together. And a
Nice.
lot of like hang on, who knew who? I
Who
don't think
was it?
any
Who was that?
nobody knew Nick. So I had QB on.
Oh,
I had
boy.
Neon. I had Tristan on, that's from Prof's stream. And I had
wait, sorry, Tristan Haley,
yes.
who's a girl.
Yes.
Go
We
on.
Imagine a
had
girl with that name.
Grubbies, yes.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
didn't know that.
You didn't know she was a
Tristan
girl?
Haley.
I've been tuning into
Is that
Prof
not a-
stream for quite a while and didn't know that was a girl. Thought it was a
Hey,
dude.
If
There's
they're
a
prof
there's a
stream-
mic in chat right now, and Michael.
Oh.
Mad Mike
Who's a
Forever in
girl?
the chat.
Is
Girl.
that a girl? Girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Girl.
There you go.
Female. Yep.
But as a
Female.
rule of thumb, if they're in prof stream, 70% chance they're female.
That, I know.
Oh,
I know.
ladies' man.
So
They all,
many girls.
Like go towards Prof.
It
It's
is.
true, but all of them get
It's
along.
crazy.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
straight
that's
and
the
I'm
fucking
straight.
crazy
That's
thing.
the weirdest thing.
How
All of the
amazing
girls are not bitches in
I
there. All of them
know.
are like genuinely really
It's
nice.
amazing.
But
I
if
know,
they
it's
were, they
amazing.
would get fucking banned. That's
Exactly.
why.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
there
you
she
know why?
is.
Because Prof
Yeah.
is honest.
There's
And he's
rules,
very
yeah.
upfront.
He is very honest.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't care if the prettiest looking girl comes in my chat. If she says some dumb shit, she's getting fucking destroyed. And
I've been
Oh, no.
threatened to be
Fucking
banned
love it.
several times, but I'm
It's
still there.
admirable.
That's because
It's
you adjust your path for a second, and then you come back to it later.
I get a little cheeky and then get threatened and go, holy shit, don't ban me.
Oh, like about my hair the other day.
No, I was like,
Whoa, wait, whoa, what
I
happened
felt
there?
so
Wait,
bad.
tell us
Oh
that
my
story.
God.
Tell us that story.
I told him his hair was fuckable, and I was joking.
Oh,
he
Were
was
you
like-
Why
joking?
would hair be fuckable?
Nah, like look, okay, this is what happened.
Okay,
His curls were
explain
on
yourself.
point. Okay,
Oh.
his curls were on point.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
good.
like, your hair's looking great today. And then everybody agreed, and I was like, I'd fuck your hair. I was joking. And then it turned into this thing where I like started to get really awkward about it because I was like, I really
And
am
I
sorry
said,
about
I already said, Nicole, it's fine. We're just taking the piss. It's completely fine.
that. Yeah.
And she ended up DMing me and apologizing. And
I DM'd Keels as well, and I was like, wait, I really didn't know, and I'm really, really sorry, and I was
Oh,
just joking.
good.
wait,
That's
wait.
fine.
Why did you
Get on it.
DM Keels? What? Why would you
Why
DM
did you DM
Keels?
Keels?
Keels
Oh,
is a mod now.
Everybody that was in the chat, I felt like I made it awkward
Right,
for
right,
like
right.
specific people, and then I
Oh,
was just like, look, I'm really
specifically
sorry that
Keels.
I.
Why Keels?
Yeah, specifically
Keely is a
Keels.
pretty good mod.
Why
she-
No,
because-
because I-
Keels?
Just
yeah,
'cause she's
I
a
didn't
mod?
wanna- I didn't want to piss anybody off, and then I'd really pushed it because I was like being a smart ass.
confused.
And then when I like snapped back into reality, I was like, fucking pull your head in. Like, this is somebody else's stream. Just apologize and let's move on.
Yeah,
And
but
we did.
how did you make it awkward for Keels as a mod?
Why are you pushing that? You're purposely pushing that. I just told you she's a
He
mod.
is purposely.
She's a
Shut
mod.
up,
Oh, okay. Just a mod. Just
She was
a
the
mod.
most
being a
active. She
tool.
was the most
I did
active
nothing.
mod.
I'm not even. I don't know. It's
No,
just
look, it's
just
it's
ignore.
Keels was
It's just a
Keels
question.
was
It was
the
just a
mod in
throwaway
there.
question.
It was about 3:00 in the morning. She was the only mod in there, and I called her out. I called Prof out, and I called everybody else out. Is that a good enough excuse for you, woke? Because that's the only
Whoa.
person that needs it right now, apparently.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't banned, and I'm still allowed in there, and everybody was cool.
So, Prof,
job.
who's
Thank
your
God.
favorite mod, actually?
Oh, definitely Keely. For
Oh,
sure.
okay, right. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. I feel bad for your other mods.
I feel like there's a lot of people in here confused. Ozzy's like, I don't know what the fuck. Chat.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry,
I'm
Barry.
sweating. Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Good memes.
I'm used to that though, woke. I don't even
Yeah.
care.
Ah, it's alright. It's alright.
We're all very
Um,
happy. That's all we can say.
Do you guys have any plans for Easter?
It's cancelled.
Isolation.
Is that it?
If
My
you've got
birthday's
plans,
in
you're an
Easter.
idiot.
Hmm.
No one's gonna go out and buy like a shit ton of chocolate.
I don't eat chocolate.
You don't
I
eat
have to-
chocolate?
I have to for my
No,
daughter.
I don't eat
either.
Macca's either. That's why I didn't get into your conversation.
Ah, I eat
Mm.
Macca's, but I
No.
don't eat
I'm-
chocolate.
I
I'm
don't
going to be
really
eating Macca's in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got it.
Order
He
that
showed his
through.
Uber-
Get
Uber
it in.
Eats. He
Yeah.
showed it up before. I was like, yeah, boy, get on it.
How old is your daughter, Ozzy?
5.
Okay, cool. She's pretty young. Yeah.
Ah, cute.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Better get the Easter eggs for her.
I'm either lost or
We're going to decide whether we're going to the lounge room or the kitchen for Easter this year.
Oh, yeah, true. I've seen some good memes, actually. Probably the best thing out of this whole coronavirus thing has been the memes. There's been some good ones, like
Oh,
looking at
so many good memes.
looking at the map for vacation ideas, and it's just like your blueprint of your house. That's great.
Garage.
Did anyone have any cancelled vacations?
Yeah.
well, yeah, I was meant to go to
You
Sydney on the 20th. So yeah.
Yeah, I was
So-
meant to go to TwitchCon Europe. I was meant to leave
Oh,
why would you go to Europe?
because 30 to 40% of my audience is European.
Hey, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
How
100%
dare
fair
they?
enough.
Hey,
And-
QB
and
World
wait,
Tour, I heard. QB World
Yeah.
Tour.
When,
I had to
when are you
cancel
gonna go?
China. I was meant to go on the 15th of this month for a month.
Oh,
And
damn.
TwitchCon was meant to be, I think, the 1st and 2nd or whatever it is of the next month. So I was going for like a few weeks before, a few weeks after, just doing some traveling around Europe. But I also had to cancel China in September. So
Damn,
that was a
right,
no-brainer.
right.
China.
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah. Oh, that's rough, dude. Did you personally cancel it, or did you wait for cancellations?
No, I cancelled it all straight away. As soon as
Ah.
Italy went to lockdown, I cancelled it all.
How does that work with getting your money back and stuff?
The China one, I'm still kind of going through insurance at the moment. Because it was a very cheap tour booked through Flight Center exclusive thing or whatever. So it's like I probably won't get my money back for that one because it was very specific with their money back guarantee stuff.
Yep.
Or lack thereof. But the Europe one, I was able to get all of it on credit, and it's all being transferred to
Hey,
I'm
nice.
going to Japan for Christmas, providing all goes well for this, this year.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And
How late
Altari?
can you book that that trip?
It's well, the thing is you have to do it within 12 months of the first booking, and it's not 12 months of the flights, it's 12 months of the booking. So I booked my Europe flights back in November, so
a
they
bit
had to
shite.
like push the flights up a few months from now and then forward it again so that it would fit Christmas. But my travel agents, I've been using the same ones for years, so they were very
Yeah.
happy to
Okay.
move things around.
Nice. Altari, you had a cancelled holiday?
Yeah, I was meant to go to Sydney back on the 19th, and I think
Just
it got to about
Sydney,
the
like
17th. Yeah, it's
the
Sydney,
CBD?
so, yeah, a friend was having his 21st over there. A bunch of Twitch
damn.
people, basically. But it was like, yeah, no, just cancel.
Fair enough.
Sort of,
Yeah, I had a holiday. Me and my family were going to go to Rottnest in WA for like a week and a half over the school holidays, and
when's the school holidays?
The school holidays start
Next week.
at the end
This
of
is the
the
last
next
week.
week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep, at the end of this week coming. And we're going for a week and a half. And obviously, Rottnest. So, for those that aren't in Perth, Rottnest is like an island, a couple of 5 kilometers or something off the coast of Australia. And it's very, very small, and it's very holiday destination,
It
really
has
nice
cute
beaches,
quokkas.
really good snorkeling, really cute little marsupial animals.
Called quokkas.
Quokkas called quokkas. And me and my family were going to go there, just get away for a bit. And it got obviously the government were like, we're going to start quarantining people on this island. So they shut it down, and they shipped everybody off. And it's like only essential personnel. And now people are like quarantined on Rottnest. So there's these people that are like quarantined, being like,
In holidays. Yeah.
snaps. Look at how cute this picture is. And I'm like, you're on my holiday.
Holy.
A-holes.
Honestly, I hate people that have caught this disease, or who
Wow.
were traveling, or who were
Wow.
traveling, and
Did you just say that?
No,
Yeah.
no, all right. Obviously,
All right,
Watch over there, like,
get out here.
well, back in my
Someone
day,
clip that. Someone clip that.
back in my day, Ozzy Osbourne bit a bat and nothing happened.
yeah, exactly. Right, just fucking man up and take the bat.
Take
Whoa.
the bat.
Dear God.
Whoa.
Apparently,
Well, I'm out. That's been a lovely.
Apparently, Rottnest has become like a quarantine area. Like they're starting to
Yeah.
send the
Yeah,
people from the cruises.
Yeah, that's where they're sending him.
Yeah.
There's still like a huge like ship off the coast of WA.
There's a few,
Wow.
isn't there?
That's,
There's 2 or
yeah.
3, but there's one that has no Australian citizens at all, and it's like,
Fucking yeet
They're-
it away.
yeah, they're like rampant. They've
So
already
they-
taken
mainly
they've
Germans.
taken-
and,
They've
yeah.
taken 2 cases. They've like docked and emergency evacuated 2 people off it that were critical cases or something like that. And but
How's
there's
the one
like,
the one in Sydney
None of
became a criminal investigation now because
As it should.
yeah, because they like, and everyone's passing the blame, but the border force, the state government, they all let them back in, and there's hundreds of people got sick, and a lot of people, well, I don't know if it was a lot of people, but people died as a result of this. So
100%.
yeah, it's become
that
a
not
criminal
manslaughter?
investigation now. Yeah,
Is
So
it not
who-
manslaughter?
and the border patrol are like really strong on like, we don't make this decision, the state government basically make this decision.
Yeah.
And they went through their process. Bang.
Yeah.
My question is, if you get told by the government to self quarantine because you potentially have been in touch with a case, and you break self quarantine, and then someone else in periphery to you, turns out you do have it, and someone else in
Manslaughter.
periphery to you catches it and dies from it, is that not manslaughter?
It won't be manslaughter. It'll be some sort of neglect and
It should
something
be.
else.
It fucking should be.
There are quarantine laws that governments have been putting in place. So
What do we do with your government officials then? Decide to not listen to the medical advice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all
That
on
is a
trial.
great question, Altari.
Yeah.
That is a great
So
question.
I know we've been down here yelling very loudly.
Yeah.
How did we get back on coronavirus?
yeah, good point.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's the all-consuming topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It
the
was the
biggest
holiday. It
topic
was
of
the
the entire
holidays. It
time.
was the holidays.
Yeah, true.
I was curious. I was curious about that.
Holidays.
And I'm very spewing because you know what I need right now? A bit of headspace. And you know what? My holiday to Rot Nest was going to be a bit of headspace, not only from coronavirus, which happened after the fact, but from my general
Just in general.
life.
Just in general.
Yeah.
My general life. I need fucking holidays.
Oh,
Yeah. I've been planning to go to TwitchCon as well, and I've booked my Airbnb and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
the
American one, yeah, and I mean they're
That's-
definitely
Dude,
fucking not
no,
looking
that's nope.
Yeah, don't go there.
But I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
That's
Trying
right.
to stay positive, but I mean, obviously, I know that it's not looking flash, but
Mm.
what is? So that's definitely a bummer for sure.
Same with PAX, eh?
Yeah, I know, 2 in a row, and I've booked fucking shit for both of them, pretty much.
Have you cancelled the PAX booking yet?
Nah.
Do you reckon you'll
hold
keep
on.
it and we'll see?
We'll just fucking see, I guess.
Oh,
Just
fair
come stay
enough.
at my house, guys. We'll do packs at my.
Yeah, PAX at Aussie's house.
the reason why
Max at Aussie's house with 20 people.
Hey, nobody
yeah.
clap. Nobody clap him on the,
The
back.
reason why,
Yeah.
no one touch him.
Shotgun the couch.
We'll put him in one of those fucking
Yeah,
one of those
we'll fit.
Zorbs or something.
A bubble thing.
Boy in the bubble.
The bubble boy.
I cancelled
I'll be all right,
all my
guys.
packs and MEO.
Calm
You
down.
cancelled PAX, yeah. Cancelled already.
For the Airbnb, when I booked it, it said that you had literally up until like a month before
Yeah,
to
30
cancel,
days.
cancel
yeah.
and get
Oh,
all your
nice.
money back.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
sweet.
fuck it, I'll just book
That's
it
good.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super hyped for that. We had a lot
It's
of people coming
assuming
over.
they stay in, stay as a business over that time period.
Yeah.
You pay over PayPal anyway. You can always get the money back.
Anyway, it was literally like $200 each. I'm not going to cry for too long.
Mm. It's
Right,
going to be...
hang on, that's nice and cheap.
Yeah, it's because there's fucking 10 of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, why
It's
does
actually a
everyone wanna
luxury
ban me?
place, though.
And he
I don't know.
has
Everyone was putting one in the chat. I
He's
just-
figured it out. We're just a
Wow.
slave to the people,
Took me
to
a
be
while.
honest.
Jeez. I'm not even
Um,
toxic. What are you talking
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Mr. Delayed TV. That's correct. QB. Because like right now, I mean, I was saying this before we started the stream. We're not allowed to meet in groups of 2, but schools are still going with groups of 1,000 kids.
ridiculous.
School holidays is going to start after this week in Perth. I don't know, some places probably over east it's already started. And we were saying also, like, kids, they really struggle to...
started, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And kids just struggle to regulate themselves at the best of times. Kids are not going to stay inside. They're just going to be going around, going ham.
Especially once it hits school holidays where there's no work to do to keep them occupied,
Yeah.
and no parents to be like, "There's
Should
work
be
to
working. Yeah.
do." Yeah, because there's no work to do.
Mm.
They're gonna. I'm really worried because even when we were saying, "Hey guys, quarantine a bit,"
Well, that's the-
they were
That's
still
the
out
thing
and
about you needing to
Oh.
be in lockdown ASAP, so no one's
Mm.
fucking working, so they
Yeah.
can
Well,
look after their fucking kids.
I went for a drive today, and I just know a heap of kids out in the streets today, for example.
Yeah. Because you guys are in
Funny
school
way
holidays,
to-
right?
Well, plus it's the weekend. And
Oh, true. Yeah.
There was just I was just noticing it because it's actually a bit strange being out at the moment, but I was noticing kids being out and about. I was just thinking to myself, I'm glad I'm not a cop right now.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why I've brought
No.
up, is Australia actually doing better than America?
Yeah.
We
Because-
are.
Yeah, we are. 100% we are.
There's
100%.
no contestation there.
Yeah. But they're at
America
like
is like
they're at monumental, like colossal,
but-
terrible management of the situation. We're at pretty terrible management of the situation.
Plus,
Just
it's
a slightly
the
small
population
step.
comparison. It'll never like you just
Yeah,
can't
it's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
like
Yeah.
you won't, even if we were doing far worse, it's still going to look better.
And our cities are so far apart from each other. I think it
Mm.
helps.
Yeah.
I mean, it still doesn't really excuse anything, though, from not being.
Yeah, it's true. I always thought if WA had gone bang, shut borders like real
Yep.
early, and we could have almost functioned normally if
We
we'd
could have
just
almost
gone
had zero.
close. Yeah.
Yep.
We
Literally 1
even,
week earlier,
yeah.
even 2 weeks, 1.5
2
weeks.
weeks, 2 weeks when we were all
2 weeks.
shouting it at our
Yeah,
local
yeah.
politicians and
Yeah.
they weren't listening.
Yeah.
2 weeks
I-
earlier,
I
if
can
they
tell
had
you
have
there were
said,
a
"Hey,
lot
we're
of-
shutting." Sorry, you go.
Yeah, so there were a lot of heated discussions on that
Yeah.
front, and
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt more fucking betrayed than,
Yeah.
I
than
bet.
how our
Mm.
local
That's
government.
fucking
Yeah,
so
treated us.
I would.
I just
If I was personally the one shouting it at them, or like one of the ones that was part of a community that was shouting at the government, and they didn't do it, I would feel super
Mm.
betrayed and like super fuck
Yeah.
you.
It's
Yeah.
essentially it's a choice.
That's-
It's
yeah.
money. They're valuing money over health.
Yeah,
right. That's
fucking
no,
that's
well,
100%.
not, it's even
100%.
not, I am.
Yeah.
Money,
I
money
find it-
over lives. Money
I
I would
over
say
find it
lives.
woke, I'm in
extremely
exactly
hard
that
to
boat,
put yourself in
you
there.
know.
yeah.
Whether or not
No.
you would make a better
No, no,
decision
yeah.
or a different
Nah.
decision.
There's
I
there's
mean-
definitely
You don't
better
know.
decisions. There's
You don't know.
evidence-based
There's better.
decisions, and
Yeah,
then
when
there's
you go-
I
when
need
you
my
go, there's
cousin to
money
sell
in
his
life.
stocks.
Yeah.
decisions.
You can
Mm.
say, everyone can say that now. You can say that you'd make a better decision, but you're full of shit if you say that.
Nah, I'm not full of shit, eh?
I want to point out, I was one of the people doing the yelling. We definitely made
Yeah.
the decisions.
Yeah, but you can't put yourself in the shoes of the obligations and the responsibilities of that person making decisions.
I
You as a
understand
person-
that, but it's
You as a person right now
Hmm.
would make a different decision, but you cannot
no,
put
back
yourself
2 weeks
in their
ago.
shoes.
2 weeks
You
ago
can't.
when we were shouting at local government to say, like, you have to do this. Like, we're talking tens of thousands of people potentially dying
Yeah, right.
in a
And
month
but
or so.
this is the
And
like
they don't,
so.
and they refuse to do that because think of the mining
But that
industry.
person that you said that to was also getting 50. That
No, they
there's
were-
not
they were
gonna-
having- they were
no,
having
this
a-
isn't going to happen.
yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. This is going to happen if that happens. Blah blah. They're getting 50 million different bits of information,
Yeah.
and they've
They've
got to
gotta-
decide who's right and who's wrong.
I'd say that if the
Good
other
luck
people
making
giving
a
them
better
advice
decision.
were the
Good luck.
yeah, but if the other people giving them the advice are groups like the people who are financially benefiting from it,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
and you're
I have
talking
to
about like
agree.
our context being the people advising the state government on
Yeah.
the medical situation for a
I was
pandemic.
going to say.
I would
was
listen
gonna
to the
say-
people who are the experts in that field.
I was going to say the people that are yelling at them from the outside, their economists and whatnot, going, "Hey, if you do this, this is going to happen monetarily, right?"
Hmm.
But they're saying if you do this, people are going to die. You know what?
Yeah.
I want to compare this. I want to. Compare
It's never
this
that
to
simple,
global-
though.
I
It's
want
never that
to.
simple.
In this
Okay.
instance it is.
I want to
yeah.
compare this to global warming, where it's like on one side you got these people saying, "Hey, some people might lose a lot of money," and on the other side you've got the end of the fucking human race.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I want some money.
Ironically, we're now all now all staying home,
Doing a
to
lot
save
better
the
with,
lives,
global
save the
warming.
lives of the people who are predominantly not giving a shit about the environment.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. This is
I
all I was sort of concerned about
Yeah.
going into this topic, is because
No,
it's very much a
I
case where it's like
understand
it's not only the more intelligent medical
So-
decision, but financial decision.
Wait,
going
one more
forward.
thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
one-
All right.
But
okay.
like, this is like the most obvious thing ever. Okay, if
Hit
you
me
care
with it.
about money, if you care about money that much, and about economy and shit, you think, fuck. The sooner we get on top of this,
Yes.
the sooner shit's back to normal.
Oh, that's 10,000
Absolutely.
IQ.
See, that's why I
that
would
was
say
that was
fucking
part of the
sort your
point.
shit out.
That was
20,000
part of the
IQ.
case we were trying to present.
You've got a good point there, Prof.
That's
That was-
why I
yeah.
know I would fucking do it because it's
Let
so
me
obvious.
say that was absolutely part of the argument made, and
Yeah,
to have the response
literally.
be.
That's
no,
why I
like,
can't understand it at all. Like,
Well, you
well,
see,
New Zealand did what
that's
they
what
should have.
that's what like South
Politics
Korea,
is
China
rough,
did. They
yeah.
went ham early, and then they've been able to slowly reopen
Absolutely.
things because,
Yeah. Yep.
and then
Be
and they
early on the
actually
economy.
China goes,
Yeah,
all right,
coming
we'll
back.
open schools and
Who
see
was
what
that, Fresh?
happens. Like China, South
China
Korea.
and stuff, yeah.
I mean, Singapore was a bit
Hong
different, but they
Kong.
were kind of on it. Hong Kong, yeah, yeah.
Singapore a bit.
Japan a little bit, but a little bit different. They-
Not Japan as much.
They didn't know, yeah, they didn't know as well. But they like what China does is they open certain industries or certain things, and then they kind of see like other cases increasing. It's hard to do. It's such a short time span now, but that's a
Yeah.
good model to follow.
mm,
Seems
That
to
was the
be,
model we were suggesting.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
just like
Especially
it's just
yeah.
common sense, man.
Yeah.
Like
But,
literally.
did you see how much crap your president, or is it Prime Minister, I guess, Jacinta Ardern got for when she went ham early? Like
Yeah.
she got a lot of flack for that.
Wait,
Yeah,
she
well,
didn't
fuck
get she
those
didn't
idiots.
get flack from the public though. She got flack from
No, from other.
politicians.
I mean, there's
Oh,
other
yeah.
countries. I mean, I guess some public. There's plenty of people who still think we should be functioning normally.
As soon as Jacinta said that, I was like, I was once again, this has happened several times where
Yeah.
I've been like, wow, look what a leader of a country can do.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. It honestly
Yeah.
pisses me off that Australia is on the
Yeah.
back foot with everything
Yeah.
that's going on in the world today, and New Zealand is on the front foot because they've got a leader that won't take the fucking shit.
Mm,
It
exactly.
pisses me off.
I
Pisses me
know.
off.
It's because she cares about people more than money. That's
Yeah.
literally it. It
Honestly.
literally is. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's
there's
what
something
it is.
like, as I said, like the feeling betrayed by our government is just.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's fucking betrayal. That's how
Yeah.
it feels, and it's how everyone I work with feels, and that's
Yeah. I
I don't know
bet.
how else to.
Wait, what?
New topic.
Just
we're
look
back
at
to
the current
Corona.
topic.
It's all
Back
encompassing.
to Corona.
You know, I've never
look,
been alive
sorry.
for something where the entire world is only talking
Yeah.
about one thing. You know,
Right? It is
Yeah.
crazy.
it was actually
It
because
is consuming our
for
memory,
podcasts usually I go and like look at like
memory.
news.com.au or whatever and like go and see what's
Mm.
some good news, and like it is 99% just one topic. It's like
one topic.
all encompassing.
But this is like scar on the memory of our young people. So the people that are like in school age right now, this is like the thing that's going to scar their memory.
Yeah.
You know, it's like World War II, World War One.
Yeah.
This is the thing that when they're talking about their younger years, this is the thing that comes up.
Yeah.
You know, this is their scar.
Look at those
It's crazy.
chips.
Oh, I was wondering why I left.
Do you know what's so funny, right? So I went to sleep at fucking like 6 a.m.
Oh, QB.
I went to
That'd be
sleep like
cold.
6 a.m. before it got announced that we're going into lockdown, right?
Yeah.
I wake up, my mum has messaged me. She's like,
Don't go to
lockdown,
Macca's?
lockdown in 48 hours. McDonald's won't be open soon.
Heads
I
up.
love that your mum knows you so
I
well.
was like, yes, mum,
What?
good looking out.
So did you go get some Maccas?
Wait,
Hell
did I
yeah.
miss something? Is McDonald's shutting down?
No, just in New Zealand for lockdown, it's been shut down.
It probably will
How-
shut in Australia, you'd think, at some point.
It's been shut for a week because we've been on lockdown.
I don't know. I would think that in Australia we've managed to get a little bit ahead of the situation to
Well,
a point.
The
And I know I'll tell you. I know you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I'd say I wanted to
Let
say
me
more.
finish my
this-
thought.
yeah.
Let me finish my thought before you go. Yeah, all right. I saw it. I saw your eye.
I saw your eyes.
I feel like in Australia we've got a tiny little bit ahead of the situation where we can go. Our food organizations can remain open as long as they maintain a certain standard of food etiquette.
Oh yeah, in New Zealand, before we even went into lockdown, like a week before, when I went to McDonald's, everyone wearing gloves. Like
Yep.
they were saying, just use PayWave.
Yep.
You couldn't eat inside the shop.
Yep.
You couldn't.
That's
That's how it
Australia's
is here
doing
now.
Mm.
Yeah, but now ours is fully locked down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I haven't actually looked up any stats on New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see them.
I think we're like nearly 1,000 cases or something. I think, but yeah.
Mute Saltari while Mr. Work TV talks. I didn't
what?
mute him. I didn't mute him.
Wait.
QB talking shit.
Who
I didn't mute
muted
him. He could have talked over me. You obviously wanted to say that that we didn't.
We're not
we
ahead
haven't
of it.
locked down enough. We're not ahead of it.
We are teetering on the edge of sort of community control, like in WA, for example. But New South Wales, I don't have strong hopes for.
No, New South
Yeah.
Wales should be like.
And I actually a
have
couple of
worse
weeks ago,
lockdown
like-
than New Zealand at the moment.
yeah, well, a couple of
Yeah,
weeks
and
ago,
they
I
don't.
ended up messaging everyone I know in New South Wales, going, "Yeah, don't go out places."
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay in your home. Yeah.
But most of the control measures that our government has put in place have been somewhat ineffective in comparison to people just having the common sense and social
Yeah.
duty
Yeah,
Mm.
to
literally,
stay
yeah.
the fuck home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Social
you-
duty is a big one.
Are you hungry
I
now,
love
QB?
duties. He's got
Well,
If
some.
you,
I've
if
still
you
got
feel
food.
bad for people, feel bad for
Ah,
people in the
right.
chat like Rivix who are working in the healthcare
You were
system
making
in New
me
South
hungry
Wales.
Really?
Mm.
Is he one of your community?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of my little peeps.
Yeah,
running
that's
around,
rough.
it looks.
That's rough. Obviously, I love what I'm seeing around the world about how people are rallying a little bit, not enough in my eyes, but a little bit around that health community. You know, being like, you guys are on the front line, and we really appreciate it.
I actually just saw Google. If you go to google.com and look at their homepage at the moment, it's got a little
Saw that.
little thing. It's like, to all the public health workers and researchers in the scientific community, thank you. It's like, oh, it's actually really
Hey,
nice.
I know I'm new here, but do we ever talk about video games?
Oh, let's definitely talk about
We
video
can.
games.
Go on.
Feel free to take a
Switch
segue.
it
because
up.
I've been over here.
I know you've been trying.
I'm keen for other topics.
I don't know if you've noticed.
I'm looking forward to killing zombies in a like whenever this ends.
Let's go.
Wait, hold on. He doesn't
Resident-
like Fortnite, right? So no, we can't. Sorry.
What are you playing? What
Hey,
are you playing?
I'd even prefer to talk about Fortnite than this.
Then Corona.
Go
Hey,
for
Is
it.
that, do you play Fortnite, do you, Prof?
I play.
Raise your
fucking
hand.
whatever
Raise your hand
I'm,
if you play Fortnite.
I don't at the moment, but I have. Yeah, definitely.
If you have played Fortnite,
yeah,
for
I
a
was
significant
massive into
portion
Fortnite, yeah.
of your fucking streaming career.
I don't know if
Please
I'll
be
ever
the only
play
one that.
Fortnite. QB never has.
Really, QB?
High fives.
Yeah. You
No,
guys are
that
next to
means
each
you
other.
played
you
it.
QB was deep on
I've never played it.
like
PUBG.
what was the
QB
bad
was deep.
Fortnite?
Whoa,
Oh.
wait, whoa, PG.
Excuse me.
Oh, the fucking chicken one.
Yeah, the chicken one. What was it
Oh,
called?
Realm. That game is so
Realms,
good.
Realms Royale.
Yeah,
That
he
game was
deep in
good.
Realm. QB
That-
was
I
deep
got
in Realm.
I
That
got partnered
game,
with them. I was
when
like,
it
That
first
game-
Got
came
partnered
out.
in Realm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That
he's a
game
partner
was
in Realm.
something, that's for sure.
When it first came out, Realm was such a good game. I
it still is a
loved
good
it.
game, but it's
Yeah.
dead.
No, yeah,
It's
so
unfortunately
it's still
dead.
yeah. If you don't have a community, you don't have a good game, and there's just not many people playing it. So, it's
Well, they
unfortunate.
moved all the devs off to their new games anyway. They're just working on skins, so it's dead.
You know
Fresh was
why the
saying that
game
he tried
failed?
to
It's
play
because their devs had ADD. They would balance like, all right, this gun's a little bit OP, nerf it into the ground, and at the same time, this gun's crap, so buff it like out of the world, and then like, and then the next day, like it'd be like 2 days, and they would change everything again. It was crazy. I
That's
don't know
not
what they were
ADD.
thinking.
If they were ADD, they'd try to start changing 50 things at once. Then just
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Do
they
they
couldn't,
have-
it's like they just couldn't do one thing at a time. They had to do everything all the time and go overboard.
yeah.
Do they
Don't
have
even-
zombies in that game?
No.
Are
zombies.
you a zombie fiend?
No, I just like Resident Evil 3 at the moment. I'm all about it.
Okay. I want to
Love
put it out there. I tuned
Love it.
I tuned in the other day to your
Yeah,
stream.
yeah. I was watching. It looked like you were just like rocket launcher.
Walking around with a rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Infinite rocket
Honestly,
launcher.
Infinite
I was
rocket
there. I
launcher.
was there for about an hour, and I didn't say.
Thanks for
anything.
saying hi, you rude bastard.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry.
I
mate.
always
Didn't chat
lurk
at
in
all,
streams,
didn't-
actually.
Yeah,
I hardly
I
ever
lurk in a
chat.
lot of streams, and for
I do
about
it too,
an
don't worry.
hour, you literally walked around. This is it. All right, you ready?
Was it a cheat having infinite rockets?
It's like an in-game cheat. Like you earn it in the game.
Okay.
Why
Wow.
unlock
Yeah.
it for a. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what? As much as I games, I didn't appreciate repetitive gameplay
Of the rocket launcher.
of the rocket launcher.
And that's fine. But I look at Fortnite and I think it's way more repetitive than even that.
Well, you're right.
That's my
Fortnite has
eyes.
its repetitive nature.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're never going to play the exact same game ever.
That's true. But
Neither.
also, you are going to play the same type of game.
Yeah, you're doing the same thing forever.
I don't know.
Debatable.
No, I don't mean I never want to get into it. Your game's shit versus my
Yeah.
game. Like
Yeah, everyone
Again,
says their preferences. That's
exactly,
I don't give a
yeah.
shit.
and I can see what you mean about the rocket launcher, but that is just a tiny mode of the game that I'm trying.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
The thing is, like, whenever I hear people like talk shit on Fortnite, I ask them, "Have you ever played it?" And they say no. And I was like that as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because
Guilty.
Aussie,
I was
mate,
like
come
that
on,
as
you might as
well.
well get in.
It's
Hey,
a
look,
good
I-
game. Like, don't.
I
be
have not
mistaken.
today. Like
It's, yeah.
I have not said Fortnite is shit.
Yeah, but why not? Why not give it a go? You never know.
Hey,
Oh, no,
Woke,
I'm not- I'm
Woke,
not
hold
giving it a
on.
go.
I'm pretty sure I had this
But, like-
exact conversation with you when I was playing Fortnite, and you were like, "Oh, it's so shit. I'm never gonna play it. It's a cartoon.
probably.
Why would I ever play Fortnite? It sucks so
And that-
much."
And that was me when
Who
it
was
first
saying
came
that?
out.
That was
problem
Woke
with
saying
Fortnite-
that. Woke was saying that, and Prof
I was
apparently
playing
as well.
PUBG at the time.
I was playing
honest
PUBG.
problem with it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't take a break. Like if you, I've been.
Yeah.
I don't even play it anymore, but I did play it like since before the Battle
Yeah,
Royale party
yeah.
had started, right? I'd stopped in like January, like
Yeah.
December, stopped playing the game. You take, I went back like a month later, everyone was so much fucking better. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have any
the
break.
learning-
And also, all
the
these
learning
kids,
curve is
man.
huge.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
not even that.
mean-
It's just like being someone in his 30s. My reaction times are obviously shit now because these
Yeah.
kids can literally like you're
That's
talking
why I
playing
stopped.
against people who can build like 6 different things exactly where they want them in 3D space in under a second.
It's like Prof.
And it's like,
Yeah, honestly, I
Playing
was
against Prof.
Cracked.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, any game that has a slightly competitive element to it can be like that, though. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
true.
literally any game that can be competitive at all. People are just going to shit on you sometimes.
Try to compete with pros in Age of Empires.
Legit.
Do it. You honestly can't do
Try
it.
try go play Counter Strike when you're a fucking noob and versus the best player ever. You're never going to kill them.
Yeah,
Fortnite,
yeah.
you can kill them sometimes, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
because a
I'll tell you
little
what,
kid.
like-
Because Fortnite because Epic Games go, he's a mech that can do fucking everything. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that was not
That
not
was very
fun.
interesting.
But
You know
yeah, when
what,
I played
Fortnite-
PUBG and
But-
Fortnite came out, I was like, "Fuck this stupid little cartoon bitch
Yeah.
game.
Why is
Fuck
it a
off."
cartoon game? That's what I said.
That's what
So,
Yeah.
that's
how,
what I said.
how do you go interacting with chat when you're playing?
I think
I
I
think
did
that does
Great.
pretty good.
Fantastic.
a lot.
Yeah,
But
I
It
can.
honestly,
has,
yeah.
it has
So-
I would say it's almost the perfect amount of downtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I even have an emote in my chat. A guy came into my chat. His name was Barry something, and I was like,
Barry.
I always pause. I'm always pausing and I'm chatting with chat. Sometimes I'm on pause for like 5-10 minutes, just
Yeah.
chatting and stuff like that. And there we
The
go.
temptation is there with offline games.
And you
yeah.
can't do that with things like Fortnite. And
No.
I know friends who stream Fortnite and COD and all that, and I go into their streams and have trouble interacting with the streamer.
Mm.
But that doesn't mean like there's people who are good at it and people who are bad at it. Right?
Yes,
So,
100%.
I personally would find it really hard to do.
Yeah.
It is hard to stream it and still play well.
Well,
I'd say
It's
that
a
much.
delicate balance to try to
Yeah.
strike. And I struggle. When you first start doing it, you struggle, to be
Mm.
honest. But, I mean, it's the same with PUBG. You struggle. You know,
But,
PUBG has a way longer
Yeah.
downtime.
I think
a way longer downtime.
but I think for the battle royale games lend themselves very well to streaming because you
I
have
think they're perfect.
because
for
when you
streaming.
come into the game, it's it takes a while to build up, you know, and you'll be running around, you're collecting loot, you might find some people, and then as you get towards the end game, people are watching and it's intense because
Yeah.
there's like
they don't
want to
chat. They want to see
Yeah,
what's going
I
on.
want to see you win.
Yeah.
And
That's
I mean,
big.
I've been in so many where I'll say something to the stream, and they're
Poor
too.
Licky, by the way, has been quiet
Especially
this
Call of
entire
Duty,
time.
though. Especially Call of Duty, they're
I
too
can't
talk when she
relate.
wants.
they're too much sort of involved in the game, and then by the time they're dead or whatever, they'll check chat for the 10 seconds until they respawn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's just bad engagement. That's on the
well,
stream.
yeah.
that's-
See,
yeah.
like myself, even if I'm in a kind of a fight, I'll have a quick peep at chat because that's what I like doing. I like talking to fucking chat.
Correct. Yeah,
And if
that's
it
what I
gets me
meant. There's
killed
people who are good
sometimes,
at
it's
it and
fine.
bad at it.
I found it very hard streaming Siege and interacting actually because that game is so on the knife point. Like, oh, you got to shoot someone. Like, and if you miss it, you miss your little tiny half a second window of shooting someone. Compared to Fortnite, which was a lot easier to interact.
I think that's why I didn't really get into Siege as well.
Mm.
That's
because-
why I don't stream it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I know that I'd love that game, and I know that I could get good at it.
Mm.
If I can't really keep talking to the chat, like,
Yeah.
what's the point, really?
Well, it's true.
Prof knows what's up.
It's true.
Mm.
Sorry, Barry.
Barry.
Sorry, Barry. Yeah, because there was some dude who came in, Barry, wasn't it? And he was just like,
I want to find him. I want to find him
he was just like, this
because
guy,
he's a meme now.
just play the game.
Yeah, he-
Stop chatting.
I don't know how long he was in my channel. One line, he just said, "You pause too much. I'm out of here." And that was all he ever said.
Oh, sorry,
All he
Barry.
ever said. And then the next couple of times I'd pause the game, I'd say, "Oh, sorry, Barry." Every time I'd pause and chat, and yeah, it started from there.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. If I can't pause the game, I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, but don't you worry about that, like the content? Like, I don't know. Like to me, when a gamer is like just chatting, when it's just chatting, no, they've got a game in the background. Usually I'm there to watch the game as well as interact with them a little bit.
Yeah.
But the game is a big part of it. Unless they're
Yeah.
on a just chatting thing where I'm like, if I'm tuning in, I'm here to just chat and just be with the streamer. Don't you ever worry about the fact that like you're pausing a game? that
You have to
people
get the
are
balance right. You have to get the balance right, definitely.
Mm.
I'm always checking with my chat. Like, I don't like missing too much of the chat and stuff like that.
I hate it. I literally
I hate-
scroll
I
up
hate
and
that
find
as well,
shit.
Yeah. So, and then occasionally, if it gets too hectic, then that's when I'll have a moment to
I'll pause.
pause and catch up.
Yeah.
And hopefully, my gameplay is bringing people in as well. But I reckon most people are there to interact as well, not just one or the other.
Yeah.
But you'd have to find that balance. Like I don't like just chatting streams either. So
I've been really enjoying just chatting lately. I don't
Just
know
chatting.
why.
I've been
good
really
time.
enjoying
Chatting's
Licky's
crack.
just chatting.
Licky's just chatting.
What games do you play, Licky? Do you do much gaming or?
I meant me as just chatting, by the way, not other.
Yeah.
Like I've never even used the just chatting like category.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
never used it.
I didn't for a long time as well. I just fucking started streaming when I was like loading my game up.
Yeah.
for a while. Like past year I have.
Yeah, Licky, what have you been playing? Have you been chatting a lot?
Kind of. I've been doing a lot of COD. I've been doing a lot of COD.
The new one.
Yeah, a bit of both. A little bit of both. So Warzone and just normal Modern Warfare.
Normal COD.
Do you like
I
Warzone?
haven't played either of them.
They're good.
Yeah.
I kind of got out of COD. I'm kind of like done with COD.
I've
It burnt
never
me out.
been a COD player, so
Yeah, I've never
it's so
played it
hard
either.
to adjust to shit.
Call of Duty
Yeah.
2. Call of Duty 2, my favorite.
Modern
Modern
Warfare,
Warfare 2
for
or
me.
number?
No, number 2.
Oh.
I think I was old enough to play
The
that
one back
game.
in '97.
It was like a Xbox 360 launch title. I remember that. So that was like 2007 or 8 or something. Loved that game.
Wasn't far off.
Loved that game.
Mm.
That was an awesome
Yeah.
game.
COD for me, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not really. I haven't played it much.
What was that? Warzone?
Sorry, yeah, the new ones. I
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2, I went really hard on, and Black Ops 1, I played quite frequently, but not even as hard as Modern Warfare 2. And then from then on, I barely played, and it just burnt out. It burnt me out.
Yeah.
I think the first COD that I played was the one where you could start running on walls.
Mm.
And I was like,
Modern
huh?
Warfare 3,
Oh.
Nah,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
Modern
No, it's
Warfare.
Infinite
Advanced.
Warfare.
Infinite Warfare.
Or
Isn't it?
Advanced Warfare?
I don't know.
I don't think
Oh, one of
Advanced.
them.
Black Ops
it
3.
might-
Black Ops 3.
I think.
There we
Yeah.
go.
That
Chat
was
will
the
know.
first COD I'd ever played, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Because I'd been just playing Counter-Strike and PUBG and
Mm.
Fortnite, and then cunts are literally boosting around like ridiculous speed, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, it was fine. I
How
had
many
fun.
Black Ops are there? God damn
There's
it.
fucking 23,000.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
COD is
Uh,
like ridiculous.
we're at
COD
the
is-
Black Ops 23,000, are we? Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
makes COD is like the same level as Apple.
Activision.
Like,
Activision.
they
100%.
they
That's a
just
great
released the
comparison.
same thing with a tiny bit
Mm.
changed every fucking.
But people
few
keep
months.
buying it.
And people keep
Everyone
buying
keeps
it 'cause
buying
they've done
it.
Yeah.
Swear.
Literally.
So why would they
So
not?
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
They're selling Game of the Year like 10 years in a row. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
keep
But
doing it,
hey.
I'd say. But I'm not going to play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I really
no,
want to play the latest campaigning call. That's what I would.
Oh,
Yeah,
in
I'd
this
play the
newest one.
single. Yeah, because it looks really cool. But I'm not paying $100 to play it 5 hours.
Have you played the campaign in the newest one, Licky?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it took me about an hour.
Oh,
to get
that's
through it.
not very long.
Okay.
Eh?
But
buddy.
it's a bit
pro
I don't know.
gamer.
It's really like you have
It's
to
ver-
shoot a child in it.
And it's pretty
Yeah.
intense. I watched a friend stream it. I
Wow.
want to play it. But
Man, COD have done
Yeah,
some
wait,
weird stuff with
do you
their
have
campaigns.
to shoot that child? I thought you had a choice.
No.
You
What?
actually have to.
Wow.
Or that won't continue.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
that's
sure-
why it was only an hour for you. You shot the
and then it's done.
over.
You
Campaign
shoot the
done.
child, and then it's like police units have been sent to your house.
Well, how was that one in the first Modern Warfare where you're literally walking through an airport terminal and you're just like, and you're a terrorist and you're shooting hundreds of people, just like innocent people. That was part of the campaign, and you couldn't stop
Yeah.
it. You had to do it.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They've done some weird stuff, God.
Interesting.
Pretty sure when I first watched Licky streaming, she was playing. I reckon it would have been Black Ops 2, maybe. Maybe it was 3. Like the
Well,
very.
we're up to
first-
23,000. So how
Yeah,
do you?
true. That was
That's a
20
while ago.
20,000 years
That
ago.
was actually that was actually 2 months ago.
Yeah, one every
That's how
minute.
often they pump them out. Nicole, let's play some Warzone.
I'm down.
I'm
I'm
down.
bad at it.
We
I'm
can
not
play
bad at
crossplay,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I played
Yeah.
multiplayer back, Call of Duty 2 and 3, and then whatever the one after that was, and I got my ass kicked so much by the end of that.
Mm.
I remember I got like 2 kills and died like 50 times, and that was the last time I played it multiplayer ever. It was just like, I'm getting so
I
shit
think
at
the
this.
best I've
That
done
is-
on multiplayer for this one was 114 kills and
What?
20 deaths.
I mean, that's a few
or
kills.
18 deaths.
That's a few kills.
That's my best one. The others
Wow.
are
All right, that's
70.
better than I've
114.
ever performed on COD.
I
I
feel like
played
the thing-
COD 2.
It takes me to warm up. When it first came out, I was trash at it, but I really like COD, so I just stuck with it. But it doesn't take long to like kick in.
I
Nice.
think if I play COD, I have to like not care at all because I feel like with COD you have like
You get
one
so
really
angry.
good game and then you get shat on for the next
Yeah.
3 games, and I just
Yeah,
can't.
it's kind of
I'm
like TikTok.
I'm fucking done.
What?
But I've it's kind of like TikTok.
Oh,
Well,
what
yeah,
gets shat
what you
on
get,
TikTok?
you get like a really good thing, and you're like,
Right,
oh, that's so
okay.
funny, and then you watch like 10 absolute trash.
And all the while you do
bullshit.
it, there's a
Yeah,
I'm
and then
not
you
saying
realize
it.
you've been playing it
Sorry.
for 3 hours, and you're really angry.
Yeah.
What's worse, I've been playing CS, and in the background there's someone playing Animal Crossing who's on our team. So he'll die, then you immediately hear this over the microphone. And it's just going on for
And you're like, are
hours.
you focusing?
Hello, what are
We're
you
trying
doing?
to win.
Is anyone going to get into that new game, Valorant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
so.
love to.
Has
Yeah.
anyone tried it?
What is
We
it?
can't.
no,
you have to
because
be
they-
from America or
They
fucking.
kind of shafted us, mate. Yeah.
No, I
fucked
thought,
us.
I would have been sure that Prof would have got one.
What game
They
is it?
shafted us. Valorant.
There's no
How have I
there's no
not
keys
heard of
for
it?
OCE.
I know.
It's not out yet. The reason for that.
So does
That's
no one
what
here,
it's
literally
about.
no one other than just single player games?
No. Oh, well, I've got a couple on my to-do list. Playing.
What do
I
you got?
just started Doom, the original, the first Doom. Oh, like
Yep, the reboot.
remake.
Yep, good game.
Reboot. Obviously because the remaster, the second one, just Eternal, just came out,
Mhm.
and I was like, I want to get into it, so I started playing it, but my computer can't handle streaming and playing it at the same time.
Well, it should be able to soon.
It's a pretty intense game.
Yeah. I've got a GPU. I got a 2060 Super sitting in the corner there that I need to install in my PC, and then I'll be able
And
to stream and
finally,
play.
he also got an SSD. Welcome
And
to
I
the
also got an
20th century,
SSD.
mate.
I can't believe
Yeah,
it.
Do you know-
right here,
I
right
don't. I couldn't even tell you what's in my PC. Mate of mine built it for.
So yeah, I'll be back on with that. Also Near Automata, which I've been wanting to
Ooh.
play for years. It's
Yeah.
been out for a while,
Mm.
and
That's probably
I
next on my
downloaded.
list.
I bought that on a cheap sale recently that I really want to play, and a couple of other games, but they're the main ones. I started playing. I played a bit. One of my mates has a VR system, and we played.
Pistol
Crap.
Whip, Beat Saber.
Half-Life.
No. Half-Life.
Alex.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alex. Half-Life. Alex.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
so bad.
I'm jealous.
We played like
Yeah.
probably like 2 hours of it or something like that, and dude, really good.
What's
I
Like,
wish
um,
I was a
I'm-
billionaire and could get a VR
It's-
setup.
Honestly,
What
he
VR
got-
did they
he got
have?
Gifted.
What
He got
system?
gifted.
Yeah, what's
His
this?
Oculus
I was
Rift.
going to say, did someone say?
We got-
Did you say it's bad, Altari?
No, I said I want it real bad. I've got
Oh,
a,
I
I've got
would-
a
I
HTC
would
Vive.
fucking
I
love
was
it.
like, I
Playing
wanted to
that.
I wanted to upgrade to the Steam Index or Valve Index,
Yeah.
but it's like $2,000. And
Yeah,
I'm really
that's
out here, it's like,
ridiculous.
I'm not
This
doing that.
playing
It's too
half-
expensive.
Playing Half-Life Alex with him was my first experience with VR,
Oh shit.
and I was blown away. He was like, "You're
Yeah.
privileged to have this as your first experience."
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of shit, but he was
There's
like,
a lot of trash.
That game is incredible. I was blown away, and I was like, dude, how much was this? And because I want one right now. And he was like, my boss, who's like a billionaire, gifted it to him for his birthday.
Oh wow.
And he was like, I would never have bought one of these myself.
They're not
Okay.
that
The
like.
price
They'd need
point-
another-
The price point is still
Yeah.
too high.
Yeah.
For,
They
like,
need
your
another.
your regular
Well,
guy.
first of all, the price would need to come down. Then they need life, Alex's, before it's worthwhile. Like,
Well, to be honest, I think it's worth it for one. Even one. You
Beat
get
Saber.
that taste. Because if everybody gets that taste, like I got the
Oh.
taste, and I'm like frothing at the bit to get my hands on a.
I meant to
VR system
justify
right now.
buying it though. Like, I don't want to buy it for one.
There's a.
Mm.
I can list a bunch of
I don't
games
know.
if you want them.
Yeah, but I can say that because I haven't tried it. You've tried it, so
As soon as you try it, you'll be like, "This is the future of gaming."
No, it is. You don't even
Yeah.
have to try
Yeah.
it to know that. It's literally going to be fucking ridiculous.
I mean, you can say
kinda
that,
hope
and you
it's
can
not.
say that you know it. You can say that you know it, but when you experience it, you go. I honestly, I got in there and I was like, "This." I picked up a can off the floor
Oh,
and
yeah,
I threw it at somebody. I threw it at a
Oh, yeah.
cat,
yeah,
and the
exactly.
cat was like,
See that's
"Meow,"
see that's
and ran
something
away.
that's in a
And
bunch
I
of
was
games
like,
anyway.
I was like,
That's not
"What
even the.
fuck?"
Yeah.
No. But there's something. There's something different about
Yeah,
doing
How it
that's
felt.
because you're actually doing it.
Doing
That's
that.
why.
No, I mean in VR games, that's a mechanism that a lot of VR games have.
Oh yeah, no, 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
So it's,
But like the world is so realistic in
Yeah.
Alex. Like you looking at it and you're like, whoa.
I think the most like
Shit.
awesome sort of.
I was
VR
like
thing-
drawing. I was drawing penises on a window, and
Of
and
course you
then
would.
like
And they were
I've
amazing.
only just met you and I'm not.
True.
yeah, sorry, didn't mean to share that, but anyway, great game. 100% recommend if you have the money to spend on a VR console, which
Hell
I
no.
wish I did. I
Maybe
don't.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
when it's-
Yeah.
Can't even
the
afford a
thing.
Switch. What do
I
you
don't.
mean?
I don't.
Right.
And so I'm thinking about trying to tee up borrowing the VR system off him and doing like a bit of a cheeky.
How do you think VR will go with streaming?
I've
Okay,
done it.
great. People do it.
Have you
Yeah.
seen Have you seen?
I haven't seen too many.
PewDiePie has done a few.
I got a clip if you want to watch it. I think anyone from my chat will know what I'm about to link.
Man, drop it in, drop it in chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, PewDiePie's done quite a few YouTube green screen semi-stream videos of him playing like VR games,
Hmm.
and it's really entertaining to watch.
Yeah. I meant
As
more
long- as long as you do,
from
like,
a
the
mass market point of view, like every streamer, like
Oh, okay.
an
It is a
everyday
bit-
streamer.
It's a little bit hard to watch because of
Yeah.
how like jagged the movements are. Because you're not used
And-
to looking through someone else's
chat.
eyes and then being like, I don't know how it goes, like getting a chat overlay, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it'd be
It's
good.
simple enough to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
easy.
I'm
Just-
pretty
Okay.
sure it's
Yeah.
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 So I'm trying to find this clip, but
That would actually be handy if the chat's like already in front of your face.
Yeah,
Or
that's-
you can
that's
have
probably-
it. You can have it in a set area. Like if you look up, it'll be there.
there's a good one where my
Or you
cat
can
just
have it
pulls
on
down
your-
part of the green screen.
Oh, yeah. So it's not blocking your
Classic.
actual gameplay, but you can look at it.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
did-
people
I
have
did
it on
that,
their
um,
wrists.
yeah. You can have it on your
Whoa.
on your arm or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd
Have
be
you
awesome.
have any
You can
of
have
you
it like a
guys?
watch or something. That clip, I had it. I can't even remember, but I hit it from stream. I think the chat.
Yeah, look
That
at the
was
cat.
like-
That's so
Yeah, no,
good.
the cat just like rips down the fucking.
I definitely,
stupid cat
I
rips down
definitely-
the green screen.
It's just
Monopolize.
Beat Saber,
Yeah, I
I
did a
definitely-
charity stream of it. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a horrible outfit.
I definitely monopolized.
But
the
hang on, is
conversation
that-
there,
is
but
that
have
your
any of you
cat?
guys
Like-
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this cat down there.
Yeah, mate.
That's hilarious.
That's fucking Brutus. He rips the fucking
Brutus.
wall off, mate.
Brutus is.
You know what? You need to do
Oh.
that, but have like something the cat can actually see, like that it's like lasers on the floor that it's playing.
Oh, I've
Oh
got a-
wait, did you see
I've
that
got a-
video recently of the dog with the VR goggles on?
One of my friends streamed
And
from
it
her
was
house,
like- it was
and
like-
the cat like
That would be
Birds in
amazing.
the sky. The dog was
Yeah.
like following the birds in the sky, going like
Yeah.
like barking at the birds and stuff. It
I
was
think we
great.
found the future of Twitch. Just put the headset on your
Honestly, I've said the
True.
future of Twitch for a while now. I've said that the future of Twitch is just like animal streams, live streams, 24/7 animal live streams.
Did you guys see that anime chick stream? That's like she's only streamed like twice or
oh
something.
the
and she-
3D thing. Yeah,
And she had like crazy amount of viewers and subs and stuff. I think she's like an anime cam girl.
Shit, yeah.
So it was on like all the Twitch fails things and heaps of like Soda and all those like big streamers.
Sounds
were
like something I would tune
loving
into though.
That's crazy.
Nicola,
I
you
know
gonna
I
get
kind
into
of-
some VR. No.
what was the
No
question?
worries. Have a good one.
What was that?
I missed
Yeah,
the talk.
Nicole. You said Nicole.
Oh nah, I can't hear shit, man. I'm so sorry. I can't hear
Turn us
shit.
down. Have you not altered everyone's individual volume?
Yeah, use it as screaming over the top
Just
of each
turn us all down.
Can't.
I described
Can
what
I
we're doing.
I was just gonna say because Prof, you're like super quiet for me. Can I change that?
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, if
right
you
click his
right click
picture.
on him, his
Right
picture.
click me.
Ah, god damn it!
Hey.
Just
I'll have to turn
There
me
we go.
down.
right click on Woke's one and then just slide
turn it
down,
right
left,
down.
left.
Right down. See you, woke. Like yeah, I'm in heaven now.
Yeah, there we go.
Have I been that loud? Surely not.
Not that
I
loud.
can't wait
though.
for you to watch this back.
Yeah, and then Prof. Every time Prof was talking,
You're like, hello, mouse? Yes.
QB was really loud for me at the
I'm
start.
probably not much better, to be honest.
Every
so-
time I watch back these podcasts, I'm like, oh my god, how drunk was I?
Oh, I
you're not
can't watch
drunk,
it
are
back.
you?
Do you never watch back your own streams?
No.
I hate
Never.
the sound of my voice so
I
much.
always watch them.
Wow.
I sound
do.
like I'm the dumbest cunt ever.
I make
can't
YouTube
do it.
videos. I'm
I
always
myself,
here on
but I
my.
still watch it back. I
Yeah,
still
Sometimes
yeah.
know
some of the
what's wrong
clips,
where-
like
It's really good. It's really good for like improving your stream.
Yeah, no, I know
I
it
don't-
is,
yeah.
but I just can't. I know that I could, but I'm just like, every time I hear myself start talking, I'm like,
You're an idiot.
I
I'm
love
like
your
a
more
voice,
when I'm
Prof.
gaming.
No homo or full homo. I fucking love your voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Some
love
of
your
some
voice
of
too.
my concentrating faces
Not
are
as much
cool
as
while
I
I'm
love
gaming.
Licky,
I just,
Licky's voice.
just
I had someone say no homo in my chat yesterday or the day before, and I was like, dude, actually saying that is
It's-
being
is-
homophobic.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Yeah, fucking
Just
ban
it's
that.
just a
You,
mean.
you corrected yourself, QB. Like,
Yeah.
but if you're saying it and meaning it, not using
Yeah,
it as
the
a
meaning
joke,
is the
yeah,
part.
yeah,
The meaning it is the part, yeah.
yeah, context and inflection and all that. But the way that this person said it,
If people say that in my chat, I say, "Are you a homo?" And they say, "Oh no, no, no!" And I say, "You're lucky.
yeah, correct.
Well done.
You're so close to being banned."
Man, I love how honest you are. It's so good.
It's just so funny. I like making people feel awkward. It's good. It's a good time.
That's
Yeah, you
great.
do
That's
it.
kinda
You
what
do it
I
a
did
lot,
with
but
it.
you do it in a way that it's acceptable because you call them out on their shit. So it's like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah,
It's never toxic calling out. It's always it's
Even
always
like even
allowed.
regulars in his chat, they'll say something stupid and he'll be like, "That's a stupid
Oh
thing to
yeah,
say."
100%. Yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
Actually,
I quite like it because you call people out on their insecurities as well, and you're like you're like kind of like, man, that is a total insecurity. You need to
Yeah.
work on
Oh,
that.
when people are talking shit,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
I say this is the reason why you're saying this thing.
Yeah. And I love that as well because it makes them go away and go like, oh,
Fuck.
after a while, sometimes they fight you on it, but
Yeah,
sometimes they go away and they're like, oh, maybe I need to work.
Talking about calling people out, Licky and
Oh, shit.
Prof,
Where's this going?
maybe more Licky and QB. We haven't seen that individual who was pretending to be someone for quite a
Yep.
long time now.
Wow.
Oh,
They've
crazy.
completely disappeared.
You need to quickly fill in Altari and
An Aussie. All right.
gang.
Well,
An
there
Aussie,
was a oh man, it's a long story, but there was a person.
just give them a quick skim down.
Quick rundown. A person who always seemed a little bit iffy, and had some really crazy stories that never lined up. Like he had heart transplants and was in the Air Force, and things like that didn't really line up properly. And had
all
a
by the
crushed
age of
hand.
12.
Yeah, and he was like in Twitch chat, like, "How do I get to the hospital? I'm trying to drive to the hospital, a crushed hand."
Oh,
And I
we
was
all
like,
know one of
"Dude,
those.
get on the
okay.
thing."
Yeah, because you're going to be on Twitch while you're doing that.
While you're doing that, exactly. So then everyone knew about it. And then next minute, he apparently died. So he had all these health problems, and then he died. 1 maybe or 2
Did he
days
let you
after.
go in chat?
Well, yeah. So 1 day after he died, his partner comes in to start connecting with everyone, and yeah, it was started like talking to everyone, and I don't think that they were dead.
Some people, I don't know. Some people like attention.
That transition.
And some people like
And
attention.
they are. Yeah, I don't think they'll do.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We all knew where the story was going.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, it
almost
was-
that's like Munchausen by Twitch chat.
yeah,
like-
it was crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But like this person, like donated a lot of money to Licky Constable. Like they were pretty active members of everyone's community, so it was weird.
Hmm.
And then I had this weird account that was lurking me the last couple of days called Fresh Talks Pre-Recorded. So I started freaking out, and they've taken my
How
picture.
did you not discover it that
Picture
quick, Fresh?
of me
I
and
told
my-
him. I told him the day I made it that it was me.
I literally told him within me knowing about it for like 5 minutes. I was like, "It's QB, you fucking
QB.
idiot."
Oh dear.
Anyway, it was
have
cute.
you, Ozzy? Have you ever had anything like that?
Oh, you get people that are looking for attention in your chat for sure. I had one recently that always their first comment in my chat. They come to most of my something terrible that had happened to them that day, and it was always just straight away like. And my chat's they're all pretty nice and pretty friendly, and they were always like it'd be the next 5 minutes of people trying to make them feel better. And I'd be like, okay, every single time you come into my chat, you're actually dragging everyone's mood down. And I just called them out on it. I said, what you should do is come in and say hi first. How are you? And if we ask you how you are, feel free. I don't want anyone to ever not feel like they can
pretend.
tell us.
Yeah.
If they're going through something bad, I want it to be a place that they can come
100%.
and get help. But the main reason that I want them to come and do that is so that we can all have fun together and raise that mood, not lower.
For sure.
the mood.
100%.
That's
Like-
the same with
Look
me
at it.
as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna link you a little something.
Oh,
A
hello.
little something.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Treat yourself.
it's
OnlyFans.com.
Altari's OnlyFans. It's just him with his cat
Yeah,
in front of his
Irish.
crotch.
Meow.
Mamo was talking about my OnlyFans just before. Fucking Mamo.
Yeah, I've had like people come in and be like, "Oh, dude, this person's about to kill themselves."
Fuck you.
Oh,
Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked.
Ah,
God, I hate
Don't
you.
share links, Altari. Who you fucking think you
I said I was linking.
quick,
Make
permit
that
him.
sub,
Alright.
bitch.
Keely's got you covered. Paste it again.
Yeah,
Keely and Kelsey have both permitted you.
it's called
Double
factitious
permit.
disorder, or Munchausen syndrome.
Munchausen.
Munchausen.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Named after Baron Munchausen.
Definitely German.
It's a fake character in
They're pretending to have a mental illness.
Aussie in
Oh, man. Sorry. I nearly answered chat. I don't know how that worked.
Mate, you can answer chat. That's fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
No, go for it. Yeah. If
Oh.
you want to pull chat in, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the one Mad Mike just
At
mentioned.
your own
Had a guy-
grill.
Do you know what
Who's
this
like-
kind of reminds me of? Fresh, you might know this, is Mike Glamucci.
I know of that person. Yeah.
And how he pretended he's a Christian kid who was part of Planet Shakers and pretended he had cancer
Yeah. He pretended he had cancer for a long time.
a long
And he
time,
didn't.
and he didn't, and he
Yeah.
was just doing it to be like, look how cured I am.
Yeah.
To the, thanks God.
I think there was something else he had that was bad. But yeah,
you can
either
have
way.
cancer for a long time.
Yeah. No, that's true. No.
You either die or shit. It's a dumb.
Yeah, I had a guy in my chat that was saying how drunk he was and talking about being out drinking with his sister, and then couldn't get home. So he's like, "It's all right. I'm just gonna drive."
Talking
Are we
about
going back to incest again in a minute?
No,
back to
Mike got
incest.
excited. But then he's like chatting in my chat saying, "It's okay. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just driving us home."
People are so annoying.
Like-
eh?
Like as if you're drinking and driving and chatting to me on Twitch at the same time.
Yeah.
Hold on, just got to stop. Someone with blue lights is behind me.
Yeah.
Some people are so stupid, eh? It's entertaining though to laugh at them,
Hmm.
you know, because they're not actually doing any of that shit. They're literally in their room, covered in
Exactly.
fucking crumbs and.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Crumbs.
Their own room.
Wait, was crumbs code for something?
Whoa.
I mean, it wasn't, but if you
Yeah,
want.
take out the R.
Covered in
Where's that
crumbs.
emote? I need to drop
You
that.
need my
emote.
GIF.
Where is it? Yeah, fuck. Where's your channel?
What is? I don't,
It's not an emo. It's like a little clip that I play.
but you've got a covered in crumbs emote. What?
No.
No, what?
We've already moved on from that.
Oh, sorry.
My
I missed that.
goodness.
Yum.
Well, I think Woke knows what I meant.
Is it
Yeah, I've been there. It's like a screen where there's like all these and stuff everywhere.
You just cut it out a lot. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, it's like a screen where he's like got heaps of question marks everywhere.
Ah.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like,
I've seen that.
I don't know what chat's saying.
And then this like the word chat just flies over my.
Yeah, and I think I was in stream the other day when someone was like, "Surely that is your next emote," and I have to agree with them.
Yeah,
I
right.
The
would
chat
use
one?
the chat one because I would use that so much.
What, in Fresh
I need
chat?
a new emo.
Yeah,
slot.
in Fresh's chat, 100%.
Fresh,
Fucking
you're the
crack kids
I
in there.
don't, I
Seriously.
don't understand you, Fresh. Sometimes
What?
people say some like slightly subtle things, but it's not very subtle, and you just have no idea. You're like, what? You're like, what do you mean that this person did this? And it's obviously like a meme, and you're just
Oh.
like, you have no fucking clue.
I've got
Literally.
really bad.
And
Wait,
you-
is Prof
you
talking
talk
about,
about it.
Fresh or me?
No, I'm talking about Fresh.
Because that is so me.
And
We're
Fresh
getting
will be
old.
like 10 minutes later, wait, so what were you meaning when you said that? And everyone's just like, holy shit.
Dude,
my
I
God,
work with
guys.
people from the age of 12 to 18 all day, every day. I know what they talk about. You guys all like have a
Stupid shit.
crazy ability. Yeah, exactly. Just memes. It's just memes.
Yeah, like the
24/7.
other day.
It's just that's
The other
worrying
day-
that it's all memes.
Okay,
Other
so the
day.
other day I raided Fresh, right? And I typed my fucking raid message like Prof Raddy, and then I did like this, right? I went like this. I came in like that, and he's like, "Why aren't your emotes working, Prof? What the heck? What the heck? Is my chat broken?"
Wait, why
Literally
weren't they?
for five-
Still
I
don't
typed
get
it on purpose to fucking show
Oh.
that.
Oh, I just got that
Like-
then.
That's great.
So like
That is
a bunch
awesome.
of my stream that came in. We all spammed that, and he's like, "What the hell? I know that shocks an emote." He's like, "There, I just did it. Why is it working?"
That's
when you
exactly
type it?"
that was exactly what I
Holy
said.
shit.
That's literally
I
word for
know.
word.
Do you know how much of just that conversation I don't get? Even you explaining it went over my head.
The worst things like some bigger streamers I've heard stories from are like they like some random kid in a shop will be like, "Are you whoever?" and then they'll start like repeating things from like random YouTube videos. It's like,
Oh, man.
God, I'd just kill me now.
And you're like,
Yeah.
I don't remember that YouTube video from like 6 months ago. What do you fucking
I
want?
can't remember.
And they're
what
like, "I do. I watch it every single day before bed."
Aw. Like it's sweet, and that, but it's
It
like,
is,
oh my God,
it
if like a random, I can only imagine like someone like some random.
Have any of you
person,
been
like-
recognised from your Twitch streams?
No
But if
fucking
I was, I
way.
think
I live
I'd
in New
cry.
Zealand.
Only by friends who want to fucking make fun of me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
recognized at I played a gig with my band down somewhere, and it was for like a lot of people
With your band.
with my band. I mean, I don't. It's just a cover band. It's just like it's not like a real band. It's like
Is there anything you
we
don't
just-
do?
Sorry.
we just we play at like weddings or
Hold up.
corporate gigs or something.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Wait, you
Hey,
didn't know
hey
it?
mate. Hey mate, your friend in IRL.
All
Do you know
right,
what?
well,
Even I knew that. How do you
I
know?
play-
I was
Hey,
like-
this is.
Yeah.
I'm not Mr. Work right now. I'm Matthew.
I was going to say, I was like, who's the new guy?
You're in a fucking band.
No,
I
but it's,
literally don't
it's
recognise
not
you
like
right now.
What do you play? The triangle?
Well, takes the
this
glasses
one-
off and the
That's
hat off.
Keely's hair, prof.
This one was drums. I play it depends. I play guitar, bass,
there he
drums,
is.
but this one was
There
drums.
he is.
And
I'm back.
I was so I was playing at a gig like down somewhere, and I was like packing up my drums afterwards because drums take a bloody million years to pack up, and I'm like doing it, and this guy comes up and he's standing like in front of me like a meter away, and I was like, "Oh hey man, like how you going?" He's like, "Oh sweet gig," and I was like, "Oh thanks," and then he just kept standing there. I was like, "Oh like what are you doing? Like what are you doing?" And he was like, "Are you fresh from Twitch?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like.
And he recognized your fucking head.
He
eh?
recognized me from like when I had 2 viewers and he was this rando dude who was watching
That's
me.
fucking
He's never
crazy.
around anymore. His
Yeah.
name's Spiffy Bub. But yeah.
Oh, Spiffy. I know Spiffy.
I had
How do you know? There you go.
at Christmas just gone. Well,
Remember.
it wasn't just gone anymore, was it? But I went to family like Christmas thingy, and one of my cousins had a new boyfriend.
Oh.
She went to introduce him to me, and he nearly pissed his pants. Like, I know
No.
you. I know you.
Wow.
no.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
That's so funny.
terrified. I'll be like doing a talk at some point.
Yeah.
He was
Someone
like, he
will come
could
like,
not
"Are you
get any
blah,
words
blah?"
out. This
It's him.
could not get the words out. He's
That's crazy.
That's
Oh.
that's. I was like, God, man.
Did you know
I'm
him?
not big. No, I never met him. Like, he
Okay.
was the new boyfriend of one of my.
But did you know his name from chat at all or no?
Yeah, I knew the name from chat after,
Yeah.
after we got to that. Yeah,
That's
but,
great. That's so
fucking
good.
funny.
small world. That's all I was thinking.
I can't believe that I didn't know that you played the drums.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Oh, well, have you mentioned it to me?
But like, I don't know. It's like a big part of my life. I just can't believe.
Yeah,
I've never
I
ever
guess
brought
so.
it up in conversation, but how do you know?
Did you know that I also played the drums?
Do you actually play the drums?
Yeah.
Oh well, I didn't know that. Mate, we need to get to know each other. Look, to be fair,
Oh!
we like never
Nice,
see each
bro,
other in
nice.
real life these days. Not that anyone sees anyone in real life these days, but we only
Yeah.
see each other online these days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I have like my IRL
How do you
Yeah.
two know each other?
IRL online friends.
We initially went to school together, and then he tried to steal
Yeah.
my wife. So that's probably the only two ways.
Oh, we did
And he
hear
was
that,
like,
so-
"This is a guy that I want to be friends with."
Pretty much.
No. Yeah, we went to school together, and Fresh is a really nice guy, and look, I'm pretty funny, so
None of
Apparently.
those things are true.
Self-elected.
Well, the first bit was.
Oh man.
touche.
I was actually
that's
trying
good.
to figure out how I met all of you. Actually, I feel like Prof, QB, Aussie are all through raids. Either one of us raiding each other or the other way around. Altari, I don't remember how we met.
I'm pretty sure I found.
no idea.
Oh, well, wait, actually, continue.
I have no idea. I was talking about this yesterday with some people. So I just don't remember where I meet a lot of people.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
But mate was like had a good memory for where he met like everyone in this voice call. I was like, how?
yeah. What about
Yeah,
you?
I met Fresh through Nicole.
Oh, you reckon through
Yeah,
Licky? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's
I
opposite
met-
for me. I met you two through Fresh.
Yeah. Because
I'm meeting most of
QB
you for the
rated
first
me.
time now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I can remember that.
Yeah.
And I met Licky on a Facebook group. It was like a Facebook group. Licky,
Wow,
do you remember what the
really?
Facebook group was that when we met Licky? It was like Twitch something.
King Daddy, Sugar Daddy.
Oh, like on
Sugar Daddy's
Facebook?
wanted.
Because the first time I met you was on the Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It was like
Twitch something.
yeah, I think it was like Twitch Mixer and YouTube
Oh,
Yeah,
something.
yeah, something like
Oh,
that.
damn.
And then came to watch some
that's
COD.
sexy
and then
sound. What are
got
you
to watch
cracking
it.
there?
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Some Coke.
I don't drink
Surely
Coke.
some lemonade.
It's lemonade.
Lemonade.
Nice.
It's a
And I'll
specialty.
Well done.
I was saying that you introduced me to Fresh, Nicole. Pretty
Yeah, well,
sure?
I found
Pretty
what's
sure.
I found what was that guy's name? What was your
Oh,
friend's name?
Fry.
Fry.
Why?
I found
Yeah.
Fry somewhere along,
Yeah.
along the way, and then he hosted
Oh, and that's
Prof.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
then
that's
I
how
got
I found.
stuck
Yeah,
watching Prof.
that's how I found you. Right.
That's
and
rough.
become friends with.
That
with
sucks. Sorry for your
Yeah.
loss.
Yeah, I'm there in that. I'm still in that zone.
That fucking sucks, man. Condolences.
And then yeah, I become friends with Geordie, and then I don't know, he's met Fresh
Sorry.
through that.
Yeah.
Oh god, Cashel, yes.
I think we can all thank Kelsey for Aussie. Or is it Porkins? I don't know.
Oh, Porkins.
See, for me, it was Kelsey.
It was,
Oh yeah,
it was Kelsey
Porkins.
for you.
Porkins
Yeah,
was
Porkins
the
for
one
me.
that told us to raid Aussie. Yeah.
Porkins for me.
I'll share
I
the-
wasn't there
Is
in the
Aussie
initial.
frozen for you guys,
What?
or is he just like really still?
Oh, it's
Nah,
He's
he's
just
frozen.
vibing.
Okay, I was
He's
like,
vibing.
Yeah, he's vibing.
he's been.
He's
He's
eating
been-
backwards.
He's a police officer. He's doing
He
his
knows.
fucking.
He's
He's
got
just
the-
watching the scene.
So I you might notice Cashel sitting in the chat there.
Go on.
I
Kashel,
met
yeah, I
Kashel
saw
because
that.
she was
Me
wearing
and
a
Altari have the best Halloween match.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
She was wearing
This
a
has-
Discord hoodie in Coles. I was like,
Oh.
hey.
Hey, I know
wow.
Discord.
That's
It's like,
great.
so what do you do? YouTube or yeah?
Mm.
That was just
That's
a
sick.
weird place to meet someone who streams.
And,
So-
and then you were like,
That's
"Here's my
cool.
number,"
Yeah.
No, I said what's your
here's-
username, and I'll like
and she
copy the
was
stream
like-
or something.
you have a wife.
Yep,
Back
and
off.
she has a husband. I think it's
Oh, perfect.
That's a
Wait,
that's a match made in
Wait
heaven.
doesn't do regular
Yeah,
relationship
sorry,
stuff.
I don't know what this fucking matrimony is. Fuck.
Monogamy.
Cashel. I don't have any
What is this,
inhibitions
you
on
fucking
talking to
basic-
random people. Apparently,
You bloody basic bitches.
Wait, so
Fucking
Cashel and you are both, well, obviously you, but Cashel's from Perth.
both Perth. Yeah.
Sweet, cool. Very nice. All the cool people from Perth. Oh, Altari looks like Altari's.
no,
Right.
that was
I'm
awesome.
here.
No, sorry, not
Frozen for a
Altari.
quick
Aussie.
sec.
Oh, wait, he's back.
Hey, he's back. Oh,
Did that work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
back.
you
You're back.
you're back.
I didn't know I wasn't working for ages. I'm like just
I
chatting.
think
did
it
we?
wasn't.
You
No,
were
it was
frozen.
like-
Stuffed for too long.
No
It
one was
like,
answering me. I was like, oh, okay.
You were
I'm having
frozen
mad
for a long
FOMO on
time.
the dance we missed out on.
Yeah.
And then I saw a chat saying something about it. I was like, oh, I better. I could hear you guys though.
Yeah, you weren't gone for too long. Like
Actually,
2 minutes, maybe 1 minute. I don't know.
So we got 4 people here from Perth, right? Me, White, QB,
Yep.
and Altari.
And
Aussie,
Wow.
Aussie is
And a few in the
Victoria.
chat from the looks of it.
Aussie's Victoria. Licky is Queensland.
No,
Should be in
it's
WA when you see it.
Queensland. New South Wales.
I know nothing about her. I am
No.
from New South Wales.
New South Wales. That's what I was gonna say.
Totally would not, but it's fine. I'm from New South Wales.
Queensland.
Are they all the same for people
fuck's
from
from
WA?
Queensland?
Are they all the same? Are they?
We're all the
You
same.
want to fight?
No, I mean Queensland and New South
Oh,
Wales.
Queensland, yeah.
Holy.
We're
Everyone
like
over
the
east.
America, like every other
Just
country
kidding.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nah, it's like New South Wales. No one gives a fuck.
It's just the East Coast.
The West Coast, and that's it.
All right, I'll just leave Adelaide out of it. No, it's fine.
Adelaide. Who the fuck cares?
Shithole
Adelaide.
anyway.
Nah, absolute shithole. I have an
I bet it-
ex-girlfriend
yeah.
there.
I bet a
She's
lot of
the
Perth
worst.
streamers, honestly, like,
That's why it's a shithole because
Yeah.
she lives there.
Honestly.
Loves it.
Honestly, yes.
It wasn't
Although
too
she-
bad. I lived there for 2 years. It was
Country South Australia is beautiful.
You lived in Adelaide for 2 years.
alright.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was alright.
Tell us about that story, Prof.
Tell us
What?
about it.
It's a
I
good
met
story.
this girl on Counter Strike when I was like 15.
And you moved
Right.
to Adelaide for her? Please tell
Okay,
me that.
wait. We get in
Moved
there.
to Adelaide.
Fuck up.
Wait.
No, let him tell the story. Let him tell the
Wait. Okay, I was 15 and I met this girl on Counter Strike, right? We ended up talking on Skype for like fucking 4 hours, like every night for ages. Then out of nowhere, she was like, "Catch you later." I was like, "All right." And like a few years later, she moved to New Zealand, and we like met up, and then we hung out, and then we were together, and then she was going to move back to Australia, and I was like, "Hey, I'll come." So I moved to Australia. Then I lived there for 2 years. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why not? Why not? Hey?
Why not? Why not?
Hey?
Crazy.
May as well do something.
Why'd you leave?
Because we broke up. So I was
And
like,
then-
catch you later. And then I got back to New Zealand 3 days later. Jordan, oh no, we made a mistake. I was like, bitch, I just
like-
got back to New Zealand.
Too
I
late.
could have said
Gone.
this the 2 weeks that I was fucking in the house with you. You fucking idiot.
Well, so did her name
Well, she
start
didn't,
with
she
T
didn't
or
miss you
K?
until you were gone, mate.
I know, right?
Aw.
I mean, she kind of did. I was about to sleep in another room. She's like, can you just stay in the bed with me for these 2 weeks? And I was like,
Oh,
Sure.
God.
I was like, fine, all right.
I lived with my ex-wife after we separated for a little bit. Oof.
Oh wow, that would be tough.
Mm.
Yeah,
Was that just because you had
wouldn't
to?
recommend it. Just
Like-
because of our daughter and stuff, and while we were sorting everything out, and
Yeah, fair enough.
we knew it was over, but we still lived in the same house for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very cool.
Mm.
Very cool.
Yes.
But Adelaide was all right. It was all right.
Yeah. Look, Adelaide's part of Australia. So,
It's
I
nice.
guess
I like
it's
all
gonna
the
be-
beaches and shit, and it's
Yeah.
pretty
In-
chill. And the layout of like,
I
Yeah.
find Adelaide very boring.
it's boring
It's
for
small.
sure.
It's very
The
small.
Barossa is nice. though.
Small.
The layout of their city, like of their roads, is pretty.
Pretty
So,
easy. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
the
good.
layouts of their roads.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
if you
what you
look
loved
on the
about
fucking map, their
Yeah,
whole
it's
city
very
is like
easy.
dug, 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 dug,
Yeah.
dug,
Mm.
and
Oh,
it just makes
man, I
But
shit
if I
slow.
lived in a city
I
where
wish
that's the compliment people gave about my city, I'd be like,
I was just trying to get to that.
I like
I
your
mean-
I like your
Make
roads.
the things succinct.
yeah,
It's all right.
yeah, they have good roads.
They
Not as
have
many
really good
churches as I was
structure.
led to believe.
I can't wait to go
That's
see
a
them.
positive. Yeah.
No, but it was a
It's a
very like
church and everything.
dead. It's a fucking dead place. Like
Mm.
Yeah.
I couldn't get any fucking job for 6 months. The
Ooh.
It's
shittest
Adelaide.
job ever. I couldn't
Mm.
fucking because in New Zealand, like you get a job at McD's, whatever. No matter what your age is, you can get a job at McD's. So that was what I was relying on at the time. I'll just get a job at McDonald's if I can't get one that I want, to survive. But in Australia, you get paid like decent. So they just give the kids the job so they can pay them less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I
Adelaide's
couldn't-
pretty cheap housing market too.
Wait,
Mm.
does New Zealand not have that?
I mean, there's a minimum wage, but for
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
So as soon as you're 15, I think you can work.
You
But the
have a minimum
minimum-
wage from
The
15.
minimum
That's how it
wage
should
is
be.
the minimum
Oh, so
wage.
if you're
It
20
should
if you're
be like
23,
that.
you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
doing the same fucking job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're doing the same shit. Why does it matter how old you are?
It was been
Good
really
point,
concerning
good
with
point.
everyone being at home.
Agreed. Totally.
So
ageist.
yeah, and I didn't think about that. I didn't even know it was a thing. That it was.
Didn't
different
even
there.
know that wasn't.
So I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
it.
all right, I'll come. And if I can't get a job, I'll just fuck D's for it. I don't give a shit. Nope.
McD's.
Damn.
I was like,
Get the
fuck.
free Maccas.
Fuck.
Wait, so it was hard to get a job, you were saying, Prof?
Yeah, literally. I applied for like so much shit, but yeah, there's just so many people who didn't have jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
NZ is not great. Can we get a ban on Quinn?
They're
wild.
In the wild. In the
Man,
NZ's sick.
wild.
I love New Zealand. It's amazing.
Mamo keeps bagging Melbourne. Where is
Mamo.
Mamo from?
Melbourne. No, actually, is he from Melbourne or is he New South
Yeah,
Wales? I think
he
he's
is.
Melbourne.
Wales.
Melbourne's
Melbourne is.
boring.
I mean, I'm biased, obviously, but Melbourne's my
Obviously.
favourite city.
I used to live
Oh,
in
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
That's
and
so
Geelong.
weird. Perth is my favorite city.
No way.
Oh my god, this is so confusing.
What does mine
How
say?
Are we ever gonna...
I really like
prefer
Perth, honestly.
Amsterdam.
Like,
What is
I'd-
no?
Yeah.
but
Melbourne,
what does
I'd
mine
consider.
say?
But
Melbourne
it's
is
not,
the
not
best
Sydney.
city.
Have you-
Not
Oh.
Sydney.
Have you lived
Okay.
anywhere other than
No.
Perth, Altari?
No, I mean, I had job offers places and things, but it's like
Yeah.
my family's here, and
Yeah.
I, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
yeah,
don't know.
lived
But
in
Melbourne,
Sydney.
Melbourne, I'd move to Melbourne.
yeah.
I would
Melbourne
move
for
to
me is good.
Melbourne.
I'll
I'm a
not
big,
live- I'll not
I'm a
live
big
in
sports
Sydney.
guy, so I love all the sport here in Melbourne. So
Yeah. Right.
I would
lived in
definitely
Sydney.
move to Melbourne.
I lived in Sydney year 10, 11, and 12 of school.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it was finished, moved back to Perth.
Yeah, I did 8 and 9 in Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Where
I
did you
8
live
and 9
in
in Melbourne.
Australia, Prof?
Oh, Adelaide.
Just
oh,
Adelaide.
oh, yeah, we were just talking about that.
I lived in Sydney for a month.
It's not only that that goes over his head.
I was going to say, I'd love to blame. I was about to blame it's 2 a.m., but I didn't get out of bed till 7 p.m. So
It is so,
Sydney
guys.
for a
It's
month
actually
first.
getting like relatively late. So
It
we
is
should
getting pretty
probably.
late.
It's 12 o'clock here.
That went very quickly.
Yeah, 3
I sort of looked
hours.
up, I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
huge.
god, look at the time.
Time flies when you're having fun. So
100%.
I think we should start outroing, and if we
Outro.
we can resume this at any time. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Let's go
100%.
through. So Altari, it was your first time here. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Are you
Not a worry.
streaming? Do you have a schedule at the moment? What's
can we get some links in? Can we get links to our
when was our
channels in
last
chat?
live?
And,
yeah,
I think
Kelsey's
Kelsey-
I
onto
think
it.
they've got it sorted.
Kelsey's
Oh,
been doing
They
it.
did it when they introed us.
but can we do it
I-
again so that some of the people that have come in, I know from my community, for example, might want to know who you guys are and give you
Yeah.
No,
guys
no,
a
no,
follow.
100%.
Good call.
So-
Good
Get
call.
it
We'll get it happening.
Because not everyone was here at the
haven't
start.
been streaming much lately. I think is
No.
the best summary of it. I
Okay.
will be getting back into it.
Because of
So this
busyness
thing
of
is,
work and that.
Yeah, that and I had
Yeah.
family health things
just
and a
life.
bunch of other stuff going on. Yeah, life
Yeah.
basically just,
That's
Yeah.
fair.
especially the
Yeah.
last like
It's,
3 or
it's
4
all good for you to
months.
have it covered, Kels, but I think it makes more sense if I actually say it out loud.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
no.
You can. That's fine. Now it's
true.
double. But yeah, twitch.tv/Altari, guys. Make sure you check him out.
Thank
We're
you
very
much.
thankful to have him on. Another Perth streamer. All
I
right.
will, yeah.
That's
If people
it,
do
all
like
good
the other
people.
sciencey crap, I will be doing a little bit of that.
Sciencey
So,
stuff.
yeah.
Coronavirus.
The other newbie we have here is Aussie Gamer _17. Mate,
Mhm.
wave. Have you got a schedule?
I'm going live in about 5 minutes.
Oh,
we go.
There we go.
Start your stream up now.
Yeah, yeah. At
And
the
then
end
we
of
raid
this,
you.
I'll put an ending stream on, and then you can start, and then we'll raid you.
Yes, do
Yeah.
it.
That's
Okay,
the way-
yeah, because
that's the way to
I
do it.
can't start until I leave this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Oh.
We'll give you
Okay,
some time
okay.
at the end. That's cool.
Well,
you
Keep
can.
it rolling for a bit.
But yeah, I stream 9 p.m. every day, my time. So whatever that is for you guys.
7 p.m. in
What is
Perth.
that? Eastern.
Yeah, it is.
Standard
It's only
Time?
2 hour difference now. Yeah.
Yeah,
When do
seven
you
p.m.
start, sorry?
I luckily learnt that today.
Is Melbourne EST or no?
It is now. Yeah.
AEST, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it 2 a.m.
But yesterday it was
Yeah.
AEDT.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck daylight
oh,
savings.
daylight
Yeah, I
savings.
reckon, It's
No.
no, either
I love
everyone,
daylight savings.
either
I want
everyone
it
should
in
have
Perth.
it or no one. I don't
Daylight
care.
savings
Anyway.
is awesome.
Do you want to know what it feels like for someone in Perth? It's 9 a.m. You get to work. Everyone's at lunch in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get to
You
lunch and you want to
fucking wait
ring.
till it's 10
Well,
a.m.
No,
It's 10
so,
a.m.
Yeah.
so
Everyone's out.
daylight savings in summer is the
Amazing.
only good thing about it is it's 9 p.m. You still can be at the beach.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It's
Mhm.
great.
Mm.
But it should just be fucking daylight savings all the time. Just make
should
that
be.
the set time. Who
Yeah.
gives a shit?
100%.
What? I don't understand the point. But hey,
Yeah.
we're ending.
Um,
Let's not get into a debate.
So twitch.tv/Aussie Gamer _17. He's going live in a little bit, guys. We'll be rating him from here, so make sure you stick around and come
Yeah,
say hi
boy.
to
Oh,
him
thanks,
playing some
guys.
RE3. Licky, out
It
of
won't
all
be
the
rocket
people,
launcher mode, okay?
won't be rocket. Well, hey mate, you can do
I'm
that.
going to
if
use
you want.
actual
Yeah,
guns and I'm going to
Maybe I'll
shoot the
tune in.
zombies.
You can do that if you
hello.
want.
That's real gaming.
Out of all
You'll
the people
click
here,
heads,
Licky,
perhaps.
you have been on every. Well, I mean, Pross been on every podcast too, so is QB. But I'm very, very appreciative of you coming on because we have so many guys here, and it is really, really hard to meet
Too many
girls
guys.
on Twitch, to have girls
It
come
is.
on Twitch who
I
are
don't
willing
know
to
how
come and
meet
talk.
girls.
It's just hard. Like, I mean, it's just there's it's a smaller demographic on Twitch. So super
Probably because we
appreciate you
talk
coming on,
over.
Licky. Do you have a schedule at
for
the
having
moment?
me.
Further to
no.
that, I really appreciate it.
Sorry
Thank
for
you, woke.
Oh,
What's your schedule, Licky? What's your schedule like at the moment?
Thank you. So at the moment, I've sort of been a little bit up and down at the moment, but stream tomorrow from 8 p.m.
Nice.
I'm actually tomorrow's stream. I want to make a playlist, so I want everybody to come in and give me tunes that I can add to my playlist.
Oh, music.
Oh,
Yeah. So it'll probably just be super chill, but that's the plan because I don't have any playlists made at the moment, and yeah, that's what I want to be doing tomorrow.
Sounds
Chill.
great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You go, Woke.
Yeah, sorry, Prof. The big boy
Hello.
Prof. Thanks for coming back, mate. Really appreciate it. Obviously,
That's always fun. I love it.
Podcast.
That's it.
glad you enjoy it. Man, shout out to you. And what are you doing right now? What are you streaming?
I
So
don't
slow
know.
with the shout out, Kels.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's what I was thinking as well. I was like,
Oh,
where's
I
the
was just
shout-out
sitting here
coming?
waiting.
Fuck's sake.
I've got
Unbelievable,
this covered.
Aussie.
Yeah,
got this
I have
covered.
to agree. I have to.
Got it covered.
Kels-
Fucking 10 minutes
Come on,
later.
Kels.
Fucking
Come
Kelsey,
on.
the
Jesus
fucking terrible
Christ.
mod.
Shit.
I think
Catches.
Ozzy's allowed to criticize because she's also a mod in his chat, so it's
Yeah.
allowed. It's
Hey,
cross
just to put some
pollination
context
of
on that.
criticism. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. She's used to it, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I've got a really, really fast mod and she doesn't keep up, so still training.
But yeah, I just play whatever, really.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Some
just
farming
fucking
simulator, maybe.
Farming Sim, Fortnite, Red Dead, fucking whatever I'm feeling.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
And
cool. When do you stream?
I
I'm gonna-
mean, I stream
all the time.
I go on Twitch. He's live.
12 hours, on the regular a day.
As soon as I
5
see you
days.
not playing Fortnite, I'm coming in.
Sounds good.
Oh, hello.
And
yeah,
last,
thanks for having me.
second last, I guess. Another Perth streamer, big QB Gaming professional TikToker now. Who he's QB Gaming on all platforms. QB, what's your
Yeah,
schedule?
drill
like at
that
the
in.
moment?
Drill that in.
QB Gaming on every
I stream
platform.
most nights. Yeah, most nights 7 p.m. Perth time. If you don't know what that local time is for you, if you jump in my chat and do !start, it'll give you a link to your local time zone.
Nice.
But
There's
yeah,
also
QB Gaming
Google.
also.
There's also Google. Very
Yeah,
handy.
links to
Yes.
Google.
If anyone doesn't know
It's
Google.
hard to use that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway,
QB Gaming.
so yeah, I play a lot of different games, mainly like Rocket League, Rainbow Six,
Yes,
PUBG.
Rocket League. Good.
Fuck yeah, I've been banging Rocket League with Prof. He got me to
Yes,
a new high
multiplayer.
rank.
Yeah.
So
Rocket League is such a good fucking game.
Oh,
yeah, I
Ozzy,
want to
you like
get in.
Rocket League?
Hey?
He
You
doesn't
like
even know what
sarcasm?
it is.
No. I was-
I
Can't
don't
even
like it.
He's
recognize
memeing.
sarcasm.
Hate it.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but like
Have another beer, woke. Kick back, mate. Kick back. It's late.
Go, QB, go on.
No, that's me.
Sorry,
QB,
QB. Sorry.
Twitch.tv/QB Gaming with 2 Ys and QB Gaming on every single platform, guys. Woke TV, Mr. Woke TV, last one. Are you actually gonna?
It's
When's
the
he
Sleep
gonna?
TV.
When's he gonna start?
100%.
streaming?
Either today, the 7th, or the 8th. 100%. I will have a stream.
All right, I'm excited.
What will
then.
the stream be? What will the stream be?
Probably Doom Eternal. Sorry, not Doom
Ooh.
Eternal. The original Doom.
I like
Yeah,
it. I like it.
Well, guys,
'Cause
I
have
mean,
been, like chomping at the bit to play it, and I didn't want to play
So
it when I
good.
wasn't on stream.
the biggest point of this podcast is to meet more people in the OCE community, to grow more as an OCE community on Twitch, and to keep all of our communities meeting each other. So make sure you go and follow every single one of these streamers, anyone in chat, and you can see them around as they're live. But thanks so much for being on, guys. It's been good
Awesome.
fun.
Thank
Thanks for
you
having
for
me.
having
Thanks for
me.
So-
yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
All
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
And
And
see you,
yeah,
Shane.
we'll see you sometime soon, guys.
So do I just start up now? Will I?
Yeah, just do it.
Fresh?
Yeah,
100%.
let's do it.
We want.
We're
we
all
want
going to
gold.
Aussie soon, guys. We're all going to
Just-
Aussie.
Well,
I'll see you all in a
chat.
minute.
See you
Yeah,
in a bit.
catch you later.
See yous.
Catch you later.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. 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 Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground as ever spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing on school, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. This is what the people of Bel Air living like. This might be alright. spring with the quickness like lightning disappear.